Is it super? Is it silly? It's the biggest Saturday of racing on the flat calendar. It's mental. We've got 11 races to bring you here this afternoon on Racing Post Live. Myself, Dave Orton, thrilled to be back in the seat with you. Betfair along the way with us. Of course, teaching everything about the sportsbook. And, of course, on the exchange, tips galore today. Raucous reaction. And, of course, the best real-time analysis in the business. Get involved. Send us a like and thumbs up on YouTube, of course. That's how you subscribe. Get the chat going. Anything on Facebook. Let us know you're out there. Where are you watching today? It's a scorcher. It's a scorching panel. Nat Green joins us back. The RP Live Queen.
It's a super duper Saturday. What's happened to your voice, Dave?
I have recently come out the other side of a bug.
I'm
like better now, don't
you're in
worry.
a swimming pool, but with 20 Lambert and Butlers or something.
Right, we've got 11 races to do today. I'm with you till nearly 5 o'clock. Get off my back, all right? Get off my back now.
Don't worry, we'll guide you through the afternoon.
You will, of course. How are you feeling about today?
Fabulous.
Going to have lots of winners? Is the trophy coming your way?
100%. G-Rod think it's going to be his. I think it's going to be mine.
Graeme Rodway, back in.
Definitely going to be mine today, Davey. I mean, really good
You've
form.
really fancy today.
I really fancy today. I can't wait. I mean, I'm actually in dangerously good form, Dave. You know, and it's dangerous with me, isn't it?
What
when I'm
goes
in this
up
sort of form.
must come down.
Yeah, you know, it's just a great week, isn't it? I love this week. The sun's out. You know, I was at Newmarket yesterday. It was absolutely beautiful.
How was that?
There was absolutely no one
Looks
there.
amazing.
It was lovely.
In Spiral.
Yeah, in Spiral Group 1. I mean, it's not really a Group 1, was it, really? You know, in Spiral was the only Group 1 horse in it. She didn't run a race.
Did she bounce?
I don't know what happened to her, but she was below form, wasn't she? But, you know, the winner did it well, and it's been a front runner's paradise so
I saw
far
your
all
headline,
week.
actually, for the preview, once in a lifetime talent. So
Yeah.
you got that badly wrong.
Yeah, although I don't think I said she would definitely win. I can't remember what I said. But
Well, she was
she's
8
good though,
on.
isn't she?
So listen, anyway, look, we haven't really got that much time to talk to you today, believe it or not, because we're going to pimp 11 races. Barry Orr joins us from Dublin, the big hitter himself. Let's go over.
Good afternoon, lads. I'm in top form myself. Can't get much better. Ireland beat the All Blacks in New Zealand today in Dunedin for the first time ever in our history.
Wow.
So over 100 years of trying to beat them out there, and we managed to do it on home soil. So finally balanced now going into the last test next Saturday.
Oh, that's great, isn't it? Absolutely worth the early alarm call, I'm sure, Barry. We start off in the 145 at York. We go up to the Naysmire. Of course, we've got Ascot. We've got Newmarket as well, just a July Cup, would you believe it? Lots said about this Saturday, Barry, isn't there? Why can't they put it a bit more to Sunday, all that sort of stuff? But this is a great place to get all the action this afternoon. We've got a money-back special race in the 145.
Yeah, we kick off 145 York. It's the money back special race on the Betfair Sportsbook and Exchange. If your horse fails to place in the race, you get your cash back as a free bet up to a tenner. Check out the show description and on the site for T's and C's around that. You see the graphic there. Money back is a free bet if your horse fails to place the 145 in York. I think G-Rod's going to do our Lucky 15 that we do every week for charity. So fingers crossed he'll be a little bit luckier than our other assistants through the ages, because we've still yet to land it fully. We've got up trebles and doubles and trebles, but never the whole Lucky 15. So we'll kick straight off with that, G-Rod, if you're ready for it. The first leg, Samburu in the Bunbury Cup. Then the 405 in York, I'm going to put in First View. And then the 440 in York, again, Royal Acclaim. And Ascot, 3 o'clock, Bond Chairman. So it's a Lucky 15, 6 doubles, 4 trebles, an accumulator, 4 singles as well. So it's 15 bets. We're going to do it for £1 each way, so it's going to cost us 30 quid. So fingers crossed for the charity. Did we pick a charity this month, Dave? I'm not sure we have.
Not yet, Barry. No, I was going to come to you with
let's
that.
see if we can win a few quid, and we'll pick a decent charity along the way. We'll get some interaction off the guys on the social channels as well. But they're the 4 horses, so fingers crossed. It comes to about 15 grand, Dave, if that comes up. Is that right?
That's it. Is that on? Business done?
£4,244, 7 pence if it comes in, Barry.
He likes you doing the buttons, by the way. You know
Yeah,
that.
a bit of luck.
Yeah. Would you consider yourself a lucky sort of mascot?
Nobody's ever said that I am, but maybe.
We're going to find out today, aren't we? I like Bond Chairman, by the way. Is there a nap today? Because we've got 11 races. People want to know if they can get ahead. Come on, you've done all your notes, have you?
Not so much a nap.
No, I didn't want to hear that sort of noise.
Lassadude. Really keen on Lassadude. I hope I'm saying that right.
Lassadude, I've put that up as well.
And also, this is interesting. This Eileen, someone was talking about the owners. I think you actually pronounce it like Eileen Do. Does Barry know better? Because it's like something like, no, it is really important. It's like a
Eileen
Celtic sort of phrase.
Eileen Dove. Yeah, Dove,
Yeah,
isn't
Dove
it?
is black.
Rith Dove,
No,
isn't
I
it?
think
You
it's...
remember Rith Dove?
No, I think it's Do. Eileen Do. Oh,
Hold on,
I mean-
hold on, Barry's the
yeah, I'm
the
just...
Irishman here.
I heard it yesterday.
Of course, Nat knows better. Of course she does.
It's Dove. It's Dove. D-U-B-H. It's black.
Yeah, black. There we go.
Black.
All right.
Rogue Bear will win. 405.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Rogue Bear. Yeah, get on the bear. Get on the big
All
bear
over
today.
the, all
Rogue
over the,
Bear.
named after you, pretty
Named
much,
after
isn't
you.
it?
Yeah,
You're
really
Rogue Bear,
strong on
okay.
Rogue Bear.
I'm Lassa Dude.
That's a dude. All right. I think Perfect Power will win.
Nah.
I don't.
Mutasabek's the Nat, though. Mutasabek, 335. Where was the social? Who's coming up? Opening the show. Oh, Steve Madge. My lord. 6 to 4. Dave's voice holds out. Listen, Steve, you've never been out with me, mate. Trust me. This is the last thing that goes. Absolutely. Famous last words. You might have to take over. Steve, thank you for that. Let's have fun this afternoon, guys, shall we? Loads of people out there watching. Absolutely superb. We are at York, of course. This is the second day there. Did you watch any action there yesterday?
Yep.
Forza Orta.
Yeah,
Forza
Forza Orta
whether
won.
you backed the Leeds horse.
Yeah, I backed him a couple of times ago when he got beaten by Gussie.
Flotus was a highlight, wasn't it?
Flotus won well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Another one off the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holla, holla.
Hala Hala Afmani. So back to the drawing board for the Ryans,
disappointing,
unfortunately.
wasn't
Yeah. So we are. Is it half time in the flat season? Do you think? I was musing that yesterday.
I'm not sure it's half time. This is like the
When
best
is
time,
the
isn't
half
it?
time whistle of the flat season? I know. I can. It's doing your head in. I can tell.
Can we say Goodwood?
These are at the post, lads.
They are at the post, Barry. You can tell how strong I am on the race. This is.
I want.
Go on.
I fancy one here, G-Rod. If you get those fingers dusted off, we'll get cracking. Blue for you, ex-Dermot Well.
Okay.
Yeah. It's with David O'Meara now. He was 7th behind I'm a Gambler the day we backed him and he won in Beverley. And he was 3rd to Serendipity, via Serendipity in Sandown. I think he's just primed now. I think he's ready to run a big race here. We're going to have 25 quid win on him at the moment. He's currently trading a 15. He was a 5 to 1 chance when we first went up with this race. He's a 14 to 1 chance now. The market's really negative for him. But I just can't resist it at that price. So 25 quid win, blue for you. Market's headed by Isla Kai, who's 3.35. He's been really strong. Eileen Dove, 5.5, 6.8 Chalet.
Chalet, yeah, isn't it? Who we saw, we put up Lion Tower. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Were you in? Yeah, I can't remember. Me and Barry put it on. Maybe Danny Archer, I think, was in as well. We put it on. And he chased home Chalet. They got the tactics totally wrong for Chalet last time. They held on to it at Musselburgh. Backfired. He will probably try and stretch him, I think. Blue for you, I circled over. I've gone for the other O'Mara horse. I think it's David O'Mara, isn't it?
O'Mara.
It is.
100%.
Got in trouble once for that.
100%.
The Hitman Heart on. But I can't
Yeah.
work out why he's such a big price. He's turning out just a week after finishing 4th. Did the best of those trying to come from off the pace at Haydock last time. It wasn't the finest ride from the chap in the saddle.
Colour change on Blue for you.
Is there?
I'm looking at it in the preliminaries thinking, God, it looks really, really nice.
It's going to be one of those days.
And it doesn't, we need to
What
just-
wins the first?
Blue for you, definitely.
You're
This
with
is-
Barry.
This is what David O'Mara does. You know, this ex-Dermot Weld horse, this is what he does. This third time looking, the visors applied. The first time on stable debut, it didn't, in my opinion, go right because it's a bit of a hold-up job. Much more positive at Sandown last time, which I think is the way to ride this horse positively.
We're split down the middle here because I'm with Dave.
Okay.
You're on Young Fire.
Yeah, Young Fire for me. So here we go. 50-50 shout between the two
Go
of
on,
us.
Barry,
We're
let's
off.
go.
All right, first of 11 races. Hold on to your hats. Fast and furious. I was expecting Blue by You to be one of the first up there. Definitely a colour change.
Yeah,
isn't
we're
it?
out in front, aren't we?
What a disaster this is.
Yeah, he is.
No one flagged this
Well,
to us.
he's-
Chalet, I tell you what, I thought he'd be up for. He looks like he's hating life.
I always remember Chalet because once there was also called Chalet and Chalier, and I backed Chalier and Barry wanted to back Chalet. I got
Yeah.
it wrong.
Good story.
I
Chalet
thought you said
needs-
you liked me doing the
Good
buttons.
story. Scottish Summit is out the back at the moment. Young Fire was expecting him to be held up via Serendipity. Of course, we beat a couple of these at Sandown.
Are they going
I was
hard
a bit
enough?
keen.
Now, Isla Kai is a front runner. It's got some really solid form, Barry. I'm assuming they've latched onto it, have they?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.36 now. Isla
Whoa.
Kai at the moment, Dave. Really short and running. 4.9 Eileen Dove. 11.5 blue for you, who's in the white hat now out in the centre of the track on 4th blue for you.
There's a
There
real,
was a change of colour, Nat. You were
They're
bang
all
on
over
there.
the
a
shop.
real
here.
range of opinions about the ground
Yeah.
here, guys. We've got Isla Kai on the far side. What's this on the
Oh,
near
Scott's-
side?
we're going well here, Dave.
Garden Oasis. It's a
Are
horse
we on the
that-
right
he's
side
a
of the
monkey
track,
of a
though?
horse.
Are we on the
Young
right
Fires,
side?
But he's
Come on,
talented.
Blue.
Come on.
I don't even know what colour he is.
Blue for you.
Come on,
on.
G-Rod.
Here we go.
Eileen, this is the black horse, Eileen Dove.
Oh, what's this?
He's found some trouble,
me.
young
Oh.
fire.
He's finding trouble in running,
What's this
Dave.
on the near side?
Come on,
then, coming in?
Danny.
What is
You've
that?
got the
What
visor
is
on,
this? The
it's
colour?
Eileen
This is the
Dove.
colour. Eileen Dove's going to
Eileen
take this out,
Dove.
guys. The first
I
race.
don't know. It's very
Is
close,
it?
Dave. It's very
This is ours,
close.
I think, Barry, isn't
Oh,
it?
Eileen
definitely
Dove. Eileen
flattered
Dove's
him.
got it.
Danny.
I'll tell you what, is he going to get up? He's not. Eileen Dove. Is he? Hang on a minute.
No, Eileen Dove.
Flippity flop, flip, twip. I hope I'm following the right horse. There is a colour change.
Close, but no cigar in the first of 11 races today, Barry. Great shout, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Eileen Dove's just held on, I suppose, from Blue For You. Blue For You traded at a low in running of 1.47, so 2-1 on in running for Blue For You. Isla Kai went off your favourite, was matched at 2.3 in running, but Eileen Dove, yeah, Betfair SP at 5.9.
Thank you, Barry. All right, there you go.
nearly had that.
Not that easy to make up ground at York at the moment from off the pace.
Don't think they went hard enough for us, Dave.
They spread across the track as well, didn't they? I'll tell you what, Chalet's run a really funny race. If you gave that chap another chance back at York, he's going to have some headgear on, I think, soon.
Oh, so close, Natalie. Barry, so close.
Carl Burke. When the money's down with his horses, they're very rarely away from the frame, aren't they?
Absolutely valid. It's just.
Yeah, because he actually knows what he's doing, don't he?
Yeah.
You know, like he actually knows what he's doing.
Okay. He was a bit early for a shout like that.
Well, he does, you know.
He
Like,
does. He's brilliant.
You go and ask Carl Burke what he thinks, you know.
Yeah, I don't know much
you know
about
that
him.
he's going to give you a straight answer, unlike that fella Millman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean Millman.
He'll be back in next Saturday.
Will he?
Millman, who told
Sure,
us all of
I've-
his horses are useless.
Oh, yeah, they're all
and they're having the
useless.
best year of their lives, I think.
Yeah,
Put us away.
all those Millman horses are useless, he said. I said,
Yeah.
give me one horse to follow. He said, no, they're all useless. They're all useless.
Yeah.
We kept pressing him on this issue. He said, no, you know they had a run in a Group 2 yesterday.
They did?
Called Tagline.
Yeah. In the Fillies race.
What a joker.
What a
I know,
joker.
I know.
But no, I think with Carl
You can
Burke,
press him on it next week.
he's dead straightforward. He's dead
Yeah.
sort of honest. Like if he's bullish about one, like he was with Dramatise, he knows it, and I think he has so many decent horses to work on with it, and he's got an eye. I know we had that one fluke, that massive prize at Ascot, the owner's day out, but it won,
Holloway boy.
Thank you.
Speaking about that last
but
night.
normally, like if he gives you an opinion on one, he doesn't try and what's the polite word for ball beep?
Right?
The word ball beep.
Not really.
He doesn't try and
told
lie
you
to
stuff
you.
like
Are you
Case
suggesting
today.
that some
You're
trainers
testing
try
me.
and ball beat
Ball beep you.
Well,
you?
you talk about Millman. We've
Yeah.
got a friend's horse in the next race coming up at Newmarket. I'm going to move this on.
Okay.
To the 205. Golden Spice, Barry. William Buick. Seen William have some good rides this weekend. With your beer bounce back. What was that thing that won the first yesterday? Looked like a group. Was it New London?
Yes.
That won well, didn't it?
Well, I mean, it was 11-2 for the Derby.
And he's got the favourite here, Barry, for the Margisons.
Yeah, and Golden Spice here has been one of the best back horses today. It was as big as 11-2. He's into 5-2 now. Kidwa is 3.6, 7.8 truly acclaimed Miss Carol 10.5, 9.4 Victoria Grove. That's a few quid knocking around for that. I was against Kidwa here. I wanted to take that one on. One easy in red car, 4.5 lengths in red car, but the form of the race is working out dreadfully. The second was well beaten since, and the third's been well beaten since. So, that was one I was looking to take on, G-Rod. We're just going to look to take 25 quid at a backer stake. Happy to be a price taker here as well at 3.6. So we're looking to take 25 quid out of that one for a liability of around £65.
Spotlight's up there as well. Look, you can see Victoria Grove going for that one. Okay, all right. I like Kidwa here. Well, it was unbeaten, and I thought this is exactly the sort of race that they tend to win with these horses. I must admit, 11 races today. Of course, we play for charity. So, and we're going to give you our opinion of what we think wins every race. Have you tipped in every race? Because,
Yeah.
you got a telling off from Bruce, didn't you, not that long ago? Was it during
Not the
week?
first time. Yeah,
Not the first time.
no,
I can't say on air what he called you.
I
but
thought that we would go for every race today.
Go through the card.
11 races and 11 tips.
Yeah, brilliant.
But
All
I'll
right.
tell you what the very best ones when we come to them. And this
Okay.
this isn't one of my
No,
stronger
this wouldn't be
defences.
mine. That's my point.
But
Am I
we're
just
both on the
sort of
same
looked
one, are we?
Am I looking at the obvious here?
Truly acclaimed. Are we both on truly acclaimed?
me.
Oh no,
Me
no,
and you.
no, me and you. I knew that there was someone else on this panel who
I
liked
think
truly
we could
acclaimed.
I think we could be relatively confident because, like, if you look at angles, well, we could, right? John Quinn with his fillies, he's brilliant. Buzzy ones, calm ones, fast ones, slow ones, he's brilliant. And if Kidwar, Kidwar looks really class, isn't 2 from 2, but if there's an element of inexperience, I just thought Truly Acclaimed could then use that experience to advantage. And Oisin McSweeney on board, taking off that valuable £5. I was looking into it this current season, 95 rides, 11 wins, 10 seconds, 8 thirds, 8 fourths. But he's like there or thereabouts, isn't he? So he's clearly riding well and in good confidence. And Truly Acclaimed ran well at Newmarket to come second in May over this distance and travelled really strongly, which I thought was a huge positive. So I thought that performance was quite strong, seeking through.
Hat-trick seeking, yeah. So this is really competitive stuff, actually. Golden Spice, who ran all right.
Yeah.
I think, at Royal Ascot. It was all right. Wasn't a bad one. Really progressive, and I know they really like her. And Buick will try and get loose on the lead here, I thought. So if you want some pace in the race, you'll be looking to get on the back of Buick.
Golden Spice beat Truly Acclaimed at Newmarket earlier in the season, and Truly Acclaimed's £2 worse off. So you've got to assume that Truly Acclaimed has improved since. But I think that she has improved quite a bit since. She has won twice since. After all, last time out when she won at Ayr, she was very slowly away. Did remarkably well to come through and win, I thought that. So
has been weak in the marking, Kidwar, hasn't she? She's trying the trip for the first time, obviously.
I think this is the Billy Buick factor.
Some horses
Yes,
haven't let
right.
themselves down. It's been rattling fast ground there.
Every time, Beck, it's so hard to go against Haggis at the moment. Like when
It
I was at
is.
Haydock last weekend, 4-timer, nearly 5-timer on the
Should have been a
Thursday.
5-timer.
Should have been a 5-timer. Then one on the Friday night. Then obviously Nathaniel Green on the Saturday. Then yesterday's
Oh, yeah.
another good day.
First
It's
Nat
hard
Green
to...
reference.
Oh, no. More of that. Plenty more of
I
that.
said in this studio.
Yes, Joe, yes.
What's
Someone
Joe
else
Holden
said this
saying?
last night.
Rodders has the good old sunglasses. Oh, you've got the...
Oh,
Yeah.
you've got to do this, Giro. Go this way so you can see. Go.
Yeah. You see it?
Schoolboy error.
No.
Oh, it's quite hard, actually. I can never be a weather girl. Wait, hold on. No.
No, it's so odd. It's
Now,
so odd.
funny
It's
enough,
so odd.
I was at Newmarket yesterday, as I've already said, and it was the most beautiful day, and I wore my
It
sunglasses.
looked amazing.
Yeah.
When they showed in Spiral in the pre-parade, that was because which apparently isn't used that often these days, is it? It looked absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah,
Was it really busy?
Yeah, no, it wasn't busy. But it's not been particularly busy at any sporting events, has it recently?
No.
No, you
Even
could get a
Wim-
little bit political about today.
Even Wimbledon's been
10
shocking.
years ago, when this was kind of like invented this day, or whatever it was, it would have been because of packed racecourses. They can't sell hospitality, of course, they don't think as much on a Saturday as well. But I don't know, it's got to be under pressure for me. I think I'm a big believer that this is a crazy day. And
Well,
I
it
think
is a
that it
crazy
ought to
day.
be tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow's Carter average, aren't they?
There's
The weather's beautiful.
There's 2 jump meetings tomorrow, I think.
Yeah,
That's
it's madness, isn't
Yeah,
it?
the weather
No
is.
flat racing tomorrow.
No.
No, it's all jumps.
Anyway, we won't get too political for you out there. It's been a big week in politics over here.
Nobody
We don't need
likes
to- we
racing.
don't need
It
to
has
open
been a
up on
big
that
week
one.
in politics, hasn't it?
Yeah, it
Racing
has.
politics is so dull. I hate all those shows that go on about racing politics. So boring. And does anyone really want to listen about racing politics? Oh my
I
god!
felt a bit for Boise when he did his Sky
Oh,
interview
yeah.
with
Poor Bobes.
the BHA head, Ruth, whose name even escapes me now. It was that boring. I can't remember. her name.
Oh dear.
Harrington.
He went to Newbury
Yeah.
and interviewed her. I felt sorry for him. It was so tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
And of course, nobody can agree on anything, can
No.
they?
No. But are any of so you two are agreeing on this?
Anyway, yeah, we both think that Truly Acclaimed is going to win, and Oisin McSweeney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
and
name.
Ryder, I don't know a great deal about.
Well, that's why I
You've told me.
yeah, I just thought
When do you
I
start
was
doing your notes for a day like this? Tuesday?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Tuesday. He's a joke, isn't he?
Tell you what, we had Robbie Wilders in last week, and it was really interesting. Robbie, he was telling us what horses were bigger than they were at the start of the week, and it's something that I must admit I've taken my eye off the ball on that front. Kills does it, doesn't he? And we were chatting about that, guys, weren't we? All
What
of
do you
were
mean,
watching.
in the market?
He was saying that what was the name of the
Ashada.
variant carve up? Ashada.
Yeah.
That was a carve up.
Yeah, it was.
What a remarkable scenario that was.
Enormous.
You were there, of course, weren't
Yeah,
you?
but
You put the microphone in Haviland's face, didn't you?
Yeah.
Of course, after that carve.
Yeah,
He spoke well, didn't he?
he spoke brilliantly, and,
Yeah.
and it definitely wasn't the time that I personally thought at that point for anyone to have an opinion. I thought the best thing to do in that situation was just to ask Rab, for what because I think the worst thing to do is make early accusations. I just wanted to get his initial reaction. He just jumped off the horse. I just said, Rab, what do you think? He obviously thought there was a gap. Obviously, they didn't think there was a gap. And anyway, whatever. That's.
Was it tense?
Yes, it was. It's always a bit dramatic, that. And then trying to get the steward, the thing is, racing goes on. So it's very easy for people to say, oh, why don't we hear from the stewards? Yeah, but the stewards are then trying to get their report. They were in for a very long time. They then let Rab and Jim come and ride again, then pulled them back in after the next race to really confirm it. And then the report's not out until later. And then you can't just grab a steward because they're out in the paddock for the next race. It doesn't racing is a conveyor belt. You can't just be grabbing all these people. They're not. That's just not going to happen. They're either in the stewards. You can't go knocking on the door, and then you have to. But so I was really pleased that Rab let me just shove the microphone in his face because I wouldn't always do that.
Didn't go out to Jim.
No, I went to Rab. I like Rab. I didn't go to Jim. I just went straight to Rab. But I went really early. I arrived at 7 o'clock in the morning. I went to see Ashada and Believe in Love. Physically,
Yes.
I actually prefer Believe in Love as a thoroughbred, as the way she's just that more compact.
She's older mare, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's more compact. She's really sort of lovely. Ashada's so big. I mean, she's just like she'll eat up the ground, but she's big, and I didn't realise they said she's really buzzy. And what is amazing about Varians is I thought I might see them work. I didn't realise, particularly with his fillies, he doesn't take them for a canter in the morning. They arrive the night before, they go in their stable, they go for a walk out, they don't ride them.
Methodical chap.
Yeah, he likes to keep them calm, don't get them lit up. And of course they had the Paloma Faith concert the night before, which is, you don't think of all these factors. They were lit up by Paloma Faith.
You're suggesting that's what she got beat.
Fascinating, to be fair. Well, if she's buzzy and things like that, I suppose.
Proper filly that won that race as well, by the way, Lancashire Oaks. Free wind.
She's all right, yeah.
She's she's
wow.
proper filly. Yeah, all right, okay. Are we going to see something in the fillies race here coming up? 2:05, let's bring it back. Barry, we've been digressing. Is Kidwire coming in for a bit more support now?
No, on the slide, 3.9 now. We laid it at 3.6. 3.3 Golden Spice, 8.8 Truly Acclaimed, 9.8 Victoria Groves. Very steady at that with Chris Hayes. Chris Hayes riding that one for Henry Spiller. Yeah, so that's one that you could worth having a chat about.
Yes. What's he doing over? I'm assuming for the July Cup. Let's have a look. He's on a romantic proposal. I love romantic proposal for Eddie Lynham.
Yeah, it's really well fancied.
Is it? Yeah. She's a classy. She'll need to be delivered on the line, I think, won't she? But she's very classy. Let us know what you think about the July Cup. 4:30, isn't it? Or something like that. We're going right through the cars today, aren't we? Yeah. Here we are, the Commander. All right, okay. I'm taking a chance on Miss Carol Ann. Is better than people think. Handicap debut off a harsh mark, apparently.
Yeah, I wouldn't put you off.
Go
on. There's been a couple of judges actually making a bit of a case for Miss Carol Ann.
What did I write about her last time? I did that at school.
I can see. I can see why.
Didn't even mention it.
I just think the last sort of twice hasn't really, something needs to click into pace. But having made obviously a winning debut at Newmarket,
they've gone straight away black type hunting, haven't they, with her after that very good debut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to see, I think, but it's varying. I'll take your point. Jack Mitchell's having a really good week as well, isn't he? So good around Wolverhampton, that bloke. Ridiculous. Every time he comes and eyeballs one of mine, he gets on top of it. Victoria Grove then, G-Rod. Best form on the all-weather so far?
Yeah, it didn't really come up on my radar, that one, I must admit. Was that trained by Henry Spiller and ridden by Chris Hayes? That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, got in spiral form in the July course this time last year, really, wasn't it? Yeah, late June. Finished just 3 lengths off her when she made her debut. So the class is there. And off the mark deservedly last time. Yeah, so progressive and going forward. And Chris Hayes, really good little jockey, Chris Hayes, isn't he?
Yeah, she looks a big type to sort of go on and improve.
Is he here to ride one in the July Cup, I presume, is he?
Yes, romantic proposal, mate.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Blimey, I thought it was me hanging today.
Is that in the July Cup, that was romantic proposal?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I know there's a lot of racing, but surely that's the one you've looked at.
I've looked at the July Cup, but I don't think that would be good enough.
You went racing yesterday with your dad, didn't you?
Yeah, I enjoyed yesterday. It was great. It was nothing won from off the pace. Everything made all, apart from in the last race.
Tough to make up ground off the.
Apart from in the last race, of course, which is what happens a lot of the time. Like all the jockeys went, oh, everything's making all, and then they went like clappers in the last race, and Celsius came from off it to win. And the first race made all. fast ground at Newmarket, downhill, it's hard to catch these horses from the front.
Undulating course, of course, the July course, isn't it? Literally
Balance.
downhill for 4 furlongs and then up the hill we go.
Need
so,
good balance.
yeah. Where do you think you want to be drawn in the July Cup? Towards the stand side?
Don't matter.
Yeah, I'm not. But my pick that
I did ask, I
I
suppose.
won't give it away yet. But
No, don't.
my pick's all about balance because I've got this thing about you want a nicely balanced horse.
Okay, all right. Looking forward to hearing that.
Did you see my piece the other day that I wrote about the draw at Newmarket?
No.
No, shame. I wrote it especially for you.
Did you?
I think I actually said, many pundits argue that you don't want to be drawn on the wing.
Did you have anyone in mind when you were writing that? Would it have been me by any chance?
And yeah,
You can't do that. That's a bit low,
I
isn't it?
concluded.
They're taking their time to go down.
Who's that?
Oh, they're a little bit late.
Gosh, she looked.
That's a better crowd. We're watching the scenes. We're down at the start. We can see them. That's a better crowd, isn't
Is
it?
it a stupid thing that I'm going to say with it? Is it just difficult sometimes, whether it's Thursday, Friday, for people with work and stuff? Like, I know, it's still that. Someone was saying that about Cheltenham, watching about being 5 days. That's a terrible, dreadful idea. I hope it never happens. But what do I think about it sticking as 4 and going and including a Saturday? I kind of get that for people that are working. Not everyone can book Cheltenham Festival off work, can they?
No, but most people do, I think, don't
Yeah,
they?
but teachers can't.
No, true.
A teacher can
Izzy
basically
Phillips will
never
be coming
go
back in those
never go
years as a
racing.
teacher.
Do you know that? A teacher can basically never go racing.
Well, only on the
Only
weekend.
You're
summer
not allowed to.
holidays.
You cannot take time off.
Yeah, only in the summer holidays. I mean,
and then
they
people
only,
still
they only get 8
Summer
weeks.
holidays,
gonna say
Easter
that.
holidays.
They only
Yeah.
get half the
breaks.
year off.
You've had a shocker.
Yeah.
They only get half the year off.
They do, don't they? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Kidwell went
Get a
down
pay
to.
rise, I think, as well, aren't they, according to everything?
I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want to teach kids. Crikey.
Right, come on, 205. We're waiting for you to come
Yeah,
down.
and there's
Yeah.
one of them's holding them up. It's wearing a red hood and it's about 2 furlongs from the start yet.
Kid-
I think it's
Is it
Kidwell.
Kidwell?
It's Kidwell.
Oh, is
'cause
that
Yeah.
is that why she's drifting then?
Well,
Is
she
she
must
got
be
a little
slightly
bit
buzzy, mustn't
She's
she?
got a little
She's
bit buzzed up.
4.8
Well,
now.
she went down
Yeah.
to start
She's
really keen, but
4.8, Barry says now.
5.
4.9, yeah, she's really lit up.
Wow.
Golden Spice really strong, 2.94. Miss Carol Ann coming in for good support, 7. The early support for Victoria Grove is all dried up. That's out to 15. Kidwa, 5.3 now. We could cash out of our lay bet and lock in a profit of £7.50, regardless of what wins the race. We show people how to do that, G-Rod.
Yeah,
We
let's
just
do
wanna-
it. Should we take
Yeah,
our winnings?
Yeah, just see where it says cash out and 732 is. Yeah, just click the cash out and just show people how this works. So no matter what wins the race now, we've cashed it out because the market went in our favour. So no matter what wins the race, we have a profit of what, about £7?
£7 on every single runner. You can see there, green on every single horse.
Yeah, so that's just an added bonus that when the market goes in your favour. So it's not too bad. It's not too shabby, is it, if you're able to do it every race?
Absolutely not. Yeah, of course. All right. Okay. Have you been getting quotes left, right, and centre this week, Barry? I mean, in Spiral would have been an absolute horror, wouldn't it, for a lot of people?
Yeah. Well, you've just got professionals playing there, really, Dave, and all sorts of multiple bets. The ordinary punters will put it in, so it'd affect more multis in terms of betting shops and that sort of thing, as opposed to just your ordinary sort of punter who's going to want to bet 7-1 on or 8-1 on a filly like that. So it's not a mass market sort of race, but the exchange was really strong, and for every loser you have to have a winner on the exchange, obviously. So the layers got the corn yesterday.
Yeah, if you were listening to Keeley earlier in the week on our feature shows we were doing, he suggested that the winner, whose name escapes me.
This is the last thing you need on a busy Saturday like this, isn't it? A horse holding this up.
This was always going to be the worry today. You're right. Come on,
what
Kidwell.
any delay?
Yeah.
Oh, disaster, isn't it?
They'll all be sweating now,
Come on,
won't they?
get
And
her
it's
to the
hard,
start,
isn't it?
will you?
Because, like,
I know,
Kieran's trying to
there must
keep
be a
her
bit of pressure on.
calm.
It is Kieran, isn't it, who's riding?
Yeah, Kieran's on, but
Kieran,
he's
yeah.
trying to keep her calm by keeping her walking. But then it's like, you can't get down to the start because you've got to get them in. So our little pocket rocket looks quite nice in the preliminaries. Our little truly acclaimed. She's quite slight, quite neat, quite well put together. It's okay for.
When's the first split
furlongs.
screen going to happen? I'll tell you
Yep.
after.
Oh,
after her
don't,
mind
Dave.
comes back
But
up,
look
can
at
tell
her.
you on.
As soon as Kieran, I know people can't see this. As soon as
yes.
Kieran's putting her into a canter, she's going like this. Her head's
You know,
going up,
that
and
could be the hood.
Then he's losing
think that's the hood?
control.
With the hood and a warm day and everything. You know, that can't help.
Yeah, I think she's just probably quite buzzy. I mean, he was literally walking her down with.
It's almost like every other horse now has to wear this red hood.
No, I know.
It's like there was a race the other day, and literally there was 10 runners in it. I'd say 7 of them went down in hoods.
Yeah.
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 Is there a quota of hoods
nature
that
stripped
they
it,
have
of course.
at the races? Like, or can every horse wear a hood if they want?
Yeah, you can.
Every single horse in the
Yeah.
race could wear a hood.
Yeah, you can wear a red hood down to start.
Right, okay.
And he goes, but the problem is we call it above the bit. When the horse does that and really shoves its head up, you actually have no control. So you call it above the bit, and it's not the nicest because they know how to do it. It's hard when they go. I can't explain it, but they're gone. And so Kieran's thinking, oh my God, don't want
This
to
is
let
going
her.
to be.
Otherwise
this is
she
going to be
could.
This is going to be a lane out for a lot of people.
I wonder if we could ask them to, say when they're going to put a red hood on, and we can put it in the paper. Like,
What do you mean?
well, when they're going to put a red hood going down to start.
They do. On the
They do.
BHA website, you can
They
see it, I
list them,
think.
do
Yeah,
they?
they have. You have
think
to
they
say.
do.
When's
Stewards'
that?
inquiries.
What time's that available? Is that
Well,
before the
good
race?
question.
or-
So
I'm
I
not sure.
still think that's what we were talking about, the 45 minutes before. You know, when I read out the decks, I think then it has to go the 45 minutes before. And then sometimes you say, number 5 is wearing the red hood, will be taken down
Yeah.
at the start before the race.
'Cause I
Well, I'm
reckon
thrilled to
there's,
tell you they are actually going in now.
there's a good proportion of those horses that go down in red hoods that might pull during the race. I reckon you
Yeah.
could probably half guess that. So
What have we got after
you-
this?
you
Oh,
would-
God, we've got
would
the
be good
3-runner
info.
race coming up, haven't we? At
Yeah,
York.
without a fight.
Yeah. I mean, Group 3 with just
It's
the 3
okay.
runners
It's
in it.
okay. The action really builds, doesn't it? As the day goes on, it just gets better and
Yeah.
better and better.
I
Right,
can't-
they're nearly all
Never
in.
that
We're
Well,
3 minutes
what's
behind,
that
not
all
too
about?
bad, right?
Why have they put on the 440? That's madness, isn't it? Right, okay. Hold on to your hats. Here
At
we go.
last, they're off.
They are off, and something got an absolute flyer. MI, by the way, put up the outside of the lot. Sorry, I
That's
meant
our
to
one. Got a
reference
flyer.
Yeah, I was
Truly
gonna flyer.
acclaimed.
that. Had it to switch.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. And
I
he's
like
up
the
there
look of
at
this.
the moment.
Oh, no,
Is
that's
she
not
doing
ours,
a bit
is
Had
too
it to
much?
Twitch is keen.
Kid Boss settled like a baby, hasn't she? No problems.
A nice
Nah,
outfit
she's
to
a
see
bit
that,
buzzy.
but-
Oh, I don't know.
She's a
I
bit
don't know.
free.
I'm
No,
usually the
she's
chief.
free.
She's
king.
free enough, Dave.
Ours is good, truly acclaimed.
Golden Spice is going on her own,
own.
pretty much,
Billy
more
Buick
towards
up
the near
stand
side.
side.
And interesting move that by
That
Buick.
is interesting.
Miss Carol Ann out the back, truly acclaimed, lovely
Yeah.
settle.
Very
Very
happy.
nice.
Very happy.
Very happy.
Ooh, not often the
I
comes
wouldn't
up.
change. I wouldn't change in running now. What's
No.
going on in running?
What's going on, Barry?
Golden Spice out to 4.6, 4.7
In trouble,
kid,
the
where she's
Fav.
not done with 5 Miss Carol Ann. Everything's in with a chance on the in-running market.
I tell you what, MI's getting a bit excited at the moment because the outside
Oh,
lot
we've
had
gotta
to switch.
keep
She's
up.
still got them on the stretch.
We need
Now
a- we
Kid
need a
Boss
gap
being
here.
Rod, we've gotta
Miss
keep
Carol Ann's
going
appeared
here.
to
Miss
switch.
Carol Ann.
The Margisons has gone. Kid Boss trying
Oh,
to
we're
come.
getting-
Truly acclaimed.
We're
Betfair
getting
absolutely
squeezed. Oh,
nothing.
for Christ's sake!
Victoria Grove, no good. What's this on the far side? Silk and Pearls, Ben Curtis. Having a great summer,
Yeah,
Benny's.
we're having to go
He's
around
gonna
the
let
houses
us
in
land,
that. This
You're-
is away.
Yeah, this
Miss
is
Carol
it.
Ann.
The
Gone.
Commander New. One for
Yeah.
Varian, it looks like. Coming back a little bit is Silk and
Oh,
Pearls.
they're fighting back, Silk
Hang
and
on.
Pearls.
Kid Bar's finishing, but too
Miss Carol
late.
Ann's got it.
Definitely got the trip kip off, just not that good. And well done if you were with Philip McBride. He was second with, of course, Silk and Pearls. The Commander knew, didn't he? Jack Mitchell. Really good week. Honestly, had a treble at Wolverhampton when I was watching the other night. And he just knows what he's doing, Jack, doesn't he? Puts him in the right place. And well done. You said handicap debut, didn't you, out there? And the class has shone.
It's not Philip McBride anyway, it's Charlie. I don't know why.
Why is that?
Why is his name Philip on the race card?
Very weird,
Everyone
isn't it?
calls him Charlie.
Philip McBride.
Bit like
It's
everyone-
Philip
bit like
McBride.
everyone calling me Colin, but my name's actually Graeme. Why?
You look a bit like a Colin, to be fair. All right, we're off and running at Newmarket. That took ages, didn't it? Let's hope that's not going to impact everything because we can't be too far away. Carol Ann Hart is Sam Hart, who's in the studio. That's his mum's name. Carol
Amazing.
Ann Hart.
Ah, yes.
Wow, I bet he's buzzing. Absolutely. That's funny, that, isn't it? I'm getting a quote from Ascot saying the ground is lovely there for when we switch to Ascot.
Great.
Did you watch any of that yesterday, Ascot?
Yep.
Jamara Beach, who was supposed to go in Nat Green's race.
so Haggis have
she
a winner
she
there.
looked like a
Yeah.
right old mare, didn't she?
Yeah.
Some
look
good horses there.
Yes. Yeah.
Was that a double for Haggis there yesterday, wasn't it? It's, the Frankel Colt one, didn't it? The one that needed blinkers.
Yeah.
Salcombe.
I sold
Yeah,
them.
he had a winner at York as well, didn't he? I don't know.
Another tip for the expert eye lads. I
that one?
think they're 5 out of the last 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Doing all right, isn't they?
Leading the Naps table.
Yeah.
Racing Post Division, going well at the moment. I think Lambourne's up there as well. But here we go now, up to York then. The 220. Just the 3 runners, Barry. Bit poor, isn't it? But without a fight. Beat John Leaper last time. I thought John Leaper had claims to reverse in that form, personally.
Yeah, it was a really messy race, wasn't it,
Yeah.
last day? That was the Ebor trial in York. Not really wanted to go on without a flight track. Kamari got a decent run there at.
That's who we backed in
sorry?
it, wasn't it? Mandoob we backed in it, didn't we? I think
We backed in it, yeah. But I just thought without a fight got the run of the race that day, this is going to be very tactical. John Lepper, you can't really trust him. Ryan Moore was brilliant on him in that Ebor trial. I thought Thunderous had a chance. But look at the lay without a flight here, please, or without a fight, please, G-Rod. And we're gonna lay it at set our own odds. So we're gonna look to lay it at 2.12. So what we'll do, select, just tick down to 2.12, and we're gonna look to take 25 quid at the backer stake. And if the market hasn't moved, I think we might get matched there straight away. Are we matched straight away?
No,
It was 2-1-4. It's
there we
2-1-2.
go.
It's going over. It goes over to the backside, and we want someone to come in and lay a stat bet. So back it with us.
Okay, great stuff. All right, I think that's how I'd be looking at this as well, actually. Laying without a fight. You?
Yeah, I would. I would do a forecast.
Here we go. Only took 3 races.
You trifecta?
No, because Barry's on something there. Yeah, I agree that I'd probably lay without a fight. I like Thunderous in this. I've got to say, look, Thunderous has ran in some really good company, and I think most importantly goes really well at York. York's a funny track.
He won the weirdest Dante of all time, didn't he?
Yeah,
Because it was a COVID year.
it was weird, but I don't know. I mean, York's fantastic. I love the Knaves Mile, but it can be a funny track, and I don't know why.
Yeah, no one knows why.
No one knows why, and it does disrupt those results. And I would almost have Thunderous on top, followed by Without a Fight, followed by John Leaper. But I know you two are keen on John Leaper.
You've
but
put this
I
up
don't
as well, have you?
know. I don't-
Yeah, I like John
Oh,
Leaper.
yeah,
I
interesting.
know you do. I don't
If he
see
settles,
it.
he wins this, I think.
Yeah.
It's the key question for John Leaper.
I think these first two will go on. You know, they'll make a good pace. I know it's only 3 in it, but I think they'll both go.
Yeah, and do you know what I find really interesting about Thunderous as well, which I should say, is you don't often or always see a 44-day break with Team Johnston. They run their horses.
point.
Yeah, they're both vets. I mean, both qualified vets and pilots and intelligence. And they run them a lot.
Pilots?
Mark's pilot, flies his own plane.
Of course he is.
To all the race courses. But is that a positive, the 44-day break, or is it a negative? It could be 50-50.
Probably finding the races for horses like this as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it could be positive. But other people could argue, oh, you don't always see that. I wonder why 44-day break. But I don't know. I think getting this horse fresh on a track that we know he likes, he's running good company. Yes, it was a very bizarre Dante. But I don't know. I just thought, yeah, let's have Thunderous on top, because I think you'll get better prices if you do the straight forecast, as I say. And I think we can take Without a Fight on.
Franny, according to our website, Franny Orton, who rides Thunderous, is going for a 4th straight winner. Double at Carlisle on Thursday, and Soapy Stevens yesterday, of course.
Yeah, that was
dramatic race.
I was going to
wasn't it?
text Keels because we had Morge win, obviously.
Oh, Lord.
Soapy Stevens, and this
Keels
is what
with
we
that
were
one.
all going on about anyway at Ascot, but it's right horse, wrong day, you know. It's horse
Yeah.
racing, you know what I mean? It's horse racing, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a funny one, that Morge, wasn't it? Couldn't
Yeah.
give her away yesterday.
Yeah, funny,
One
really.
of the best backs horses
Yeah, I
in
thought the
week at
best horse
Ascot.
finished second in that race. There was no pace in the race.
Lazoo.
Yeah, no pace in the race. Morge got
I probably would
fairly
take her
easy
out of it.
lead.
She's tiny Morge as well, light frame filly.
I think that Lazoo probably wants 7 now as well, and it was
Could
6.
see Ray Dawson getting her.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people weren't happy with his ride, but
Did you not think that there was a case for the horse to be thrown out, Morge?
you obviously did.
I did, yeah.
I couldn't see it in your
Yeah,
face.
as
Were
they
you livid on course yesterday?
I wasn't livid, but as they passed the line, I said to my dad, who I was with yesterday, there's a good chance that will get thrown out.
Did Dad back it?
Morge. No, I backed it, obviously.
Clearly.
Maybe I was pocket talking, but yeah, I mean,
Mayland and Sea was disappointing in that, wasn't she?
Yeah, she pulled too hard.
We were looking for a Queen Mary boost, weren't we?
I
for
don't think
dramatised?
Frankie pressed the case too hard. I
He
didn't see the steward's inquiry. Obviously, I was on course, but I read the quotes, and apparently Frankie said I didn't have to stop riding. Now, is this a new trend? Because this happened with Ryan Moore at Royal Ascot as well, where jockeys they don't seem to press their case very strongly
Rab
in the
Havlin.
steward's inquiry now.
Yeah, last week
they
when
say,
Jim Oakes basically tried to do his mate a favour, Jim, didn't he?
Yeah, why?
Still cannot
It doesn't
believe
make any
that no one
sense
got
to
a ban
me.
for that.
If I was a top flight sportsman and I felt like I wanted to win a race, I'd go in there and argue to the death. And I'm sure old Lester Piggott would have done that.
Well, you think
Yeah.
about Leicester, don't you? Of course, but
Yeah, you
Ryan
do.
used to be pretty fearsome, I think, didn't he? In a Stewards.
What, Ryan Moore?
Yeah,
He don't say a word. He's
Don't you
like
remember that
quiet as a
famous one with
mouse.
Oshin when he basically said you're not very good?
Did he?
Yeah, he talked his way into keeping the result. I think.
Well,
yeah. Anyway, look.
Seems to be a
serious
modern
inquiries.
trend, anyway.
Are you a fan of the camera going in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why not?
I find them very dull.
Well, yeah.
They're very quiet, aren't they? Mr. Moore, Mr. Murphy.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing.
But they're not like doing it as a show, are they? It's a
Serious
it's a
business.
serious
Not
business.
said about
Yeah, it
stewarding.
is.
I
It's
think.
not like this show.
It's quite terrifying. I got called in once to Stuart's room because I was at Beverley and I was reading all the non-runners. And I accidentally called the one wrong non-runner, and it is terrifying going in there. I guess it was really scary.
I bet you
I was
were.
sweaty palms. I was so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, Mum. I didn't. I literally read it the wrong.
That would have been good to have a camera in there.
My face. Well, why did you give the wrong non-runner? I was like, because I read it. I read it wrong. Human error. Like, it's quite scary.
You got called into
Yeah,
the stewards
yeah.
for doing the MC in wrong.
Yeah. Only ever happened once. John Leaper's funny. I know it is.
Massive
I
drifter.
can't put his head down on
Why
the
is
floor.
he so big, John Leaper? I mean, he's such a keen horse barrier, isn't he? I know he's got. Look, if you look at the ratings here, he's about the right price because his level weights with a couple of horses rated in without a fight situation £6 superior. But we didn't see him to best effect last time, and they rode him hoping there was a bit of pace in the race. Richard Kingscote, interesting booking on this. He's a talented horse. He was a Derby
I
buzzer,
thought
wasn't
Moore
he?
Yeah.
was brilliant on him. I thought Ryan Moore was brilliant on him last day. You know, he ended up finishing second without a fight, but I think if he's rode more aggressively here, he's not going to. He won't finish in front without a fight. I thought, yeah, Tundras was the only one I could have really, and he hasn't won since he won the Dante here back in 2020. That was his last win. Tundras, would you believe?
That was such a weird Dante, as I said earlier. It was like after the Derby, wasn't it? Of course, when we had to mess around with the.
I'm just trying to find. I'll come back to you on that because I'm just trying to find what I wrote about the race. You know, because obviously I did the Racing Post ratings for that race last time out with John Leaper. And I have a feeling
it was
that
a good ride, I suppose. Quite a few people were slagging him because he sat way off the pace and he finished fast. You know what it's like.
I have a strong feeling that.
But he probably did do quite well to get him up. He's a tricky character.
I have a
He's
strong
named
feeling
after
that I wrote
Ed's dad,
something
isn't he?
like
John
He is.
Leaper?
It was
Great nickname.
Yeah, it was, and it was.
Leaper.
It was all the story, wasn't it?
Yeah. Of course, he's the best bred horse.
Yeah.
Few
on the
quid for him
planet.
now, would you believe? 9 into 7.8.
he's going to win, Barry.
So
that's
there is money for him now.
That's
Favourites
it.
out to 2.12. So he's 11 to 10 and bang on 6 to 4 Tundras.
I'll tell you
2.50.
what I wrote. This was my reaction straight after the race when I rated the race without a fight and John Leaper last time. Runner up to best form this season, but given too much to do.
So
was
you
what
were
I-
living at
So
the
I
right.
thought it was a poor ride.
Well, Barry said it was a good ride.
Barry thinks it was good.
I thought it was a great ride to
range
get
of
him as close
opinions.
as he did.
What are we
Yeah,
on?
which is
1
why we
minute
love this
away.
game so much, isn't it? Absolutely. And we're allowed to have opinions. You're allowed to disagree with each other. It's the whole point of it.
Exactly. And have respect for each other's opinions.
Correct. Do you know what, Barry? I spoke to Kevin Stott on Thursday. We had him on our What a Shout show, and he's having a break, isn't he, from Twitter?
I saw that. I saw
Yeah.
Megan post that. He's getting dogs abuse.
And I was thrilled for him when he won the first race at York yesterday, because I could tell when I was interviewing him, in hindsight afterwards, when that tweet was coming up, he was a bit guarded about it, to be honest, and we didn't go into it when we chatted about it. But I asked him for a couple of dark horses and things like that, and usually Kevin would give them to me. He didn't want to put the pressure on himself. It's not right, is it?
No.
Not right at all. So yeah, respect. That's what it's all about. Absolutely, Barry's quite right, and
Yeah, and yeah.
these jockeys go through a lot.
They do, and meant. Oh, right, we're off. Right.
Oh, right, finally. Here we
Okay.
go. Thunderous,
Oh,
not
Thunderous.
great away then, guys. In the 220 at York, but he's soon going to be in front, which I must admit, I thought without a fight would make the running here.
Well, that's the weird thing about this race, isn't it? There's only 3 in it, but 2 of them like to go forward.
That's why you
Thunderous
thought
and-
John Leaper might be suited.
I thought it might suit John Leaper.
He's settled all right.
Yeah, settled nicely, yeah.
Yeah, he has.
I'm quite hopeful with
Exactly what they did last day in the Ebor trial for John Leaper and Without a Flight. Without a Flight took a lead off Kamari, if you recall, and John Leaper stayed out the back.
Why do you call them lepers over there? He's a good leper.
Yeah, it's just another pronunciation for leap.
I do like it.
Left.
He's a good leper.
Yeah.
You know, I do. It's the best thing about the winter game, isn't it, when the Irish start talking about their favourite jump sources. Anyway, John Lepper is out the back, and I think he's settled beautifully.
Yeah, he has settled, but I don't think they're going very fast again, Dave. So I do think this is going to turn into a sprint up the straight, which might not be ideal again. Yeah,
the barriers, it's sort of as you were on the exchange so far as they turn in, isn't it?
Favourites evens. Thunderous, if anything, is just taking a little walk out of 2-1 from 6-4, and John Lepper is 6.0.
Okay, thanks. All right.
If we could just stay in this exact order, it'd be great.
He's dropped anchor, hasn't he, Franny?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. And he'd probably be very happy with that, wouldn't he?
This is a sedate pace. They're going 34 miles an hour. This is like a jump race.
I feel like I know, it just kind of feel like when are we going to...
When are they coming to first?
Well, it is a mile 6, you know, they've got quite a way to go.
Come on, I mean, usually they go
6
faster than this.
furlongs out, I think we are at the moment.
But it is difficult, it's like without a fight, you can see he's just leaning a bit, he's just getting a bit, come on, let me go.
Look at John Leeper, look, he's desperate to get it, he's desperate to get racing, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Kingscote on first time, he's been ridden by Ryan Moore 4 times his last 6 rides, John Leeper. I don't know, I'd be very happy if I was on Thunderous now, I think, because Franny can just dictate it, and he's winding it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Turning in.
Hope so.
Sure.
Where are they going to go? Down the middle?
He's actually slowing it down.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
The miles per hour.
He kind of sped up and then he slowed it down.
Never trust that clock.
No, coming off a bend, he might... Yeah, never trust that
Are we going to get a race in this race or not?
It'd be nice if they did start racing.
My horse could keep up with this.
Here they go. I think they're starting to race.
Now they're starting to race.
Here we go then. All right,
It's
for
gonna be a
Team
4 furlong
Floaters, without a
sprint.
fight, is in second.
Go on, the
and
leaper.
now coming, it looks like he's going to take the measure of Thunderous. At the moment, it looks like the old rival's going to have it. And if you're on without a fight, we must be going very short, isn't he? Yeah, he is. John Leeper, we know he stays
5-2 on.
5-2 on now. Everything else rowing around.
5's on.
Except for
come
the
on.
Fav. And it looks like he's going to do
I don't
it.
like today.
Oh, it's going to be,
John
there's
Leeper's
going to be a
coming.
fight on.
John Leeper's coming. Andrea Razzini now getting a bit more anxious, but he's just controlling this fine, isn't he? John Leeper just ducking in a little bit, isn't he?
He's got him.
Yeah, back to the drawing board with him. They pretty much run pound to pound to the previous York run, actually.
God.
Thunderous has just pulled up a bit sore there, I think. You watch that as he goes past the line. Yeah, he's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he's a bit
behind.
scratchy, isn't he?
Yeah.
We'll hope he is all right. Well done if you weighed in with the Fav. Just the 3. Easy game sometimes, this a lot of you will be thinking, isn't it? There we go. What was the Betfair SP then, Barry?
Betfair SP of 2.15. So nearly 5-4. John Lepper, the Betfair SP is 6.78 at the finish. But like you say, it's almost pound for pound for the Ebor trial that they ran in last month. Yeah, so expect a quote for the Ebor.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. What is it? About a month's time, isn't it?
He could win the Ebor, could he not? John Leeper?
Come on.
Off a strong
No,
pace?
he refused to win there again today.
No.
I
No
think he
way.
did, Barry.
No
I think
way.
he loved it a little bit.
I question his desire. I thought he hung away, ducked in behind, couldn't have him at all.
Yeah,
Be a layer of him every day.
I think you're right there. That project has vacated me. I just thought it might be the day with Smallfield and Pounce. I think he had every chance.
No.
I know what you mean. If they go a million miles an hour and he comes flying, he's not going to win the Ebor, is he?
clearly not gone
You
fast
think he's
enough.
mental?
I don't...
I'll leave it out, G-Rod, will you?
They've clearly
I'm not
not gone
respecting
fast
your
enough
opinion
for
on this
him.
one.
They've
No.
clearly not-
Disrespecting your
they've clearly-
opinion.
They've clearly gone too slowly, and he's ended up out the back in a slowly run race, and he's run to the pound as he did last
leave
time
it
out
out.
in a similar race, which was slowly run last
This is
time
how
out.
he looks at things.
Once he
This is
gets
how
a
looks at
fast
things.
pace, he'd be a different horse. No?
No.
He's not entered in the Ebor. He's in nothing.
Not in the Ebor. Where are they going to run him then?
There's a listed race that they used to win with Times Up. Do you remember that good stay they used to have?
He needs a pace, don't he?
There's at Newmarket. It's in
know,
September. That's where we'll go.
These fiddly little 6-5 runner races are no good for him, are they?
Well, listen, fair play to the Crisfords. Floatus yesterday in the feature race, of course, the 240, the Summer Stakes at York. She bounced back. They got the 3-year-old pattern win in her. We were billions, isn't
Has
she? as a
anyone
broodmare?
had a winner yet?
No.
Just a second.
No.
Well, I did. I have in that I've laid a loser.
Well, there you are. Yeah. This is very cold at the moment.
It's
You can't
really-
see it today, can you? There it is.
Hold on, I'll just
Slim
rephrase that. Has
pickings.
anyone had a winner yet?
No.
No, just a second.
Oh, it's starting
You can
to fire
win.
up.
I have, G-Rod. I don't know why you're disrespecting the exchange. I've laid a loser. That's a winner.
All we talked about is respect, and then the minute we said it, it's gone out the window.
I know.
Literally out the window. All right, let's hope you're enjoying it this afternoon. You can tell we're starting to buzz up a little bit here. We're going to get going soon. What are we? 3 races down. We've been on air for an hour, would you believe it? And
Have we?
Yeah, it flies when you're having fun, Natalie Green. It flies when you're having fun. Let's just quickly, we've got the 2:40 at Newmarket coming up, and is it nap time? Christophe Soumillon.
Yeah, well, I may as well, because it's probably one of my warmer fancies. Lassitude, but it's not the easiest of race, because I've got to admit, Jimi Hendrix seriously impressed me at Ascot.
He's getting £2 from our horse as well.
I mean, it was an impressive performance. I can't believe he even came third. Was he third in the end at Ascot?
Third.
It was a terrific performance, and
In the Britannia.
yeah, and I was kind of umming and ahhing, and I don't know, but then you don't switch. You always tell me don't switch.
Never switch.
Never switch. And Lasso, sorry, just had a hiccup. Really does interest me. Richard Hannon was a stouty horse, wasn't it? Yep. Caught by Warfront.
Yeah.
And that
Still strange on that one.
The most interesting thing for this, though, is the stable debut for Hannon was at Nottingham. Then let's look back to that Nottingham race, beaten by Secret State of Applebee's, that now a Royal Ascot King George winner.
Good, strong form, because
really
the Bahrain Trophy
form.
winner was second to him, wasn't he? Did you back that, by the way, Derville legend?
No, I didn't. I did
You
back
backed
it.
it
I
at
backed
Royal
it at
Ascot,
Royal
didn't you?
Ascot. I thought he was unlucky not to win.
Yeah.
You didn't keep the faith?
No, I didn't. No.
But I thought that form was very, very good. And then I was watching the replay last time at Doncaster, just 27 days ago, quite like that break, 27 days. 4 in a race, but...
I thought he had quite a bit in hand that day.
Yeah, and really made use of, that opening mark of 87. The thing about Lassadu, why I've come down on it over anything else, is the way it travels really smoothly, and I just think he'll go on improving, and I hope I get a winner now.
Well, I'm with you. There are a couple of progressive horses in this race. Nat mentions Jimi Hendrix. We're going to see the thesis form put to the test here, aren't we, for the Buckingham Palace. Bay of Honour, chasing a hat-trick for the boys in blue, Buick and Appleby. What does G-Rod like?
Yeah, I like Bay of Honour for Billy Buick and Charlie Appleby, isn't it? And he's obviously been flying along as usual. And last time at First, it was a very slowly run race, and he did remarkably well to come through and win. I think your last furlong, he looked like he was in trouble because somebody got first run on him, one of the main rivals.
A driving finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got up near the line. Front two put a lot of distance between themselves and the third, which off a slow pace is quite hard to do because obviously they're all finishing fast. So I thought that marked them both down as pretty useful. I think there'll be a better pace to go at here, and this horse might improve for a stronger gallop. Jimi Hendrix is obviously the danger. The Royal Ascot form I thought was obviously very strong. What do you make of this Royal Ascot 2 Newmarket? This is something that John Gosden mentioned himself. Uncle John on Thursday said he was a little bit worried about whether horses that run big at Royal Ascot coming back quickly at Newmarket, and then it was borne out with Inspiral yesterday.
Well, it's not. They're all different, though, aren't they? Because the aforementioned Bahrain Trophy winner had run big at Royal Ascot, hadn't he? So when he comes out and wins it,
very much depends on the horse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But Jimi Hendrix,
I thought she probably bounced a bit. She ran flat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
she was
so she left a lot on the track at Ascot.
I see you coming for Bay of Honour, and I think it's a very, very smart horse. I just thought at first it looked like it really wanted further.
What happened on its debut?
I just thought it looked like it wanted further.
Slowly away.
But it was a slowly run race.
Yeah, so it didn't...
It would have turned into a bit of a test of speed. So I think that it quickened up well enough there. Might be okay. We'll find out here. I was just worried about Jimi Hendrix. That was the one I was worried about because I think that is the best form in the race, the Ascot one.
And also Jimi Hendrix, I look back through my notes, was one of my eye-catching runs at Ascot. So you have to take, if you're going to make a note like that, you probably need to back yourself, don't you? You need to listen to why you put...
And this is probably a weaker race, isn't it? Than the
If
Ascot.
you've
he
been
was
missing
keen, he
puns
raced
today,
centre.
Carl Brooks comes on and says, Jimi Hendrix will be electric.
I love it.
In the next. My nap. Good luck, Carl, with that one.
We can all play the air guitar if he wins. He was the best guitarist in the world, to be fair, Jimi Hendrix.
Was he?
100%.
Oh, right.
I'm obsessed with Jimi Hendrix, like Purple
Evidently.
Haze, Voodoo Doll. Oh my God, play it in
Right.
my car, it's great.
All right, Rob Hornby.
Long fingers, you see. He had really long fingers, so he could just caress the guitar.
Okay. Okay, it's a long day, Nat. It's a long day, Nat. Don't complicate it. Rob Hornby. Great to see Rob get out to Group 1 yesterday. Second Group 1, of course, because he did it on Scope for Rafe, Ralph.
Poor Scope.
He's pretty good, isn't he?
Poor Scope, yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? Because now
Really sad,
Rafe is
that.
absolutely, that's it. Boom, yards picking up. Runners here left 20 to 1.
2-year-old.
winner. I mean, goodness me, and that it doesn't always happen with the first.
We're going to see Desert Crown versus Westover type
Yeah.
2, aren't we?
Yeah,
Like
he's.
a tasty race
You've got to
again.
listen. His stable's coming into form.
I thought it was a bit short. What price is Desert Crown at the moment on the sportsbook, Barry? Just bowling you a curveball there for the coming up King George.
The King George.
He's odds on.
Desert Crown 4 to 5.
4 to 5.
Woo!
Yeah, he's short, isn't he? Yeah.
And we think we're going to see Baid this month as well again, don't we? It looks like he is now going to go to the Sussex.
Yeah, another cakewalk, wasn't it?
On his way to the Arc.
On his way to the Arc. 50 to 1 ticket if you're wondering what that reference is from Barry. He's got from the start of the season.
There's Jimi Hendrix in pictures.
It tends to
nice
annoy
of that.
people when we talk about Baid for the Arc.
Does it?
I don't know why. It just does.
It winds them up,
It
doesn't
really
it?
does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Why?
You look. It's like
They say
you
there's
like that.
no chance he'll ever race over a mile and a half.
Yeah.
Son of Sea the Stars, race over a mile and a half. You'd be insane to do it.
Yeah, brother of Hookham, of course. All right, talking about the Arc, Greatest Ever Races is a lovely series we've been running here at the Racing Post over the last week. There it is, look. All you need to do, you can vote. All the biggest names in racing are doing so. Have you done so, Natalie Green?
Not yet. Will do.
I did say the biggest names in racing. Have your say for your... got her there. For your greatest race ever. Vote now, racingpost.com/greatest
Who
ever
picked these?
race.
Who picked,
Oh, G-Rod's
who
not
picked
happy.
these? Who picked these?
What? Oh, no.
He's not
Who
happy.
picked these?
What do you mean?
Well, the best race of all time is not on there.
Well, tell us what it is.
It's the 2007
Here
is
we
it?
go.
Gold Cup, won by Denman with Coulter Star.
Coulter, that
in
was.
second,
Neptune.
And Neptune.
Is that the
Cologne,
greatest
the
ever
Grand
race?
National
That
winner,
was-
in third.
Unbelievable.
How can that not be in the top 10?
Well, because there's so many races.
There's some weird ones in here.
Oh, you can tell this is the
1960
first time we've done this
The
segment with G-Rod.
1962 Grand Steeplechase to Paris Mandarin. Who wrote that?
Well, it was an old one. That was.
That is
That
pretty-
did come up, didn't it? Of course, that was Sir Mark Prescott's vote. That was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Christ.
Careful.
Got to be having a laugh.
Racing royalty there.
Well, I mean, obviously, that was 20 odd years before I was born.
Well, there you are.
So, you
Exactly.
know, it might well have been a great
You
race.
can have your say. It was Dawn Run for Barry. I went for Enable's 2019 King George. Was it 19?
Yeah. I'll be with you. That
So good, I can't
Demon
remember the year.
Porto.
Fantastic
that was-
Light against Galileo shouldn't be in there. I'm sorry. 2001 Irish Champion Stakes. Fantastic Light against Galileo.
That was a great race.
Really
That was a
good
great
race.
race. Frankie had his imperious best, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
brilliant.
remember that race.
And Mickey Joe.
Here's a good one. I tend to do this. I don't know about you out there, guys, and everyone on the panel. I tend to get the greatest horses wrong. So I went for Fame and Glory over See the Stars. That's
Yeah.
the classic one. It was like Brendan Duke when we had him during Cheltenham Week. He said about Honeysuckle, the lab brat. He kept getting stung because he kept trying to lay her.
Yeah.
I was like that with See the Stars. I'm gonna get him beat. I know I am. And Fame and Glory, very, very good horse. But he came up against him. And you tend to do them, you know, that's a horse I did it with as well. Great horses, I just get them wrong. Because I want to try and get
You
them
want
beat.
to try and get them beat.
that's
I haven't done it with Baid yet, actually.
But all good judges should get, you know, great horses should be looking for reasons to take them on. You know, there's no point if you're if you're looking for value. You know, you're always going to be looking to take on Frankel, aren't you? And also because he's going to make the market for a bet against him.
I mucked up Altior a few times, thinking, God, this can't
Altior's a
continue
good one.
because
bucks.
jumping as well, all the much more risk involved. He thought, right, I mean, I'm absolutely obsessed with Altior, but when he kept on winning, I thought, no, get him beat today, no, didn't happen
Hurricane
for
5 was
14
one I
times.
got right, in fairness.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh God, what a horse!
I knew.
My God.
Forheen was what I got right.
Istabrack.
Look,
Oh.
brilliant memories. You can go and vote now for your greatest ever race on the website. If you're not a member, by the way, there's a members club
you
offer
have
out
to
there.
pick one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just choose
I
your
can't
own.
just
do you?
say Denman and Coulter Star.
Well,
Oh, that wasn't.
I like that though. It's a good shout, but
It was
there's only
terrific.
so much, page width, isn't there? Really, so
Yeah, there's some
I'm not sure who wrote it
there's some
actually. But very
controversial
good job,
choices
whoever
on
did.
there.
Don't worry about it. The members club option, of course, you've got out there. New customers can give the members club a try because you get 50% off your first 3 months, basically. Unrivaled, unparalleled
Are
access.
we doing the exchange play here?
Absolutely. Is it not on yet?
They're still in the paddock, aren't they?
Still on the paddock.
Are they?
No, they're going down.
Are they going down? Are they?
G-Rod, it's Be Lucky My Son. He's 2 from 3 this season. He's a horse that's slowly creeping up the weights because he just does enough, but he's as tough as old boots. He's really, really game sort of horse, this. And he squeezes in at the bottom of the handicap, Be Lucky My Son, with John Egan in the plate. So we're going to have 25 quid win at 23, what he's trading at the moment, at 24. And then we're going to have 25 quid in the 3 place market, where he's currently around a 7-2 chance.
John Egan.
Yeah, and Beckett's horses are flying as well, which is a big plus. But he's won on firm ground in Bath last day. It didn't really inconvenience him. But, I think he's a horse that's definitely, he's up to this.
Interesting. Big price, isn't he?
Big price. Was around a 6-1 chance on Thursday when this race was first priced up.
Wow.
6-8-1, around that mark. So what we saw in our opener today, to not let the drift put you off.
Yeah, they do win, contrary to popular belief. And you're right, because our spotlights have put him in at 7-1 as well. Who did the tissue for that? Steve Boo. Who's gone for Lassadude Nap with Natalie Green.
Yes, come on.
Good judges, Stevie. Lawful Command will try and take him on, won't he? I think up front, he's also nice to get on with. He's got some form with Spin Around, of course.
I was just looking at Spin Around now, actually.
What do you make of it?
I was trying to say something interesting.
Can't find it.
I can't find anything particularly interesting.
Jockey taking off the 5 would be good for him, I think.
Yeah, and what a jockey.
Obviously, just you forgive a horse of bad running one of those big.
I agree. That's what I'm just reading there. Yeah.
He, of course, was behind Jimi
Listen.
Hendrix.
Yes. Just looking at that actually, because it is interesting. I mean, to be fair, on the bones, there's like Barry's put up a brilliant price there, but it is actually an interesting race, isn't it? The more you look into this, we can.
Could we see
pick
a
the
Cambridgeshire horse in this? Do you think? Was this the Bade won on this weekend last year? Didn't he? He did. He won at Newmarket before. Then he went to Cooper, didn't he? And really showed his true colours. He did. It wasn't this race, I don't think. I think it was on the Thursday.
Yeah, we could have some. I mean, we should really talk about New Kingdom as well. I mean, look, this gelding operation needs to have its effect, doesn't it? But Charlie Godolphin, Debawi. I mean, you can see here if things start.
I just wonder whether a mark of 100 for him might be a bit sticky.
Bit sticky.
He's got to prove he's up to it. It was Maydown where we gave him a Racing Post rating of 102. Apart from that, he's only run 2. He's been gelded, of course.
Yeah.
Have they got the tongue tie on? They haven't, have they? Which is interesting. Has he got tongue tie on him? No, he's got a hood on him, hasn't he?
I've got a hood.
Yeah, so wore tongue tie last time. He's been gelded. But what I love about Godolphin with these second strings, you can back him, can't you? Because James is such a good rider.
Yeah.
They're always very, very good horses, and you tend to get the value when
they're actually
when James is on it.
More profitable to back at the Newmarket July course under Doyle than they are under Buick, because the market likes Buick so much.
I'm hearing about a Melbourne Cup quote, Barry, for Without a Fight, who won our last race at York.
Yeah, 25-1.
He'd be interesting in that. Don't you think?
I do.
Ever been to a Melbourne Cup?
No.
Have you, Dave?
No.
I might have done, Barry.
Barry,
I've never spoken
Barry,
about
do you
it
know
on here before.
Barry, do you know Dave's been to Australia?
I have been to
Oh,
Australia.
was he really?
I have.
Were you in Australia,
He's
Dave?
been.
Listen, if we've got some time in between the races, if you'd like me to tell you the story, I'm happy to do it.
I've been to Australia. So
Again.
you know me and you have travelled like a lot. I've travelled loads, and I always miss the big races. Does that make sense? I never time
so you've
it.
been to Australia, not in November?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Been to Paris. Not,
No, never been to Narc?
No, never been to.
We'll do that, will we?
I'm desperate. I actually want the place I really want to go is the Pardubice.
Oh yeah.
That's on my bucket list.
That's madness, isn't it?
Ah, lovely.
Did you read Patrick's piece that he did for us when he went to the Pardubice? Patrick Mullins, it was great.
Oh, yeah. I follow Tom Garner. I follow Tom Garner going there a bit.
Yeah,
I really want to go.
Pardubice.
Really want to go
It's
to
supposed to be a
Pardubice.
great trip, that, by the way.
Let's go.
Favourite foreign races.
Got
This is the
one
question.
to go.
Right, who's left
Right.
to go in? All
my one
Bay
to
of
go.
Honour?
Bay of Honour.
Lassadude is in, nice and low. Yeah, Bay of Honour. Then good luck, Ruby, playing in the 240. Despite the fact we've got 11 races, I'll tell you what, we have a bit of time between the races. Oh,
Yeah.
Is it going to speed up soon at some point, do you think?
And they're off.
Right.
Off they go. Jimi Hendrix got a bump coming out of the
missed it,
stalls
Jimmy.
if you're on the faff. That wasn't ideal.
wasn't electric.
Be lucky, my son, up there. Lawful Command. As I said, he's awesome. Does like to get on with it. Louis Stewart, just about leading them at the moment. Bay of Honour, a tad fresh. Not so bad as Be Lucky, my son. He's a bit better now, though. Positive impact. Jamie Spencer. When you see Spence up front, you can guarantee that the clock's going to start going down a bit,
I
can't you?
don't think they're going very fast. are
They're
they,
not
Dave?
going
that-
very
So
fast.
who's that leaping around?
Be
Where's-
lucky, my son, in the
Yeah.
white hat,
Yeah.
pulling the arms out of John Egan.
He's got to come from last to first,
Be
then,
lucky,
Jimi
my
Hendrix.
son.
Yeah, he's got a lot on Jimi Hendrix.
He has
hasn't
got a lot on. They haven't really been doing it. Lassadou's gone back as well. I'm not happy with that.
No, I'm not happy
What's
with
Super
that.
Sumi doing?
He's
What's
very
going
strong
on?
though in the market.
Is he?
Isn't he?
What, Lassadou?
He looks
Jimi Hendrix.
fine.
Yeah.
Is he?
They've got about 3 lengths between the pack at the moment, Barry. We're about
tight
3
race.
furlongs out. Who do they like?
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix 3.5, 5.8 Lassoud, 5 New Kingdom, 5.6 Lawful Command.
Okay.
Come on,
All right.
Billy,
I
get
think
it
he's
going
trouble
out
here,
there.
you know.
Yeah, Katsumi on now starting to realise he's got a race to ride.
Come on,
could be
Billy.
interesting.
Bay of Honour on the far side. Jimi Hendrix looks flat, doesn't he? He's not on song
Come on,
today,
Billy.
guys. He's hanging a bit as well.
Yeah, he is.
That's another horse that's not,
Oh, it's not
that's
picking
not going
up.
to fire. He's coming. He's getting. He's a bit too. Is he going to come?
Come on.
There's a decibel that I've
What's
never
this?
reached before. All right, at the moment it's Spencer from the front. This will be a made virtually all if he carries on.
Yeah.
Don't have to see that next to
Here
Spence.
comes
do you?
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix is now
Oh,
coming.
my-
The class is riding.
He's
going
gonna
to
get there, I think,
isn't he?
Dave.
Oh, he's lugging in a little bit. Look, Spencer's
Oh, it's a
trying
close
desperately
one.
now
He's
to
going to
not
get there.
pass the
Jimi
gap on the line.
Hendrix. Just going to get there.
Oh,
Just got there.
last gasp. Rob Hornby made all yesterday in the Falmouth Stakes to get another Group 1. This time, from last to first, Barry, how high did he go in the run?
Yeah, well, he's 101 in the photo, so obviously they haven't called the official result yet, have they? But
He's got up.
hunters don't seem to think there's any doubt that he's up. Be lucky, my son. The runner-up Positive Impact hit a low in running of 103, so 33 to 1 on for Positive Impact.
Wow.
Jamie Spencer, he's won everywhere bar on the line,
Yeah.
hasn't he? He's given him a great ride, Spencer, there from the front. But he's hit a low of 103 and a high for the winner. Jimi Hendrix hit a high of 36 in running for Jimi Hendrix
There you
for
go.
£3. Yeah, Betfair SP at 3.55, your winner.
Thanks, Barry. Positive Impact, of course, was the horse that went off 66 to 1 on at Brighton in a match
Yeah.
last time. I actually had to write about that for the analysis department.
Did you? What'd you write?
Not a lot.
Did the
Not
win?
a lot, but I said he might make his mark in handicap company, but I didn't think he'd run that well, I must say.
Positive Impact was actually the horse that finished
Watch
second
him
to
here
Bay
in the
of
final
Honour.
furlong. Look at Spencer leaning across. They're all doing it at the moment.
What?
And I don't
He's
know
trying to
how I
take-
feel about it,
You
really.
think
What?
that he's trying
Trying
to intimidate the other horse?
Get them off.
It's exactly what
We've
they're
got the
trying
head
to do.
on
do you mean
now.
with
Got
the-
the head. It happens everywhere. And I'm
Yeah.
not, I don't want to call out Spence for it. 'Cause
Well, he's
they-
not the only one, is he?
If you, let's put it this way: if you're on Positive Impact, you're thrilled that he's done that because
Yeah.
if he'd have gone first past the post, you'd be like, oh, well done, Spence, you know.
Yeah.
But it can cause a few problems.
To be
as we've seen
fair,
over
he
the
has
last
got
couple of
his
weeks.
whip in the right hand, Dave. So.
Yes, he has. But watch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
No, yeah, he does. He does
I
make
see
a
it
move.
all the time.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Actually,
Just try and carry them out
He
a
has.
little bit.
Now
Oh,
shall
yes.
not pass, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It switches whip to Dan Walsh says in the
Yeah,
calendar.
you're right. Actually, Dave.
They finished in a heap behind, which means they went no pace
I
whatsoever.
reckon
But
he'll
it's a
get.
strong race.
I
that,
reckon
think.
he'll get a ban there, Spencer. He'll get a ban for that, or he should do.
Get a couple of
Because
days.
he
made
switched
well.
his whip and taken the
But if
winner
Jim
right
Crowley
the way to
doesn't
the
get a
stand
ban for
side.
last week. Let's not try and predict bans.
Jim Crowley didn't get a ban, did he? No.
It's unbelievable, isn't
Yeah.
it? And I don't want to call Jim out.
Well,
to
of
somebody
course,
for that,
you know.
but strange stewarding at the moment in this country.
Yeah.
And he has. He's tried to stop the fad from going past. So well done, Rob Hornby. He didn't panic, did he? He got in
No.
there. And the thesis form is boosted.
Yeah,
You're starting to become a little bit angry now. I can tell because he's not had that winner on the board yet.
Livid.
Livid's a word.
Yeah.
Quite pleasing to see, isn't it? I haven't had one yet, but I'm not livid because I know there's a lot of chances coming up, and I haven't.
I know, but I
been
really
that strong
convinced
yet.
myself, Dave, though. I really talk myself. I really believe in. I really believe in what I pick, and when it doesn't happen, I just get so deflated because I can't understand
Sitting
why.
over here at the moment is the trophy.
I mean, we can make excuses for Thunderous, but I've only had a second. But I'm going to shake it off.
That's it.
only had
Positive
4
impact
races,
we
haven't we?
need. All
Move
right.
on.
So I think that chat we're hearing might be going to Goodwood next, Barry, for the Golden Mile, the biggest draw race in the calendar, bar the Chester Cup, I think. Is there any quotes coming for that?
Yeah, he's 10 from 14 for that. We've already had Eileen Dove 16 from 33 for the same race today.
Ooh, some Goodwood pointers. Happy days. Thanks, Barry, for that. Yes, the horse that went off at favourite last year, do you remember? Ran dreadfully, I think. You need to be low in the Golden Mile on the Friday at Glorious Goodwood. Basically, there's about 25 runners, and you want to be in the. You certainly got to be in the top 10. I mean, horses can do it from out there, but it's a very, very valuable handicap. And Jimi Hendrix, we think, might be going there. Jimmy. And you didn't tip him. You said you were obsessed with Hendrix. You weren't sure about the Ascot.
That's why
thing,
I'm
I said in the
ultra
run, I think he's left it behind at Ascot. So really surprising to see him win. Good stuff then. All right, Fab's going in. It was nearly a quick double for the Christophers there, wasn't it, with Positive Impact? But it's a quick double for the favourites, that's for sure. Where are we going
Are we going
next?
to Ascot? 3 o'clock?
I think it is Ascot, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the first of my 3 strong fancies out of my 11.
Wow.
Like
And
it.
you've picked a hell of a race to do it in. It's 5 furlongs. Let's go to Barry first, and you can tell us. Tab D's been favourite, I think, since the market went up, Barry.
Yeah, it certainly has, and currently trading at 9.4. Tab Deed, quality 12.5, 12 burning cash. A great name for a horse. Lovely man at 13.5, 13 Tone de Baron. Alligator Rally is 15, Bond Chairman 15. That's what I like in a G-Rod. Bond Chairman plays at 15. We're going to have 25 quid win on Bond Chairman. Just a win only bet we're going to have here as well. It is 5 places to each way punters on the sports book, but Bond Chairman, didn't see him until the Palace of Holyrood Stakes. He was only beaten a length in fourth there that day. I thought that was a really, really promising run for his first run this season, and I think he should be able to build on that in what's a really, really competitive race. So Bond Chairman for me, 25 quid, win only on the exchange at 15.
I'm with you, Barry. I think, I'm with you. He was a good 2-year-old, wasn't he? He was 4th in the Windsor Castle, you remember. And then they stretched him out, actually, at the July meeting, I seem to remember, over 6 furlongs, and it all went a bit wrong. That was behind Chipotle that day. It was a good run. He just likes Ascot, is where I'm going with that.
Chipotle. It was such a funny name, wasn't it? Chipotle.
Chipotle. I think it is Chipotle.
I'm sure
isn't it?
Francesca Kwani got it right, because she's so good at pronunciations, but I can't remember what she said.
Pronunciations, yeah. Well, this is a horse that needs to back up from Ascot, but you would think he is fully entitled to do that. So I'm with this all the way. I mean, that form got a knock yesterday when Peggy Sue, who was ahead of him, didn't turn up at York when it ran last time. But again, coming back, this could be a classic case of a horse that lost his way at 3, I think. As a 2-year-old, sorry. And is coming back now. But you are strong on one, so I'm going to give you the floor.
Yeah, very strong on Mountain Peak. I fully expect that trophy to be heading in this direction.
I hovered over Mountain Peak, and I was surprised how quick he went last time at Epsom.
He has got an absolutely massive chance. Last time out at Epsom, he ran a really, really good time behind T-Spirit. And T-Spirit obviously came out and ran well at the Curragh next time and wasn't beaten far yesterday after going off too fast.
Yeah, he's a front runner, isn't he?
At Newmarket. Now, Mountain Peak come from a lot further back than T-Spirit in the dash. He pulled clear of the 3rd. Over 5 furlongs, which suggests that that's pretty strong form in order to come clear over such a short trip. Epsom is not Mountain Peak's track. His highest racing post ratings: Newbury, Ascot, Haydock, Doncaster, Ascot. So 3 of his top 7 racing post ratings have come over course and distance.
Yeah.
Ascot, Doncaster, Haydock, Ascot, and Newbury are 6 of his top 7 racing post ratings. They are all galloping tracks, just like Ascot. So Epsom, an undulating track, really quick track, wouldn't have suited him.
I was surprised how much pace he showed, as I said that day.
He's done incredibly well to finish 2nd in that race.
He's not going to want to go like that here, is he? He's going to want to hold on to him again.
He's got fast ground. All of his best forms on fast ground. They're going to go. They're going to go quick here, and he's got a massive chance. I'll be massively disappointed if he isn't in the places at the very least. I think he should definitely be favourite, Mountain Peak. He's got the best recent form in the race. Very strong on him.
There you go. All right, you promised us some strong ones.
To see him now.
Tom the Pond Marquand of Ed Walker, who says in the Racing Post this morning, if you're on your members club section, you'd have seen this quote. He's won twice at Ascot before, backing up what G-Rod says. And he finished 2nd in this race in 2020. Although he's on a career high mark, he's been in flying form this season, went heartbreakingly close in the dash at Epsom last time. So there you go. All right. A big, strong one there. Now, you're trying to get off the cold list.
I'm desperately trying to get off the cold list. And my little notes here, I've got Paul Midgley knows a thing or two about sprinters.
Doesn't he?
Which he does. And so I always try not to ignore Paul Midgley, but it's not been to Ascot before. It's a negative for me, this horse, Burning Cash. That's what I'm doing today. Burning cash. Set fire to
Dan Walsh is strong on this in the studio, one of our producers.
burning cash.
Burning cash.
That's what I'm doing today.
Except with a
I
nervous
am
laugh.
literally chucking it away. Tabdeed obviously ran badly in the Woking, but we know he was badly hampered not far after the start, so that wasn't ideal. So I've come down on Lovely Mana for George Bowie, excellent young trainer who we do talk
Excellent
about
young
quite
trainer.
a bit, but he's brilliant, isn't he? The only thing I would say about Lovely Mana is I'm not criticising, but she's been busy 10 races already. But then then I contradict myself because I think she's been busy with the 10 races this year, but when these fillies and mares when they're going well, then it's very important to keep them going and make hay when the sun shines. So I know it's slightly contradictory, but I thought the story was quite fascinating. Owned by Steve Bradley, who has all those horses with Richard Fahey, the Riddler,
Yes.
Wotton's Son,
Yeah.
White Willow, something like that. And this is the only horse is it White Willow? Anyway, this is the only horse he's got with George Bowie. And I think George had said actually he was going to go in some sort of selling race, sales race, but no, give me a chance. And to be fair, he's been right, hasn't he? Like, she's now just starting to show a little bit. She's won her last 2. So she is seeking a hat-trick. We all know that doesn't always happen. But Safi Osborne on board as well, taking off those 3. She's 8 stone 12.
She rides
rated
Ascot's great track
95.
really well, actually.
Safi rides well. I just thought, if you're not, if you don't want to go in, 14.5, just each way. Sure. I hope Lovely Mana hits the frame. I'm going to be very disappointed if she doesn't hit the frame.
Drawn in stall 12, so nearer the stand side. I'm looking for some pace on the pace map I can see around.
Yes.
She sort of can get on with it herself, can't she? But you're expecting maybe Digital in stall 4, so that's over the other side of her. It will suit Zarzini. I can't believe that Mountain Pete's going to do what he did at Epsom last time. All right, we've spoken. No one fancies Tabdeed. Me and you, Bond chairman then, Barry, since we've spoken, what position is he on the exchange?
Yeah, he's 16 on the exchange. Tabdeed's strong at 8.8, 12, Equality, Burning Cash 13, 12. Tone de Baron has come in for some support. Get Ahead, Liam Canary's horse, that's some money for that as well. That's into 14. So obviously it's a heritage handicap, and there's plenty going on. 5 places each way punters on the sportsbook, and you can have up to 7 places on the exchange place markets.
Lovely. All right. You would want to be taking advantage of that. 50 grand to the winner. Heritage handicap, indeed it is. One of a series that now start kicking off at Ascot until the end of the season there on Champions Day. The Commander comes back. Hot enough from the press of Carol Ann, of course, is winner there. And what do you say? Blimey.
Do you want me to read it for you?
Yes, please.
Blimey. Graeme is convinced. I'll chuck a few bob each way on Mountain Peak because when Rodders is sure, we should take notice.
You started badly there, but you
did I?
finished strongly.
I couldn't see very well either.
It was like one of those auditions where people come in and go, "Ooh, that's not going to work," and then
Their auto cue is not very good.
The Commander. All right, so you were strong.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to get a tick from the Commander. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we tease?
He's already had the
You're
winner.
going to sit in this seat soon, aren't you?
Yeah, but you're irreplaceable, Dave. It's only because you need a holiday and you deserve a holiday.
That's true.
We all deserve.
You do, Dave. You
need
do.
a holiday.
You need a holiday. But I'm going to sit in that seat. But don't worry, folks. Only for a brief
It's
time.
exciting, isn't it?
It's exciting.
You'll be brilliant. And G-Rob will be holding your hand.
Yeah,
we
we can hold hands during the show. Help!
We've got a great,
Well, the
great
worst thing is-
lineup at Glorious Goodwood for everyone. If it all,
Well,
if
apart
it-
from that
if
fella
everyone stays
Melrose,
healthy. Melrose.
Melrose.
It's you, Melrose, and Barry and Nat on the first
Yeah,
day of Glorious
yeah.
Goodwood.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's gonna be
Don't
brilliant.
worry, I'll be back during the week. It's not like
Yeah,
I'm
don't
going away
worry.
for the whole week.
The
You're
ship
all right.
will start to sing. Where's Dave?
We're going to give you the Friday off, and then you're going to come back on the Saturday, aren't you? So
Yeah, I might not have the Thursday off. I know.
No.
Okay.
No.
Is anyone going to
It's all
Goodwood?
changed.
No.
No.
I might go on the Friday.
No, I'm in Italy. Yeah.
Barry, you must be going to Goodwood, or you're in Galway, are you?
I am, yeah. I'm doing 2 days in Goodwood, yeah.
Goodwood.
I think Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 days.
What do we make of the glorious festival?
I think
Keith can't stand it, Melrose.
some
He called it a
people's-
dog track to me the other day.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think it's some people's highlight on the calendar.
Lovely. I love it there.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Great.
Quite a tricky track to get to, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's lovely, isn't it? It's beautiful there.
God's racecourse when
Yeah.
its sun goes down. I
They-
was told it years and years ago.
I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people say as well with the travelling running nowadays. I think
It's great fun. It's amazing. The racing is brilliant.
a lot of
Group 1
time the
every
best
day.
horse wins, I think. Oh, it's beautiful.
You want to see
And
Trushan there?
the long-term forecast is glorious sunshine, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
So-
We are looking quite warm.
Not a lot of rain in the sky out there, guys, at the moment, is there? It's proper hot over here. If you're watching from Ireland, I'm not sure how you are at the moment. We'll get a word on Barry after I see Frizzy Red has joined the party again. Frizzy, good to have you back on. I thought Stone of Destiny ran one in the dash. Yeah, he's a nightmare, this horse for me.
He is,
He
isn't
creeps
he?
in at the bottom of the weights here. Worth a go at a nice price. It's the sort of race he could pop up in, Frizzy. I'll make you right. He was disappointing, wasn't he, when he went to, was it not the chip chase, was it? What did he go for? It would have been that talent back on his day. Oh yeah, City. He was dreadful in blinkers last time.
The dash,
Fourth
was,
Park
I
Cup.
think the dash was kind of his day. He was trained for that race.
The more
wasn't
trouble he finds, the more impressive he looks, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
he? He's a funny horse,
Yeah.
Stone of Destiny. He's got loads of
Right.
ability, but
Galway coming up then, Barry, as well. Lots said about the accommodation and things like that over there, isn't there? It's going to be absolutely manic at Ballybrit, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they're expecting big crowds. They generally do. It's funny, Galway, because it's a 7-day festival. You get early in the week, you get a different crowd to midweek, and then it's a bank holiday weekend as well, and that crowd comes in on the Friday. So it's almost 3 different kind of tribes of people. It's very few that do the full week in Galway now, not only financially, but take some getting that trip for your liver as well. You know, it's a
Amen.
great city. There's a lot of fun to be had in it, some great restaurants. So,
Yeah.
3 different sort of groups of people tend to go to Ballybrit for the races now.
And it can chuck down over there, can't it?
Oh, it can fairly rain on the west coast of Ireland. Yeah, you better believe it. I remember one year I was at Galway and there was a torrential downpour one evening, and then lightning struck the conductor that's in the middle of the race course, you know, that the wires run on. Yeah, it was almost biblical. It was mental. It can get very wet out there.
Yeah, it can, of course. We've got the plate and the hurdle, extremely valuable races. One of the first ever systems I ever had in racing when I was young, backweld in the first race at the Galway Festival.
Oh, really?
And it worked out rather well. funnily enough. I think he won it 8 years in a row.
I
or
would.
something crazy.
I'm not saying it because Barry's Irish, but I would love to do more Irish racing. You know, it's just travel. I mean, it took me 4 hours to get to London today. You know, that's what puts me off. But when I went to Punchestown, oh God, I loved it.
4 hours?
Yeah, and for trains, an hour and a half.
Where can you fly to in 4 hours? Turkey?
Two trains were cancelled. Then couldn't get a taxi. I was in pretty bad mood.
it
But
might actually be easier for you to go to Leopardstown from where you are, mate.
4 hours to get here. But I would love to do more Irish racing. I really would.
Yeah, and they cancelled your train on the way back, I see.
Oh, they cancelled my train home as well.
Have they?
Yeah,
Oh dear.
joy.
Orcs. Yeah, a lot of cancellations going on, aren't there? Let's hope that you are basically loving the show today, because we've got an hour left pretty much
That it?
until the July Cup. And this is a little taste of the sprinters coming up, isn't it? Are you with Tab Deed? Are you with Equality? He's strong in the market, isn't he?
Who?
Quality.
Equality.
Yeah.
I thought he's shown his hand a bit.
No, he's out to 15 now. The Burning
he?
Cash is the one they want to be with. 8.8, really, really strong now. That looks like it'll go off favour.
For Ryan Sexton claiming 5. Stall 13.
Get ahead into 11.5. He's strong as well.
Okay, all right. And Tone the Brown you mentioned as well, coming with some support. Marco Chiani, course and distance winner. It was a good run behind Lovely Mana last time. It looked like... whenever I see a Stuart Williams horse attracting money in a big handicap, it's fair to say you sit up and take notice, don't you? But myself and Barry on Bond Chairman to remind you, Graeme Rodway very keen on Mountain Peak. So much so, look at him. Look at you watching
Yeah,
him going
I'm
in
very
there.
excited about this. I hope that it's not going to blow out entirely. I've had a good bet
And
each
Lovely
way.
Manor for our lovely Nat Green.
Excited for you too.
Yeah.
Let's get Mountain Peak and My Lovely Mana.
Forecast time.
Come on.
A head bobber.
Come on, let's do this.
You love a 5 furlong race at Ascot, don't you?
So do I.
Yeah.
There's
So
always big
exciting.
fields.
So do I, absolutely. And because you see so many strong travellers, don't you, at Ascot? It's
They've got a
beautiful
proper
watching the
pace.
sprinters
It
go
takes
there.
them getting.
Who wins the July Cup, guys? Will it be Super Sumi, who's coming over for the ride on the Commonwealth Cup winner, Perfect Power? Will it go down under to Artorias, the China Racing Club? Will it
No.
be something further afield? No? All right. All right, okay.
Gonna keep this at home.
We're going to keep it at home. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm against Arturia.
Lovely Mana. Oh, she does look lovely. She's one of the last to go in.
Danzino. Lovely Danzino.
How many have we got left, Dave?
Last week, of course, Mick Appleby got his group winner, didn't he? And Marcel.
3.
Yeah, I think good that was.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Really good.
The wrong horse won, didn't it? What was the horse that finished?
Midbye should have won,
Midbye
shouldn't
should
it?
have
Yeah,
won,
I was on that.
Yeah.
That's a big horse, isn't it? Number 18 for a 5 furlong sprinter.
Tab D's a bit of a
Massive.
monkey, but Holly and Archie Watson are keeping the faith, aren't
Doesn't
they?
win very often, but
No.
look.
Oh,
Totally blew out the Raw meeting, but it's too bad to be
Who
true.
was
He's
that?
just about going to go off Favia
think
then.
it was Stoner
All right, spread across the track they are. How many runners have we got here in total? 20, just a 20.
Oh my goodness. Come on, let's get
Going
going.
on
Some of
now?
them are getting upset. They're
Zarzini.
getting someone's rear
Oh,
end.
dear.
Zarzini, yeah.
Zarzini, this is the problem.
Frustrating horse, Zarzini.
Yeah, and they're off.
Right,
at
they're
last.
off.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Oh, Bargy against
Got a flyer.
Zarzini.
What
there.
was the bargy?
Zarzini got a bump.
Tab
Bargy,
D wasn't
bargy.
great either, was it, away?
No.
Looking for Mountain Peak,
He's
G.
in front.
You find yourself in front.
Yeah.
They don't make all in, do they?
Yeah, they do over 5 furlongs. Yeah, that's where you want to be, Dave. But he does look a bit keen in front. Oh, Tom the Pom, he's trying to keep a hold of Mountain
Yeah,
Peak.
absolutely.
My
is.
lovely
He's
Mark.
going
Towards
for
the
that
centre
stands
rail.
rail.
My lovely Mana's
Bond
good.
Chairman for myself and Barry, right up there in the centre. Digital on the far side, leading 4 there with Alligator Alley. Burning Cash, looking for that one. That was the one, another punt. He's coming now on the inside with Tony
Yeah,
the
not
Bro.
messing around.
Come
Come on, Tom the Pom.
Mana. Come
Liam
on, my
Canary
Mana.
travels on Get Ahead. Bond Chairman, doesn't look like it's going to be his day today.
Oh.
He's bounced a little bit, I think.
Hanging my one.
Where's
Giro,
Lovely
we're both
Mana?
there, next to it. Well,
Come on,
Tom
Graham.
in the middle there.
I'll tell you what, Graham Lee has found, every time I'm calling something today.
Go on,
Bond
Tom.
Chairman.
Come on, lovely
Go on,
Mana.
Tom.
Go
Go
on,
on, my
between us.
son.
Oh, it's between. Oh,
Go on,
no,
Tom.
his head, it doesn't look good. Oh,
Go
no,
on,
Tom.
Tom.
Giro,
He's done
I'm
it.
excited for
Yeah,
you.
he's going to get there.
Come on, go on.
Yeah, he got there, didn't he?
I don't think
He's
so.
won, hasn't he?
So much so that Nat Green nearly had a heart
They were
attack.
the stand side, and
It
they were the
looks
stand
like-
side big time.
We're watching the Bob. It's between Barry and
Oh,
me.
gee, I'm not
and
sure.
G-Rod.
Yeah, he's got there,
He
Dave.
has. Well done,
Yay.
G-Rod.
Yay! See?
Gamble man did for G-Rod. The arms are up. What are we
Give me the
shaking?
cup.
Yeah, the
He's
cup,
shaking
thank
the
you. Yeah, can I have the cup?
Way!
Oh, that makes you pig
There's still a
sick,
long way to
Barry,
go, but
doesn't it?
we're off.
We've come off a short head to the man who made a very, very strong case for Mountain
I'm
Peak.
pleased for you, G-Rod. Honestly, I am.
Yeah, we hit a low
Good
of
on you.
1.13.
Where was my lovely
I'm
Mana?
not
Was she
looking
third?
pleased from 1.13.
Look at the
13
face.
to 2 on trade at a low in running.
Oh dear, but we had loads of places, Barry, didn't he, on the sports, but loads of people to back Bond Chairman. He looked beaten to me, Bond Chairman. He's come back again. Good
No,
ride.
I don't think he ever looked beaten.
Oh, I
I don't
thought
think
he
he ever
did.
looked beaten, but the winner was always one that was catching my eye. He was getting a good run up the stand side,
Yeah.
and
Got me out of
he was
trouble.
one that if you thought Bond Chairman was going to get done, that was the one that was going to do him. And yeah, unfortunately, it was. Move on.
Unfortunately for us, Barry. But of course,
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
going to
God.
be tricky now the rest of the show, isn't he?
Sweaty palms I've got.
Was that not the nap? Was it the
No,
nap?
no, that wasn't the nap.
No, the naps.
The nap's
not
still to come.
Hey,
The nap.
who was with G-Rod out there? Let us know. Stand side. He's having a good look at the crowd, isn't he? We're watching him in the final 2 furlongs now. He's got his head to one side all the way. Take a picture, he's saying. Right on that stands rail, which is where they've migrated. If you were drawn on the far side like a quality and horses like that, zero chance.
So can I just? Is this going to be even more sweet? Well, you and Barry were both on the second. Oh, fantastic!
Correct.
Even better.
Sweetens it a bit. For you, doesn't it? Listen, great shout from Bond Sherman. Zarzini's won a blinder in third. Lovely manner.
Yeah.
You're getting closer.
Yes, I'm getting closer.
That was a good shot. She's travelled beautifully and she's probably just curled up a little bit. in the
Yeah,
final furlong.
she's ran a good race, hasn't she? Not good enough there.
Yeah, pace did hold up there, didn't it? I said you can't make all. He's made all.
Well, you did one of my favourite things. You know, if I'm on the horse, you
jinx.
you put the jinx on it nice and
does your
early.
head in that,
Can't
doesn't
make all, can he?
And
Listen.
some really good prices. 11s, 12s, 16s and 10s.
Look at that. Brendan Daly comes on. Oh, here we
Thanks,
go.
Brendan.
Oh, I hope you're reading this, Barry. Legend, G-Rod.
Yeah, that was a good bet.
Well done, G-Rod.
Well done.
Well done. You were confident when you came in. I'm actually fairly happy for you. Blimey, the nap is still to come, says the commander. Get in there, G-Rod.
Thanks, Commander.
Glad I
We're off.
listened. That's it, absolutely. One of our long-standing commenters out there is the commander. Marvellous stuff.
Oh, oh God, yes. We've got the Super Civ Stakes next.
Yes, the Native Trail race coming up.
Ooh, I like this race.
3:15 at Newmarket comes up. Small field barrier. 5 of them going, but we could see a Group 1 horse in this, I think.
Yeah, so Victory Dance just got up to beat Bresson on the course and distance last day on his first run. The runner-up had the benefit of a run. And he was well touted that day. He was well supported in the market, Victory Dance, but it took him all his time to get himself together and to go and just get up to win there. Line of War has been very impressive on his 2 wins. Obviously, the last day in Newcastle on the synthetic surface, he's won 10 lengths, but it was a poor race. But his debut victory was really, really impressive. And Isaac Shelby for Brian Meehan. That's a horse that did a really, really nice first time up. So I'm going to take on Victory Dance because I think he looks like a 2-year-old that's already crying out for a mile. That's what his debut victory suggested to me over course and distance. So we're going to take 25 quid at the backer stake, and we're going to set our own odds as well. We'll set them at 2.78. I want to be a layer of this at 2.78, which is 7-4. That'll go into the back column and wait for someone to come in and bet that with us. We're the layer, and we're looking for someone to back it with us. And 2.78 is the price that I'm looking to get it at.
Your fingers are hot, G-Rod. Is the trade matched?
No, yeah, but we're waiting for someone to come in and match that at 2.78. He's currently
Yeah, we can readdress
2.84.
that before we go off.
All right, okay. All right, so Victory Dance taking on Native Trail, of course, won this race last year en route to becoming the champion.
Master of
too.
the Seas won this race, who finished second in the Guineas. Quarto won this race, who won the National Stakes. Charlie Appleby usually runs his best 2-year-old in this race.
No, he wouldn't have run here, would he? He was Cheshire,
he
wasn't
he didn't run here, yeah. But
Charlie Appleby, yeah, absolutely.
he
He's
runs
a
a
creature
good
of
one
habit.
here, yeah.
Yeah. So this chap was during Royal Ascot week, I think. I remember watching this with you in the office here, Barry, when you were over. Rab Havlin was on the horse called Bresson, who I backed for Abdullah, for Judmont, and he drifted all the way to the track, and they backed the life out of Victory Dance, and he needed every single yard of this.
He did, yeah.
The money was down, showing the high regard in which he's held. He's obviously well bred. And do we like him? Anyone on the panel?
Yeah.
Is this the tip?
No.
Right.
I was my little thread on this was Victory Dance was 700,000 guineas foal. I'm going for Lion of War, aptly named by Roaring Lion, was a 7,000 guineas yearling.
Really
Already won that back. Already won that money back. I do like these cheaper perches when they do well. It's nice, isn't it? Because it gives a bit of variety, and then people don't think, oh, you've got to spend £750,000 to buy a flat horse. Newcastle latest was on the all-weather, which I thought was interesting, and it was a weak event. Let's not try and I've looked and looked at it, and I thought, no, it's not very good. But the horse looks nice. Physically looks really well developed. They're not putting him in a Group 2 for nothing. And then I was looking at the entries, the Curragh in September, the Vincent O'Brien National Stakes. Over the 7.
Trail route.
And it's got a Derby entry for next year, this horse. So, yeah, we could argue, is it ready to beat Victory Dance today?
Well, he's probably going to be the one to aim at Lion of War, isn't he?
But there's so much looks-wise for me that actually Lion of War is the better value bet. Well, not as much now, but certainly was on Thursday.
We're watching him walk out onto the track, guys, at the moment, so we've got a bit of time.
I'm quite keen, and I need to get a win.
Keels is keen on this as well. I was chatting to him on Thursday about this. He thought this one would come out on top. We were all quite keen that day to get Victory Dance.
And debut was on Good to Firm on the turf.
Yeah.
So I know I've mentioned the all-weather at Newcastle, but it's not like we're an unknown.
Yeah, it was quick at Leicester, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and I just think it's got to be showing enough at home for Mark and Charlie
They could do with a group race win, couldn't
really
they? Since the
could.
partnership has done.
How good,
They could
though,
do
is
with a biggie. They'll get it, of course.
their wonderful living legend, though? I know he keeps getting
Oh,
placed.
he probably won a group race. Of course he did. He beat your beard,
Yeah, he
didn't he?
came in the Group 2.
Yeah, of course he did. They could do with another one, though, is what I mean.
Yeah, they could.
93. He's the most. I think he'll be the most professional here, won't he? I imagine, because Dart 30's had 2 runs as well. Dart 30, of course, ran at Royal Ascot, didn't it?
Yeah, and we say that, but it always makes me laugh when I actually then go to the Johnson team, and I know they have a busload of horses, but I see their wins, and it's like 90. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
big operation, isn't it?
Big.
Does that win G-Rod Line of War?
Yeah, this is the second of my 3 strong fancies on the day.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, back-to-back strong fancies here. Yeah, I think Lion of War will win this race. Yeah, I was very impressed with him first time out at Leicester when he posted a very, very good time on fast ground. And then last time out, he turned up in the all-weather, made all, won by 10 lengths. They didn't get anywhere near him. He was very strong at the line. And I just see this race going only one way, Dave. I think he jumps out in front of Lion of War, and I don't think they see which way he goes.
He's a picture, isn't he? You can see what I mean about him physically. I know people that are tuning in can't always see what we're seeing, but he's just that really lovely put together. It's just everything about him. He looks real nice. But now we've got Victory Dance coming out as well.
Yeah, he's very calm, isn't he?
Very calm.
That's the only thing in the back of my mind is knowing that Charlie Appleby runs a good horse in this race. You know, you've got to say this Victory Dance is going to be a group horse.
Yeah,
he's got to be, hasn't he?
Well, I'm hoping Isaac
I know it's
Shelby's
a
going
group
to do
two,
you.
so
all.
Yeah, there's a few people and something about. Let me rattle my stupid brain. Something about Brian Meehan as well.
he doesn't have many first-time out winners.
Which
no,
Shelby
but he
is
did, didn't
Isaac?
he? Just the other day. Was it me?
Which Shelby is Isaac? I was trying to think that earlier.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, got us great Peaky Blinders.
When Meehan has a 2-year-old winner first time out that's backed, they tend to be
Yeah, that's
decent
it, yeah.
animals.
That's it.
Used to be a sort of trend that.
Yeah, you're right. The second, but yeah.
They improved quite a bit, and I loved the way that he travelled through the Newbury race. He was very professional that day, and I think he's going to sit on your Line of War's quarters and try and pounce late. Sean Levy will be looking forward to this. The more I look at that favourite, he is catching the eye with the way he's
God,
going.
he's
He's pretty
absolute
gorgeous,
class.
isn't he?
Stunning looking horse, isn't
He
he?
hit a flat spot on Newmarket, like I said, and he just got up.
You can't
Definitely
help
the
but
right
kind of
winner.
go, wow.
It didn't look likely for quite a way.
He looks like a Group 1 horse.
Yeah, he does.
He
You can
he
see
looks
why
really
he was
good.
picked up for. But my point about emphasising the word foal, some pinhook in that 700,000 for a foal. Foals don't always look how they're meant to. You know, you're buying a foal. You don't know really. You can look at the shoulder, you can look at the legs, but you actually don't know how confirmation it's going to grow. I thought that was an awful lot of money for a foal.
Let's get some socials up then. Jordan Blair comes on and says, I'm on Victory
50 to
Dance for 2,000 guineas next year. 50 to 1.
Wow.
Hopefully gets a win today. Yeah, I imagine
God, he's beautiful, isn't
I
he?
imagine that is going to be a thing of the past if he wins this today. He does look really, really well. Is there another one out there? Socials out there? I'm not sure.
Yeah, stop
We've got a
sunbathing,
couple.
everyone. Speak to us.
Yeah, well, there's loads of people in the community out there at the moment. Barry, they've gone down. We were impressed, you know, in the flesh, perhaps not that surprisingly, by Victory Dance. Went down really, really well, but the Lion looks good too, as does Isaac Shelby. Tidy little race, this.
Yeah, the market suggested that the top 3 in the betting, obviously, you know, are going to take some beating. It's 12 bar those 3, but 2.62 now Victory Dance. So there has been money we set our own odds. We laid it at 2.78. It was trading at 2.84 at that stage. So he's very strong. Line of War is 11 to 4 now, 3.75 and 4.2 Isaac Shelby. And like I said, 12 to 1 bar those 3. So it's going to be a very informative race for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, and probably will be the native trail route. I was about to say the native trail stakes. National stakes, of course, at the Curragh over 7 furlongs, Group 1. Certainly if Victory Dance wins, that's where he'll be going. We're just watching Isaac Shelby when he won it at Newbury. See what I mean? He was always up there, wasn't he? And they knew.
It's good to soft that day though, Dave.
Yes.
Is it a concern to going?
Possibly.
Very quick.
Possibly. They obviously, where do you run a horse like this, I suppose? It could have given him some more experience. They're aiming quite high. Let's have a
I think
look.
Brian Meehan said afterwards that like this horse had a really, really big future. So he was, you know, he's not one to really, that generally would overtalk his horses. So
Yeah.
I think that was promising. He's a Knighted Thunder colt as well, so he should go on it.
Yes. Yeah. Knight of Thunder. A good siren in Knight of Thunder has been. Looking at the form, Seductive Powers in 4th has come out and won. Stormbuster placed at the 3rd. He was third to him that day. I don't think we've seen the 2nd since, have we, or
This
have we?
favourite is very strong, Barry, and they are smashing into
Yeah,
it.
2.4 now.
Are we about to see the next native trail then for Team
The
Appleby?
market thinks we are.
He did look ever so good going down, didn't he? Sometimes you just see these things, don't you, and catch your eye. Only had the one run and he was green on his debut, but boy, he went down professionally to post. Right, good luck then. This is a superlative stakes. Will we see a new star born here? G-Rod, hot on a double with Nat Lyle. We're expecting him to lead. Come out. the best.
No,
It was Isaac Shelby who's
the
pinned
Godolphin
out.
horse is much more professional today already, Dave.
Yeah.
Victory Dance. He's out
Sumion
like a
on
lamb.
dark 30 now going to the front.
He's
Christoph
not going to
Sumion in
lead
front.
on the Johnson horse. That is a surprise, isn't it?
No, I was just thinking that.
Interesting, isn't it? Yes, indeed. And out the back, Jamie Spencer on the big outsider for a laugh. All right, we've seen him after a couple of furlongs. Isaac Shelby settled really well just off the leader, as has Victory Dance, G.
Yeah, he's settled nicely. I don't think they're going a great pace here, which I'm surprised at. I thought they'd go on the Johnson horse, but Johnson horse is actually sitting right last. They're starting a race now, aren't they?
Yeah, I quite like Line of War there, though, because still in like a really, really nice rhythm, and you can see he's not pulling too hard. The reins are just nice there. And
The
I
favourite
don't know,
wouldn't
maybe
want to
there's a plan
turn into
here.
a sprint, would he?
No, he didn't. No, he nearly got caught out by
He's
that.
going to want to get into business now.
Yeah.
With 3 out, so he's going to want to
They're
make a
starting
race.
to get moving now.
And Buick has done just that.
Finding
All
the
right,
taps
starting
on.
to get serious here.
Yours is going well, Dave. Come on,
Dark
Lion.
30 looks in a bit
Come
of
on,
trouble.
Lion
Isaac
War.
Shelby probably the one that exchanged lines because he's laughed off the bridle. But we saw him do this Victory Dance on his debut. Outpaced. Probably got the tactics
Where
wrong
you
on Line of
going?
War.
Yeah, yours is the one to beat here, Dave.
Oh,
on,
come
Isaac.
on,
He's away.
man.
We're hoping.
What the?
It's just.
No, the favourite's going to tough it out. You know that?
Ah,
Go on,
the
Isaac.
faff.
come
Here
on,
comes
pick
the
him up,
faff.
Sean. No, Fav's going to do him, is he? Two good
tight,
horses
it's
here. I'll
tight.
tell you, he's gonna
Dave.
get- Come on, get him up. Yes!
Well
Number
done,
two.
Dave.
Isaac Shelby
Well
strikes.
done.
Two very good horses came clear there. Green as grass, wasn't he, guys? And Barry mentioned the ground beforehand. He's definitely had a good feel of that, I think, because he's lugged slightly, hasn't he? We'll pick the bones of it after Barry gives us the story of the market. Bobbing finish, Barry.
Finish. Is he definitely won? He's 14 to 1 on in the
He's
photo.
definitely
Isaac
won. He's
Shelby.
definitely won, Barry. But I think there might be a steward's
eight-
inquiry here.
Because they
Yeah,
came
so
close.
obviously your rules are racing, so you're not just betting on the photo on Betfair on the exchange, you're also betting on the official results. So if the stewards, if there is an inquiry, he did come over onto him a bit, Isaac Shelby, but the photo's in, so I think he's won the photo.
he's won
Victory
the
Dance
photo.
straight at a low of 1.12, which is 8 to 1 on.
The head-on will be interesting here, won't it? Because they are very close at the line.
Yeah, and
And that's when it can get a bit
he
spicy.
tightened him up against the rail here, Dave.
Yeah, Dark 30's run well.
All right, let's have a look now.
Probably was third, was he? They've definitely got the tactics wrong on your one, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were doing there, Dave.
I'm not sure he's in love with that ground, though.
Green as grass. Isn't
Or
it?
the track, line and
Right,
more.
so they.
Here we go, then we're watching the head-on. Dark 30's been snatched up, but he was beaten at the time. They pulled well clear. He looks beaten, doesn't he, Isaac Shelby? And Sean's just got a little bit more out of him. He's definitely green. I think he'll
Here
be
we
all
go.
right,
This is the
personally.
head on. This will tell us again. Sean Levy has switched his whip to his right hand to almost come and intimidate that horse in second.
Yeah, he's had to get stuck into him. I think he thought he was going to win quite well, didn't he? Or
Yeah.
at least half a length to length. And then he's just lugged in. That's the ground, I think. I won't
here we
mind.
go.
I wonder where they'll go with this horse next.
Of course,
such a
they're
good-looking
very
horse, the
tight. They're
Godolphin
very tight.
We're going quiet, guys, because we're
Nah,
waiting to see
there's
if there's any
nothing in
interference.
it. There's nothing in it.
No.
He'll keep the race.
Yeah.
Almost certain of that. Good horse. Guineas quotes coming in for Isaac Shelby, Barry?
Yeah, he's 25 from 50, Isaac Shelby, for the 2,000 guineas, and the runner-up is unchanged at 25.
Okay. Who would you want to take out of that going forward? Which one of them?
Victory Dance, I think, really looks such
crying
a
out for a
nice
trip,
horse.
isn't
Like
he?
you say, it went close. I mean, what on earth happened with Line of War? I mean, I'm absolutely mortified. I mean, again, all over the shop there. It's just mental.
It's a bit surprising not to
It's
see him
absolutely
made more use of.
Blow my head, that has sent me. That's completely sent me over the edge. No, but that's a hard question because there's 5 runners and these 2 both look proper horses. A great pick by you, Dave, and Isaac Shelby, but both of them are both firmly going to go in my track. They both look absolute quality, don't they?
Barry got the lay right as well, didn't he? There, yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. They've come well clear of a horse
I mean,
that ran in the
these
Cheshire
two
last time.
these 2 are the 2 to take out of this race. They look like proper horses.
Yeah, they've come clear, haven't they?
Yeah,
Decent.
yeah. Meehan's got one then, isn't he? Good to see as well with Brian. Really nice bloke, Brian Meehan, and knows what he's doing. I always try and think, don't I, guys, where these horses might go. I think they won't shy away from the national stakes with Victory Dance. The stiffer nature of the car would definitely suit him.
Yeah, I don't think like Victory Dance is not so much to put you off, has it? Nice horse,
No.
look at ran really well, just on the bob.
Brave effort as well.
I think Butte will come back, and I think Butte will be very positive about Victory Dance after that performance. Yeah, I mean, to Barwi.
He looks a mile 2 horse, I think, doesn't he?
Damn Dane Street. Nice, very
nice.
nice.
Okay, so Brian Meehan takes out the Superlative Stakes. Makes you think about where he'll be going next, like I say. What do you reckon? Who's interested in that 25 to 1 for the Guineas? I guess because they've nothing in them at the line, people think, that's got absolutely no chance in the Guineas. But spread to win one. And he wouldn't mind some softer ground going back onto it, I don't think. All right, good stuff. Looking for his entries, basically. He hasn't got any fancy entries at the moment.
No.
So, and I wonder how long he'll be in those colours for. That's the other thing I was thinking. I know that it's the old Sangster colours, isn't it? And because, but I think the Manton guys, if they got the right offer, it'll be interesting to see that. Let's hope that Brian keeps hold of him, of course. Right, Ascot coming back up next. My best bet of the day coming up, Barry Orr.
So Mutasabek 3.15, same price for Chin. That play over on 5.8. It's 11 bar. I like Mutasabek. I didn't think it acted on the track in Epsom last day. Now he can find a little bit of trouble in running, but Frankie was really good in Magellan in Epsom, and the time before that he's second in the Group 2 Golden Mile and Sandown, which was a really decent run as well. The rest of these are pretty well exposed at this stage also. So it's a straightforward £25 bet on Mutasabek for us, please, G-Rod. And we're going to look to back it at 3.25, which is bang on 9 to 4. So if you just tick it up to 3.25, that'll go over onto the lay section. So we want someone to come in and lay us that bet. So we'll keep an eye on that. It's a watching brief for now, but 25 quid, Mutasabek at 3.25.
Case made. Not going to say any more than that. Just wins, I think. Absolutely hated Epsom, didn't he? And if he comes back to that Sandown form behind lights on, where he got all the trouble in the world, this really should be his for the taking. I thought Chindit would struggle here. I'm a bit surprised he's going to go off Fav potentially. I was certainly pushing it. I thought Chindit had to go off Fav. I thought he'd be vulnerable.
Yeah, I think, right, Chindit is a really good little horse. Really good little horse. But he keeps on coming into these races that he's not good enough to win.
Well, when you get these milers, they're just, this is maybe Muhara. No, what was the horse that won this?
He's rated 113, isn't he? Like, he's very limited in what he can run in.
Exactly.
In terms of
handicap.
But why can't we?
You've got to get him out and run him, haven't you?
10 furlongs.
This is a classic race, this G-Rod, isn't it? For
Chindit, 10 furlongs.
Away from Baaid,
Believe me, he's a good little horse. 10 furlongs. Don't keep it. It's not gonna keep winning these.
He has won here, of course, but this is on the round track. It's not the straight track. On the mark.
But we watched it, didn't we? Ascot. I know. I mean, God, Baaid, superstar, real world, fabulous horse, and little Chindit tried. You know, obviously I was on him that day. Tried it the hardest, but it's just the way he just.
He let you down for the trifecta.
Yes, because he just can't. The closing stages with the pace, he just kind of goes. I would just love to see Chindit over a different trip. Love to.
I think he's a bit keen, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Remember at Doncaster, he pulled like a car.
When I very first saw him on his debut at Donny.
He just loves Donny, doesn't he? Mutasabek, though, this is it. He's drawn in stall 1, peel off late. Jim Crowley will try and do, I imagine, and run them down. I'll be very disappointed if he can't beat Tactical, Perotto, Best Lightning. Modern News is obviously out of this, probably on the ground, I would imagine.
No, he's knocked his joint, hasn't he?
Oh, did he? Was it self-cert?
It's going to be fine. He's just got a knock, and you know, if a horse knocks their joint, you'd never then want to particularly on good to firm run it because they get that bit of swelling.
You put him up originally, didn't you?
Oh, I love Modern News.
Yeah.
I was absolutely love Modern News, and he was going to be my winner. Anyway, he's not in it, so
you're on the danger, I think.
I've hopped onto my Oberon.
Tough horse.
Very, very tough. Real trier. Again, it's the Haggis, Tom Marquand. It's not just because of that. It's just because the horse is so tough. He's in good form. When I'm trying to pick these winners, seeking hat-trick, I've not done very well so far, have I? Today. But I thought that Windsor run on the good to firm.
You like a hat-trick seeker.
Yeah, beating Modern News. But to be fair, there was that £3 difference, wasn't there? Modern News was still really, really brilliant, and just beaten by a nose. Already beaten Perotto, of course. But yeah, my Oberon's going to be my pick.
I would, if I was playing forecast and that sort of thing, I'd have him finishing second to Mutasabek. What about you, Jim?
Yeah, I think Mutasabek will win. Yeah, I'm with you and Barry, and I think that he's a really good bet. He's not one of my best 3 bets. There's one of those left to come, which is my nap. But it just caught my eye earlier in the week that obviously we've got 3 big meetings today. We've got York, Newmarket, and Ascot.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that Marajan is hot favourite for the John Smith's Cup. Jim Crowley could have gone to ride that. Kidwar was well fancied earlier. Jim Crowley could have gone to Newmarket to ride that. Instead, Jim Crowley's here to ride surely Mutasabek here, and I thought that was significant. Definitely didn't handle the track last time out. Epsom, all of his best form, like Mountain Peak previously, is on galloping tracks like Ascot. Just think this is his race, Mutasabek. He's not a horse that I like, really. He always goes off a short price and gets beat. But
This
I think
is the one thing in the back of your mind.
Surely it's his day.
Absolutely. There should be no excuses here. This is his day, I agree.
Yeah,
and if he gets, so it's a bit of an acid test for him to a certain extent.
I suppose you could argue his best form's on soft ground, but his invincible spirit, his mum was Gennati. She loved fast ground.
Whatever wins this will go and take on Baid and Karibus, you would imagine.
Well, and get beat, yeah.
Mahathir, of course, was very impressive in 2020. He went to
This
Sussex.
is like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like to see stars, but I like to see races as well. And there's been too many Group 1s this year so far where it's been like one outstanding horse and then a bunch of ones who aren't. And
We've had it a lot over recent years, especially
we had
in the mild division.
I know that it didn't turn out that way yesterday, but we did have one yesterday. I mean, the turnover on that race can't have been great with Inspiral going off at 1-7. I mean, I went to Newmarket and I thought, oh great, there's Group 1 on the card, and then I saw the race and I was like, oh, yeah, do I really want to watch that? Not really.
It was lack of opposition.
I know it turned out a good race in the end.
She got beat, obviously, but the
She
lack
got
of
raced.
opposition
She
was
got beat,
slightly
but-
worrying.
But I like to see, no one likes to see top class horses taking on inferiors, and with respect to Prosperous Voyage, she's seriously inferior to Inspiral for all that she beat her yesterday.
It was interesting to hear Rafe afterwards say she needs a straight track. That was quite
Well,
interesting.
all of her
You'd think
best.
it'd be the QE2.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't telling us anything we didn't know. If you'd gone and looked at Prosperous Voyage's form, all of her best form was at Newmarket. That was the one thing she had going for her. But she needed Inspiral to perform like £14-15 below form, and Inspiral did.
Was that what did Racing Post rating did we give her? Have you seen?
I haven't seen it yet, but I wouldn't have
What did
thought.
we give her for Ascot?
I
You
wouldn't
must
have
know
thought
that.
it would be much higher than 114, 115, which is not a Group 1 Racing Post rating. A Group 1 Racing Post rating is 120 plus.
Yeah.
So if we've given, I don't know what we have given her, but if we've given her less than 120, we don't think that she's a Group 1 horse for all that she's won one.
Okay. All right. There you go. As my Oberon ambles his way onto the track.
Yeah, cheap piece
Tom
on.
Marquand obviously there for that ride. What about some of the others? Perotto, who's a good horse on his day. Tregoning, who also mentioned, won this in 2020. Likes Ascot, but I think he hasn't actually got that much to find. He's £2 off. The anti-postman put this
Yeah, I
up.
just saw them interviewing actually in pictures. Neil Callan there. So yeah, it's quite a fascinating runner, really.
Neil Cannon's having a bit of a renaissance
Yeah,
since the Ascot win.
and obviously this horse won here. Yeah, fascinating.
He's good, isn't he, Neil Cannon, though? I mean,
Yeah, he is
he's
good.
just been in Hong Kong for ages, so he hasn't got that many contacts, I would guess, here, but he is building them back up.
When Jim Crowley started to really establish himself as a Group 1 jockey, I used to liken him to Neil Callan quite a bit.
Did you?
Because you can sort of predict where they're going to be in races quite a bit, which is, sign of a very good operator, really. Got German horse in here, haven't we? Best Lightning.
Yeah, what do we make of that?
I
You must
don't
be
know
hot
what
on
really
that
to
form,
make of
are you?
It's just a bit surprising it's come over.
109 is the RPR last time out. As I said just a minute ago, I think 116 is the Group 2 peak. We haven't actually given Prosperous Voyage a rating yet, but
Oh, right, okay.
going into yesterday's race, Prosperous Voyage was rated 112 on RPRs, so we had her as around about a Group 3 horse.
Yeah.
So I expect she'll go up to 115, 116 in that region.
Well, Best
Yeah.
Lightning is in the,
2 Group
Best
1s, of course, for
form.
Rafe in the last couple of
I know,
weeks.
it's good, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, well,
absolute front.
he's strings back in form. At the start of the season, they weren't really running well. Like when Westover won the Sandown race, he was one of few winners. I remember you and I, we were at York, and we were discussing Rafe Beckett's form, and
Yeah, you're right.
And Rafe Beckett had a runner at Salisbury, which did win, but by Rafe Beckett's standards, usually a high straight rate trainer, it was pretty poor. But now he's also seemed to have really come to themselves again.
Yes, all right, okay. And he'll be looking forward to a big, glorious Goodwood, absolutely, won't he? Right, what are we? 5 minutes away. Any socials out there? Let's build some up, find out what you like in this. Are you with us, Mutasabek? Are you pressing the A button? What is it, neck and neck on the exchange between him and Chindit, I imagine, Barry, is it, for the favouritism?
No, Mutasabek really strong, 2.92 now. Chind at 3.3, so over 9 to 4 Chind. My over on 5.6, bit of a slide there, and it's 12 tactical, 15 bar. So Mutasabek 2 to 1 chance and 9 to 4 Chind.
Yeah, tactical's quite interesting. You mentioned there, Royal Ascot winner, of course, as a 2-year-old.
Yeah, you would have thought probably not good enough, wouldn't you? I mean, was beaten, a couple of lengths last time in that race that Inver Park won. There's so many of those handicaps at Ascot now. I used to be able to pick them out just by, but, it was one of those competitive ones. You would have thought that's probably not good enough, wouldn't you?
He ran really well, didn't he, to be 6th of 29 there under a big weight.
Good weight, yeah. But
Still plenty to do, apparently. Did well in the circumstances, says the close-up comment. Don't often see them.
What do you think Ryan Moore gave him too much to do again?
The close-up guys thought he was set too much to do, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
David Probert, he could be well named in this race because if it is tactical, then he might prosper from that. He's drawn on the wing, which I just don't like at Ascot on the round track.
I know you don't like horses drawn on the wing.
I hate wings, basically. I eat my fair share, but I cannot stand them.
I eat my fair share.
I eat my fair share. I just don't. I don't like horses drawn in the wing. Here we go. Who's coming back? Social from MI. Perotto finished a short head behind Chindit last season when they met. Why on earth such a big price?
Yeah,
I guess that was
Perotto could
that
run well.
Robbie's angle at the start of the week. Robbie Wilds.
Oh, has he fancied this, the anti-postman? Is that
The
what he said?
anti-postman has put this up.
Yeah,
Perotto.
I heard you say
Perotto.
that. But I thought Perotto could run well. Had place claims, I thought, but there are only 6 in it, of course. So 2 places. But
He won the Britannia, of course.
I
Didn't
think the thing with Perotto is you can't deny he's got a brilliant turn of foot. Yeah, he has. He's got a fair bit of speed.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he's got a fair bit of speed about him. And he's got, what I would say is, it was quite important, he's got very good attitude.
yeah.
He's got a big heart, this horse. I'd rather, what was it, I can't remember which trainer, was it Mick Easterby? Someone said, but they're right, I'd rather have an average horse with a good heart than a good horse with an average heart, because it's true, because it is the difference between going into what we call the red zone when they really want it. So I can see the love for it. I wouldn't put anyone off Perotto. I was a bit surprised to see my Oberon was really leaning a bit down to start. He's got the cheek pieces on, but he was really hanging on the bit there. Not my favourite.
Didn't hurt Mountain Peak doing that in the last race here, of course.
No, you're right. Yeah.
We have got a very strong hour coming up, by the way.
Yeah.
Bunbury Cup. Who's going to win that?
I love the Bunbury Cup.
A great race.
It's a brilliant race.
Bunbury Cup.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, 20 odd runners, 18 runners, cavalry charge up the July
It's
course.
just brilliant.
Ropey Guest is in that, and loads of. I quite fancy one in it. We'll be going back to York, of course, for the John Smith's Cup. Who wins that? Is he still favourite?
It's always quite exciting, isn't it? And last year was
I
a
know
brilliant
what your nap
finish.
is now, G-Rod. I've just seen it. I won't tease it, but it does come up at York. I think you might have said it at the start of the show, mightn't you?
He did, but people
Did
have forgotten by now.
They will have done.
Yeah.
Just solid coming up. And then we've got the Pièce de la Résistance of the sprint division. It is the July Cup. Is it the best sprint of the year?
Yeah.
Some people are saying to me
Yeah,
it
I think
definitely
it
is.
is. Every year, but
Favourite July Cup
maybe
winner?
not this year. Maybe not this year. But
When Dream Ahead won it, I was vindicated. I took Frankel on a bit, I think, with him. Was it Frankel he came up against Dream Ahead? Who was it? I think he was that year, wasn't he? Was it Frankel? He was a seriously good horse. Dream
probably
Ahead.
would say not Stradivarius,
Natalie's
Stravinsky, probably. I like Stravinsky
Oh,
or
yeah,
Mozart. Those really fast horses.
Jesus, man, that was a good horse.
Yeah, they were good, weren't they?
Oasis Dream,
Yeah, he was good, obviously.
US Navy flag.
Yeah, he's having his first crop this year, isn't he?
Yeah, I've seen a
US
couple.
Navy flag.
There's a couple at Manor House. They're nice, big.
Been up there massaging again.
Yeah. So I saw 2 US Navy flags. One was a bit naughty, actually.
Who was the horse that you were very excited to see up at Hugo Palmer's and Michael Owens? Who was the one? Was it Brad the Brief or someone like that?
No, I mean, Brad the Brief's been amazing. I mean, the horses that Hugo's inherited there, he's done absolutely brilliant with. Like, Box to Box was really good yesterday.
Chester?
Chester, yeah.
Because that was very good. I didn't expect
Flaming
that.
Rib, of course.
But Flaming Rib is...
Supplemented for today.
It's something else, that horse.
Yeah. He's going to go
That
for
was a bold move, wasn't it? Wasn't cheap to supplement.
No, absolutely. I
30
guess
odd grand, I think. 38 grand.
he's very interesting in the race, actually, because he definitely will try and get that stand side rail, I think. and ping it. And he was drawn away from perfect power, wasn't he, in the Commonwealth Cup? And he ran really well.
I think he's quite good, yeah, but I think he's just falls short of Group 1 level. But we're going to find out, aren't we?
Guess where Mountain Peak is looking to go with Ed Walker? Ed Walker, of course, no star man this year, talking to sprinters. And he's going to have a crack at something. It's the race that you'd like to see in Paris. It's at that meeting.
The Abbey.
He's going to go for the Abbey.
Ah.
It's just the sort of, if you've got a classy handicap sprinter, it's just the sort of
That was
top
it.
race you should be looking for,
Star
isn't it?
Spangled Banner. Sorry,
Yes.
that's what I was trying to. I couldn't remember. Johnny Murta, Aidan O'Brien. Sorry, that's what I was trying to. Took me a while to scroll down there. It was on my head. I thought I can't.
Got it?
Yeah, I've also seen some of that progeny as well.
Is this going to be Natalie
Manor
Green
House.
off the cold list with Maya Oberon, or will the chaps?
I would
prevail
like
with
to
Luta
leave the
Sarbeck?
cold list.
Come on, Mutasar.
Yes, it's freezing on that list. All
It
right.
is.
Okay, here we go. Good luck wherever you're playing. In the Summer Mile,
They're off.
they are off. The 7 runners go. Tactical was drawn on the wing.
Otto's missed it.
Perotto wasn't great away, but I would suggest that's not a bad thing for him. Now, this is interesting.
How can you
Chindit
even see?
settles well in the lead.
Yeah.
Tactical from the wing, slightly keen. Muta Sarbeck, bit closer than I thought he might be, G-Rod.
Yeah, he's right up there, isn't he? Just behind Chindit. I don't think there's a lot of pace on this
What's
there,
that
Dave.
thing
No.
doing?
Not very fast at all.
No.
Was that Best Lightning doing a funky old whizzy to the side
He's
there?
got a funky head carriage. I haven't heard you say that for a while.
Yeah, he almost went sideways then. You don't want to do that.
He'll be played to strike
Funky horse.
late.
Funky.
And seeing them all in just about, isn't it? Maya Oberon, Nat.
I think we'll be all right here, Dave, because although we are caught behind Chindit, I think
No
the
problems.
rail's out, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when they come in
Should be fine.
to the straight, they
Barry?
should
Yeah,
find
I'm
out.
not worried yet.
They've dawdled
Chindit
Barry.
favourite 7-4. Chindit your favourite at
'Cause he's-
7-4 in running.
He's the best
he's
horse
got the
according to
soft
the
lead
handicap
up
when he's
front.
got the lead, isn't he?
Got
Yeah,
the lead,
absolutely.
yeah.
And he will kick at some point.
Where's my
Pat
horse
Dobbs
gonna
will
go?
be really enjoying this. Maya Oberon's still with
Where's
about
he gonna
5 legs
go?
to find. Where?
Where's
Who?
Tom? My Oberon.
Oh, look at this.
They'll
Widest
fan
of all.
out. They'll fan out, won't they?
Yeah, they're going to fan out, I think.
Yeah.
Come on,
okay,
Tom,
Muta
please.
Sarbeck.
Oh, go on, Muti.
He just needs a bit of
He's
cover.
cruising,
He's not got
Dave.
it. He's absolutely
Come on, Tom.
cruising, Muta Sarbeck.
Come on.
Now the sprint for home is on. Who will be
Go
the
on,
quickest
Muta
horse?
Sarbeck,
I
pick
would
up.
wager it might be Chindit
No,
here.
he's not getting away from
Ah,
him.
where are
He's
you
not.
going to go with
Come
my
on, Muta
Oberon?
Sarbeck.
Come on.
Off you go. Who's
Oh,
going
no,
low?
he's gonna get
Chindit's
done, is he?
coming back. He's going to chin him. Ah.
Come on,
this is
Muti.
not- I'll tell you what, this is
Come
just
on, my
perfect
Oberon.
for
Why
Chindit.
can't you win
Chindit,
for
isn't it?
me?
Oh, he's going to
he's
get
gone
back
really
up,
low.
is he?
Chindit's going to see him off. But Muta Sarbeck said absolutely every chance. It's on the nod. Chindit's seen it out. Well done.
Every time I don't
Has
back
he?
Chindit,
He
it
has.
wins.
I'm almost certain he has.
Yeah, he's won.
Yeah,
Chindit.
yeah, I think he has.
Absolutely
Yeah.
fed up.
Bob, your horse was done by the run. They absolutely crawled Barry Orr. And we thought we had it with Muta Sarbeck. He's been worried out of it.
Yeah, he wouldn't be carrying my money again now. He'd every opportunity to
Yeah.
go on and win his race there, and he couldn't. Never again. He traded a low of 1.15, so 6-1 on. Yeah, he's a monkey because he found trouble in running in Sandown that day when he was just pushed off, and then in Epsom I was saying that maybe it was the track just didn't suit him, but he's one for the late column from now on out.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Although, Graeme, come to you with your handicapper's hat on, and you have £4 to find going into it with Chindit, who's had the run of the race. So the handicapper's probably going to put him up for that, isn't he?
He might do. Yeah, he might do because my Oberon's finished a couple of lengths behind him,
He's run a
third as well, hasn't he? So
belter. The three of them come well clear. Feeling for you, Tad.
the problem is,
Oh,
he's that
can't
sort of
believe
horse.
it.
You know what she's like when she gets like this.
No, it's just the one time I've backed Chindit since its flipping debut at Doncaster. I have been in
I said he
full
might struggle today.
support. I
so
thought he'd
got it wrong.
struggle. We both said at Ascot, oh come on! And the one time that I actually say, I just don't know why he wins. I mean,
It's- look,
absolute egg on face.
40 from 66 for the Sussex.
Yeah, you could put another
Your
zero
winner.
on that one, couldn't you?
Oi.
Yeah.
There's the bingo.
There's the bingo. I told you I went to Australia once. Yes. Look, Chindit. Let's concentrate on the winner here.
Yeah.
'cause He's just a lovely animal, and they deserve their days in the sun like this, don't they? Massively.
Yeah.
And it couldn't have gone any better for him. And what I loved about him today in the run, if you're analysing this out there, he settled so well. And
You
it
said that
probably
straight,
was the
he did.
bend going into it helped him a bit. And the quickest horse is Chindit. And he's quickened up, and there you go. My Oberon's come from last to feed beaten, about a length?
Yeah.
They'll be very happy with that, and I imagine they'll probably try and look for something in France for him next time.
Bit fiddly, sort of muddy race.
He's not going to take on Baid, you don't imagine. I know it's different owners and that, but
Yeah.
No, Chindit was brilliant now, wasn't he? Look at that.
I mean, this is a Group 2 horse contested by Group 2 races. Group 2 race contested by Group 2 horses.
yes, absolutely.
So,
That's basically what they are.
Yeah, but
You know, you could be a bit disappointed with him, Sir.
not gonna win Group Ones, are
but
they?
at the weights, he's run well, isn't he?
They're not gonna win Group 1s, but they're all right.
All right, okay. Where are we? We are
Bunbury Cup.
Newmarket?
an hour away from the July Cup. But first, it's another cup at Newmarket, as Barry just said. It is the Bunbury Cup.
Yay.
Love the Bunbury Cup.
Just quickly before we go on, Dan Walsh is saying that was another horse that our producer's saying that thou shall not pass there a little bit.
Yeah, it was very close. They got close, but
2 or 3 horse widths. So do you think it hasn't cost much at Sargate, is it?
no, I don't think so.
I don't think so. All right, Bunbury Cup. We love it. It's time to move on. There is your SP on Chindit. Didn't go off in the end. The Haggis Yard do have the favourite here in the Bunbury Cup, though, Barry.
Yeah, Muntasab is 5.3, 5.4 Sambaroo, Jumbie 8.8, 11.5 Scarborough, Ryan Roscollin is 14.5. All a host of horses in here. 6 places each way punters on the sports book. I like the 3-year-old Sambaroo. He's beaten about 3 lengths of the Jersey. He's getting the £8 weight for age here, and I just thought that I wouldn't give up on him after that run in the Jersey. I thought Frankie got there way too early on him. Not going to slag Frankie, but he's obviously, this was an early closer as well. I think he's racing off 97 here, and he gets his £8 weight for age. So we're going to have 25 quid win on him at 5.5, which is 9-2. Please, G-Rod. Happy to be a price taker here. 25 quid win, Sambaroo.
All right, put up today by both Price-Wise Supremo Tom Siegel and Saturday Sizzler himself, Paul Keeley. When they both went for horses like that in a big handicap, you assume they're certain to go off nearly favourite. That is the case. I'm with Barry a little bit with the attitude of him here. I thought he backed out of it at Ascot, and it'll be interesting. He's definitely a group horse, no doubt in that. In a handicap, obviously. He's getting bundles of weight, isn't he, from the older horses, but I'm not sure about his attitude here. Anyone? Weighing in?
Don't know.
He's got pieces on, obviously, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm on like 3 horses in this.
That's all right. It's a massive field.
My first case, I need to keep the faith, and it's actually Jumbie. And the reason that you need to keep the faith is this is a tall enough order off official and RPR ratings of 120. Like, let's be realistic. Look, Jumbie, I really loved what he did in the Wokingham. I absolutely thought it was brilliant. He dwelt the start. He was short of room a furlong out.
Yeah.
Briefly went second, kept on. He was held by Popmaster, the winner Rowan, but it was such a tight finish. It was like 3/4 of a length between them or something. It was really, really tight. And I know that trainer John. I can't speak anymore.
Johnny Eaton.
Johnny Eaton. Eve Johnson-Housen has firmly said the Bunbury Cup was
You're
absolutely...
on the easiest horse to pronounce in this race.
I know, the target, which again I like. But look, like I've already alluded to before, the mark and the weight when you're looking at the likes of Sambaroo and Montasib, it's going to be tough. But he deserves a big pot, Jumbie. And Christoph Simeon on board, I thought, yeah, loads to like about that. My other one I looked at was Vaffatino. Do you remember me banging on about that? Now,
Victoria Cup winner.
Yeah, I think that's quite a big price. Benoit did say it. I'm hoping Vaffatino's absolutely going to hit the frame. And my last one, because I have put 3 in, is, which I think is quite fascinating, Roscollin.
Yes,
for David O'Mara. He's really versatile, strong form. Royal Ascot, 7 furlongs, good to firm. I think it's got a right chance under James Doyle.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. I am on
like
Roscollin. Yeah, I think that it was an eye-catching run last time out in the Buckingham Palace. He finished the race really well. And when you consider that he was held up in that race, but he usually front runs this horse. And I think that they will change the tactics here today, and he will front run here under James Doyle, who obviously rides loads of winners at the Newmarket July course. And I think that he's got a huge chance of making all the running like we've seen so many times this week already, Dave. I looked at it, it's a lot of runners in the race, but I didn't see loads of pace.
Interesting. I'm hoping there'll be a bit more than you've seen for my chance. called Star of Orion, who has been very well backed this week for that team of the moment, Rob Hornby and Rafe Beckett. He's drawn in 20, which was the icing on the cake for me. If you watch him back behind Ross Colin last time, that was in the Britannia, Buckingham Palace, I should say, he got absolutely knocked over, went about 2 furlongs out. He didn't finish that well. It wasn't like one of those where he stopped and then ran and flew home. I think it took the stuffing out of him. He's course and distance winner. He was in 20, which I like a lot. I think you want to be drawn on one of the wings.
You do want to be drawn on one of the wings. You do.
As soon as I said it, I was waiting for you to turn
You do
around
want
and
to be drawn on
skid
one
me
of
on
the
that
wings.
one.
I can see the love with that. actually.
And Stall 20 has won this in the past 10 years. Who was it? That's my MacBook. Takes ages to go down to the previous winners. And it was Field of Dream for Jamie Osborne. 19 in 2017, above the rest. And Motokael, who put up one of the weight-carrying performances of the last however long when he won back-to-back races. He was in 3. So I want to be high or low here, and I've gone high.
What do
Star
you
of
make
Orion.
of Il Bandito?
Horse that I followed quite a bit in his early years. Why?
This is James Horton, isn't it? The guy who used to be with Sir Michael Stout.
Yeah.
He's now doing the John Dance experiment, should we call it, where John Dance has got all of his horses, hasn't he, with James Horton.
Not all of them, but the
A lot of
majority.
them. He had I think he had a runner the other day called Phantom Fly. It might have been yesterday.
It ran really well. The
really
only thing
well.
to get involved off the pace, the
Yeah.
one thing that didn't want to go in the stalls.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge eye catcher and might well have given New London something to think about if
Yeah, he
he'd
might
been
have
a
done.
bit closer. So I thought that could run well.
Yeah. Can we go to his new yard when it's built for like an RP day out?
The Hortons.
Oh.
the
John
dances.
Dance.
Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
It's going to be
John and Jess.
It's going to be unbelievable. Indoor, outdoor. He's buying like houses
You're
in
excited.
Midland to put grooms in and stable. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing.
It is
we
an
should go.
experiment then, isn't it?
Maybe
Yeah.
we could go down there and massage a few horses.
Maybe we could.
Yeah, I've never done that
6
before.
group ones.
Maybe
I'll show you how
John
it's
Dance.
done.
Show
There's
me how to
7 points
massage
on each
some
side, and
horses.
you go under and you lift their back up. I'll show you how
I
it's
reckon
done.
David would be a good masseuse.
Where did that come
I
from?
won't be able to show you because it doesn't work on here. But did I show you the lovely Quinelle Dor when I gave her a bit of a rubby dub
It's a
dub?
group horse, though, isn't it? Canal Door.
Amazing.
Yeah, the black colour with the white
She
sash.
Yeah.
is.
We're digressing slightly because they've taken
We are.
ages to load up, basically.
One's just arriving. That's going to be the last one to get down, Dave.
No
so
one
there's
going for Montasib.
nothing in yet.
Go on. You should-
I don't know how to get. You can't see. Can you see
Oh,
her?
you can see a bit, yeah.
Like literally, her head is in my lap. Look at it. It's cool,
Is that
isn't
you
it?
You
massaging
can't do
her?
that when you're
Quinelle.
hosting.
Oh yeah, she looks very happy.
So you basically
What are
just.
you feeding her there? Carrots?
No, I wasn't feeding that. It's just
Oh,
her asleep.
oh,
on My
really?
lap. Because you do all this stuff to
What,
relax.
do they
them.
sleep standing up?
The horses do sleep standing
Do
up.
they?
But when we do all this, my friends are chiropractor. When we do all this massaging, I'm on about. Basically, it's about to get them to relax.
I once
Brilliant.
pushed over a cow
What?
when it was standing up, and they fall down because they're asleep.
Was this an
You sort of push it
initiation
over.
that you had to do?
It was.
Yeah.
I was very young.
Dave,
No, it's fine. The cow's
it's like
fine.
it should be illegal. It's like cow tipping.
I want to push the cow over. Oh, I'll tell you who I want to be with here, Barry, as well, coming back to you quickly. Al Rafar, who I've got a feeling you had a bit of business with Anti-Post once.
Say again?
Al Rafar, the 8 horse here.
Oh, yeah. The night back for Cambridgeshire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just that sort of horse that will come good when you least expect it, and that's the horse
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
drawn for that I've had a bit on. He didn't turn up at Ascot, but I wouldn't worry about that.
No, he didn't. He ran no sort of race at Ascot in the Buckingham Palace. But yeah, it's interesting. He's a 5-year-old, and they've kept him in training. So, obviously he must be showing them something. But I wouldn't be jumping in on him just yet.
He is one of the most headstrong horses I can remember writing about. This chap Al Rafar. He
Yeah.
He pulls.
I remember him well from last year on one of these shows. He went off a short price favourite. He pulled like a train.
Like stink. He was meant to win a race at Sandown, I remember.
Yeah.
The leader got clear. It was one of the riders of the season, I think that was. I can't remember what the horse was called. He ran really well that day. And ever
Rob's
since, I'm
feeling
like,
strong.
You what?
Hope Rob's feeling
Marshall
strong.
Dan.
Marshall
Yeah,
Dan.
yeah,
Well done, Barry.
depressed terrier. I quite like Accidental Agent. Could run well, I think.
Depressed Terrier.
Yeah, depressed terrier. Yeah, I think that Accidental Agent could run well
There's a
each way. Likes good ground, good firm ground, and likes Newmarket. And if they go fast, he's got a chance. But I didn't see a lot of pace.
I'm picturing someone in Yorkshire who's a bit sad when I think of Depressed Terrier.
Why Yorkshire?
Yorkshire Terriers, aren't they? That's where all the terriers are, aren't they?
Border Terrier.
I don't like Border Terriers. They're mad.
Are they?
Mad as hatters.
Oh, my husband really wants one.
Lunatics. Anyway.
Are they?
All right.
like going down
excellent
holes.
agent. He's had a. What you what?
They like going down holes.
What, Border Terriers?
Yeah.
All right. Where should
You
go?
massage them as well.
Accidental agent Charles Bishop, Eve Johnson-Houghton, Group 1 winner, of course, in the pack. Remember when he won the Queen Anne?
Yeah. Actually,
again.
he's a huge price. I was at Newmarket. I go to Newmarket a lot. Obviously, it's quite close to me. And I was at Newmarket when he won there last year, I think it was, or the year before, on the July course. He likes this sort of track.
We
likes
spoke
galloping
to
through
Eve
tracks
on
like
one of our feature shows that weekend, and she said, I think I've got him back. She didn't give us that much confidence, but he won first time out, didn't he? And wasn't disgraced at Royal Ascot at all. Just absolutely loves the game.
There's some goodies. The attorney's been nibbled at slightly, hasn't it?
Who?
The attorney. Charles Hills, Jack Mitchell, 8-10.
We're going to need to be savvy here, guys, in the call, because it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Have you got your colours out there? Get ready.
Yeah.
We'll try and pinpoint for you. Natalie Green on Jumby.
And Vaffatino.
Samburu for Barry. Is Samburu going to go off Fav, or will it be Montasib?
No, Samburu 5.9, 6.4 Montasab, 8.2 Jumby, 14 Ropey Guest. You quid for that.
Ropey Guest. Fun enough, you caught me there, Barry, because I was just looking at the quote from Haggis on Montasib. It says, very well and likes fast ground. He'll want them on. When he won at Wetherby, it was about 6s on or something early in the season. I thought he went really well on the soft ground. And then he won at Goodwood as well, didn't he? And so I'm a bit surprised about that, to hear that. But Ropey Guest definitely wants a bit of cut in the ground. When we had Rosie Margerson on the show during Royal Ascot, he's a bit dopey as Ropey. You know, she's a right old character, is Rosie. But Callum Hutchinson on, Royal Ascot winning jockey, of course.
Yeah.
It's a nice view, isn't it?
It's a
We're watching
beautiful
behind the
track.
stalls.
It's a beautiful track, isn't it?
From behind the
Beautiful
stalls, looks like you just want to drive your car over.
Yeah.
It's like a chalk and cheese, isn't it? The July course and the Rolling Mile.
Sumion's had 2
Oh,
rides on
yeah.
it now, hasn't he, for Perfect Power coming up after this
Yep.
at Newmarket. We're going, of course, for the John Smith's Cup. We've got something else at Ascot? Probably haven't we?
No, this is our
that
last
was
one.
it. Wow.
This
And of
is
course, we've got the 440 as well at York.
That one was the 335 was the last one, I
We
think.
thought it was quite an interesting race.
There's
It
a
was
lot
couple
of sweaty horses in this. I know it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot though, isn't it?
I don't worry about that too much. On whether or
No.
not it's just what
Yeah, I
I
reckon
can't stand is when my horse pulls too hard in the first furlong. You just know you're done,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
That's what I can't stand.
I think
so.
There'll be plenty of
sweating and
pace
flat
on
racing
here,
doesn't
though.
bother
Should
me.
be.
A
Should
big
be.
sweating on the
I
jumps,
don't see
obviously.
much pace in this. A big sweat on the
The
jump.
attorney, Il
I'm more
Bandito,
concerned about that
Ross
on the flat.
Collin will go forward.
Yeah, Barry's suggesting there's quite a bit of pace in the race, so
I'm
we shall
hoping
find
not.
out very shortly
Okay.
in the 2022
Oh,
Public
we're
Cup.
off.
Something's come out
Slow.
slowly, isn't it?
Bless him.
Oh no, Something's absolutely walked out. Was
Yes,
that-
I'm a gambler. Has missed it.
And
What
bless
is it?
him was
Oh
slow.
man, I'm a gambler who Barry put up
Yeah.
successfully. I think Beverly, wasn't it?
You're a
Yeah.
3-year-old
Right.
in the race, yeah?
Yeah. Now 2 are going fast.
3 groups.
Where
Yeah.
are
My
we?
Star of Orion
3
is over
groups.
there with silent film for Godolphin.
Yeah.
Get your colours up, Dave.
Ross
Ward.
Cullen looks
Yeah.
all right, G-Rod.
Yeah,
in
he's,
the middle
he's
there, bunched
nicely.
in.
He's up there. The
You would hope
James
so,
Horton
yeah.
horse
They're
is
going
there.
slowly,
Il
that's what we should
Bandito.
say.
Yeah,
There's not much pace. Al Rafar's leading.
El Rafar's a
I've
bit
never seen
keen,
that
isn't
ever.
he? Montasib's right behind him on the stand side.
Vaffatino's going all right
Is
there.
Samburo in that group?
Samburo's on the
left,
stand side.
I think
Stand
Al
side.
Rafar's leading him.
Yeah, El Rafar's leading.
That's what they're doing. Montasib's right behind him as well.
Starting to
Jumpy's
wind
in
it
that
up now,
group.
Dave.
Mine's not looking good at all. It's outpaced on the far side, Star of Orion, but every time I say that, it seems to come through and win. Roscoe now feeling the pinch. Like, what's this
Montasib's
cruising? Is this
going
Cruyff
well.
turn?
Oh,
What's in
Montasib's
these
going well,
colours here?
Dave.
Cruyff turn.
Al
Jumbie's
Rafar's
travelling.
side is in
Come
front,
on.
is he?
Silent
Oh, they're
film.
all over the
It's
track.
Oh,
just
I can't-
about. Oh, I'll tell you
Jumbie's
what,
cruising. What are you doing, Sumi?
No good for.
Samburu's in
I'm
front.
going to
is he?
lose my
I'm absolutely
mind
lost. It's
today.
Ropey Guest. Is this Ropey Guest on the far side?
Oh, the
Oh,
attorney.
go on.
Guest.
Oh, go on, Ropey.
Come on,
comes
Jumbie.
Jumbie.
Come on, Jumbie.
Jumbie's
Come,
coming
Super
faster than
Sumi.
he's
Come
gonna
on,
do it.
Jumbie.
Bless him, it's
Oh,
flying
no.
home.
Poor old Ropey's
Oh,
gonna
go,
do it.
Bless him's
go,
gonna
go.
win
Bless him on the near
Bless
side.
him.
Bless him. Has got him on the near side.
I'm
Jumbie
leaving.
did get on top of Ropey Guest on the far side, but coming right down the middle. The only bloke who can ride this horse, when he won at a Britannia, of course, all those years ago, Jamie Spencer was brilliant on him. That is where you see the best of Spencer. We didn't see it until the very late stages, though, Barry.
No, we were all looking over the far side where Ropey Guest traded at a low of 4.3, Jumbie traded at a low of 2.6, and then bless him, and Jamie Spencer delivers him to perfection, hit a high of 70 and running for something small. But he's a Betfair SP of 39, so 38-1 winner for Jamie Spencer, the Bunbury Cup.
He, of course, was a bit of an eye catcher in the Hunt Cup, but he is just, again, he's a horse. I know you hate this phrase that I come out with, G-Rod, but he needs everything to go right for him.
He is one of those. Yeah.
Where is he? He's come right at the stands.
No, he
right up the
broke,
stands rail.
really slowly as well. Bless
There
him.
are some really disappointment runs in that, aren't there?
Oh, yeah.
Samburu was a shocker.
Yeah, Samburu's well beat, isn't he?
You see what I mean?
Had every chance, Samburu had every chance. Took it up.
He's back.
I don't know whether you want to drop back and trip, would you?
Maybe. I think he's a bit of a nutter. The attorneys run really well. A horse that places a lot. He'd be maybe one of your...
Yes,
Bless him,
yes.
says Jesus out there. Absolutely, bless him. So, an 8-year-old for Dave Simcock takes out the Bunbury Cup. Starting last, come home fast, said Wes Ward about Jamie Spencer, and that's what he does so well. He's drifted out, but that stands well. I thought Ropey was going to get it, didn't you?
Can't, I'm not talking.
Are you livid?
I'm not speaking. I'm not talking. Going home.
Never
You thought
wins.
you had it.
Never wins, does he? Right?
Sue
I was
me on
getting
then.
pretty excited.
Second.
Yeah, I was getting
Got
pretty...
the favourite coming up in the July Cup. We've got to go up to York, haven't we?
Yes.
Because it will soon be another whopping handicap for us on this whopping day of racing. It is the John Smiths. What time is it?
Let's keep the faith,
4:05.
David.
We're keeping the faith. Always keeping the faith. Because it's nap time for Graeme Rodway. But there you go. What was the bet for SP there? You can see a blessing.
39.
Yeah, not that big, was he? Who had him out there? Jesus, obviously, and a couple of others. Let us know. We've got, is it 2 more races? We've got 3 more races, haven't we, of course?
3, yeah.
Yeah, 2 from York, because we've got Winter Power, of course, and she's going back to York, isn't she, in the 440. So, but before that, we must go up for the John Smith's Cup. There you can see the market coming up next on the exchange. Barry Orr. Now, this is interesting, this horse. It's another Haggis horse heading the market in a handicap. And did you put him up last time, Marajan?
I think I did, yeah, but he's currently 7.2, 9.2 each at 2, Brilliant Light, and Anmat, who's been well supported, Rogue Bear, 11.10, Intelligent, Just Fine, who I backed in Ascot, is 14.5, 22 bar. First View is 22. I'm going to look at the sportsbook here, please, G-Rod, because on the Betfair Sportsbook, it's 6 places to each way punters here, and currently First View is a 14-1 chance over there. We're going to have 25 quid each way, First View. Gelded after a winless spell in Maidan recently. He was ahead second to Encourage in Kempton and won in Leicester, mile handicap off 84. I think the step up in trip here is a plus for him as well. And they're persistent with him as a gelding. So I think big run from him. Claiming £3 as well. Stefano Cerci, who I do like.
Oh, that's interesting. He's not a jockey I have a great deal to do with, actually. It's weird how you get jockeys like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Sometimes you
I
just...
don't know. I don't tend to back
I
his
always
horses.
find that going on like a race course, you know, because I see so many of the same faces, and if I see someone else, I'm like, who did I see? Met a brilliant
Where's she going?
jockey at Haydock. Obviously, I've forgotten his name because I'm mental. Riser Richard Hughes, young lad, 19 years old, got
Dion
a French
Leroux.
name. Yes, thank you very much.
What a name, how could
He
you
was
forget it?
born in Zimbabwe.
Was he?
Very, very nice guy.
Don't know anything.
I think
about
one
him.
to watch out for, actually.
Yeah, if he's with Husey, that's
He's
right.
got a lot about him, mentally, like he's very grown up. Anyway, one to watch out for. There you
Dion
go.
Leroux.
That's my insightful.
All sorts of puns were coming out of that. But Barry, sticking with Stefano Cerci on the classy First View then, who definitely better than a mark of 89. I think they're quite right there. One of 100 horses in this race I could back. I think probably this is a race where I'm looking down the list and I think I've backed every single one of these horses at some point in their career.
I was a bit like that.
How much is it worth these days to the winner? Over 100 grand then, the John Smith's Cup. And it's nap time. Rodway.
Yeah, I really fancy Rogue Bear, who loves big handicaps like this, because he's quite a keen-going type of horse, and
Who's
he
on
needs
him?
them to go fast. Your mate Stevie, isn't it?
Stevie D.
Stevie.
Who won this on Shinjari.
He did, Stevie Donahoe, yeah. I think it's quite easy to bet because Tom Clover trains it, and not a lot of people will be expecting Tom Clover to pick up a huge prize on Saturday, but he did do it a few weeks ago, didn't he, with Road Millennium. And I think that this horse has got the best piece of form in the race. And although it got beat last time out, it was over course and distance, a mile and a quarter last time out, when the time was very, very good. And I thought the horse was very keen in a sort of smallish field. Finished the race, nevertheless, really strongly. And I just looked at him that day and thought, well, when he gets back in a big field, he's going to go well. And sure enough, he's running at York, which is the same course and distance where he was second last time. He was third
Must have
in the
been a
Lincoln.
plan from a long way out, this.
Oh yeah, he was third in the Lincoln. He was third behind Modern News in the Spring Cup. Yeah, he's just an absolute rock solid horse in these sorts of handicaps. But he's still quite lightly raced.
Is he
Dave.
well named, though?
We're going to find out.
It is named after G-Rod, as the producers say.
We're going to
Also a little bit.
we're going to find out. But I'm
Quite.
a little bit worried about the ground because all his best forms are with cutting the ground. But I don't let myself be put off by that. You know, if I fancy a horse, I
You
don't.
fancy the horse.
I just think that if Tom Clover thought that the ground was going to be any sort of issue, he wouldn't be running
100%.
because they don't run these trainers. They don't run if they think ground is an issue.
He's doing well with the road horses, isn't he, Tom Clover? I'm just looking at it.
Well, yeah, it's about all he's got on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's
I mean,
doing, well,
yeah.
doing well with them, you know.
Suppose so.
But let's hope that he can. take this
Celsius.
one. Oh yeah, he had a winner yesterday. Yeah. Well, that's a bonus. I just think this is a window. I think that was a huge run last time out at York. The time's really good, and he finished the race strongly.
Seeing the ball huge in the John Smith's Cup.
Time's really good. Finished the race strongly. It's course and distance form. It's everything that I like.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Of course. Look. You know, it's just.
The only problem is that I have taken 11-2 this morning,
And he's
now
drifted
17-2.
And he's a horse that they tend to back.
And he's
but
trading at 12.5 on Betfair on the exchange. So, you know, he's a huge price.
This is a 5-1 the field race, though, isn't it? So, you know, 6-1 the field or whatever. Marajan, I just don't know. I said, what did I say earlier in the week about this chap? It's a trip that weirding me out. Mile 2 he's dropping back to. He's a horse that's tried. It looked like he might be an Ebor horse.
Oh, do you not like that? I love that. This dropped
coming
him up.
back?
Yeah.
Do you like him?
Yes, because
He probably is a
the
group
way
horse, isn't he?
it tanked through that Haydock race, it would come on from that. Tanked through it. I was quite impressed, actually. It was third. But my God, it was, yeah, that's my best word to describe the way it was just absolutely tanking through. And that was first run back since York. So, should put him spot on.
This was actually a half brother to Lasso Dude, who was the one that you both fancied earlier, wasn't he?
Rubbing it in.
Lots of dude.
Rubbing it in.
Give you lots of dude.
Yeah.
Why is Jim Crowley not riding him? That was my.
We've done Ascot.
Yeah, I know, but he just got.
Why
beaten.
didn't he choose to ride him?
Yeah.
didn't he?
Just got beaten on Moose.
Well, Dane O'Neill, of course, second Shadwell jockey, isn't he? Got another one in here. Really interesting horses, Anmart. for
Yeah,
Kev
Kevin
Stott.
Stott's on that.
Yeah. Spoke to him about this earlier in the week. He wasn't sure exactly how his
that
agent
was
got in the ride, but they
painful.
wanted him on. He's got a great York record,
Yeah,
obviously, Kevin,
it's
hasn't
a
he?
long time since September, isn't it? Since it's run.
Was second in the
And
Cambridgeshire, wasn't he?
Yeah, but it's just a long. It's a. I looked at that, but what I thought was really interesting. The past 4 John Smith Cup winners had all raced over longer distance than their previous start. Yeah, so that's like Master Carpenter, Ballet Concerto, moved up. But it's not always the case because Master Carpenter and Ballet Concerto moved up from a mile. So there's 2 angles. That's why. So my other pick, which is the other angle. So we've got the my Haggis horse, which I want as the winner. This is a big price. Now I could be wrong on this, but I'm hoping.
There's a lot of scrolling down going on that.
Great Gadian.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Variants.
Great Gadian, 11th of 29th run at Ascot, as we saw in that cavalry charge, Royal Hunt Cup. Dark Shift the winner. Yay, me and Keels did it. That was probably our best bet of Royal
It
Ascot.
was his nap of the week.
But I just thought outpaced 2 furlongs out there. So in my head, I just thought this 1-2 at York is going to see this horse at better effect. I don't think Great Gadian's going to win.
He's a chunky old boy.
I think Great Gadian is a really good each way price.
Very rare that you see him at 20 to 1.
I
That's the
thought
kind
it was
of.
interesting that Andrea Azzini is there riding him. Again, another jockey who probably could have had options going other elsewhere.
I just thought Great Gadian's won. Yeah, like I say, I don't see him the winner. But I
I
think
saw him win at Chelmsford earlier in the season on the all-weather, and he looked a real strong, powerful,
he's
galloping type.
big.
Horse. Yeah.
Who's the horse in this race for everyone out there? Who's the horse in this race as we watch them getting ready to go into the
Anna
stalls?
Matt's gone favourite now.
Has he?
Yeah.
What?
I was going to say, who's the one that could be way ahead of their mark? And Anmart. Wow,
6.8.
that's a proper move, isn't it, for Owen Burrows? Who,
Yeah.
As we know, he can get his horses ready. No problems with that. I like Akelwar here. A bit of a flyer, but Harry Davis is on claiming 5. Like the draw in 3. Recently, this has gone back to being a low draw race for the winners.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't know why it went against York. Just don't think about it. But she went too soon under David Probert when she came back behind Soto Sizzler Epsom. She absolutely cruised to that race. I know they were thrilled with her. It was a really, really good run, but she should have won that. And then she went up to Ayr and she had no race whatsoever in listed company behind a very impressive William Haggis horse. It's just the sort of race which she could bounce back in, and it's a bit of a flyer. But there is a bit of money for Acklewa, isn't there, number 7, Barry?
Yeah, a few quid knocking around for 15 now on the Betfair Exchange. But the two Shadwell horses are joint favourite at the head of the market at 6-1, Marajan and Anmat.
Okay.
I find it hard to believe that Dane O'Neill's going to have picked the wrong one here, because he definitely would have had the choice between Marajan.
You'd find it hard to pass up Marajan, wouldn't you, with the run and it's Haggis. And what does the commander say? Coming back on. I've been waiting for the Spirit Dancer to run on this ground. All right, on that ground. Oh, fast ground, he says. I really like this horse, and I'm hoping for a big run each way. Also drawn in stall 2, Richard Fahey and Oshin Orr. Good luck.
Marajan will love the ground as well.
So many beautiful horses in there. Julie in the crowd, I really like her. She's penalised for Callum Shepherd and Ray Guest. I think she could go all right.
Intelligent.
Caradoc Kills put up. Right, they're in. So John Smith's Cup.
Come on, more.
100 grand to win. Oh, no, okay.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Getting too excited.
God love you. You're getting very excited here. Intelligent could run a good race. Adam Kirby.
Yeah.
I looked at that.
Didn't want to go in the stalls at Royal Ascot.
No.
Flew home. Will like the trip. Keel's very keen on this.
But come on, Majoran. Everything's going right for you. 42 days since last run. Good to firm positive. Loved you at Haydock. Come on.
Having some season, isn't she? Jane Chapel-Arm, really. Winning yesterday at the July meeting, and one of the top traders at Royal Ascot. I sort of start laughing because it's, you know,
it's a lovely day.
Some of the Shadwell horses seem to be playing up a bit.
Is that Marajan out the back? Looks
yes.
it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the black cap. The other one's the black cap, yeah.
A couple of fellows on their bike down there. I think they're going to try and follow them round. Yeah.
£4 well in, according
Get
to
everywhere, don't they, these cyclists?
First view, then, it is for Barry. Right old price now, that is.
They're nearly all in.
So to 40 first view. 4-0 on the exchange.
Do you ever get the feeling you beat before the race? Look at it's always
All
the way.
the time.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. Absolutely. The Trinidad horse that likes it here.
That's
He can
very
have say
warm.
Just Fine is the one horse that I've not backed, and it'll be egg on face because I did fancy him to go very well
Spirit Dancer's in a bit of a
at Royal
lather.
Ascot. If he comes back to that classy Garcy form
Forza
from the
Orton
May meeting,
gave that
it'll
boost
go well.
yesterday.
Right then, I think now I can get excited.
they're off.
Yes.
And we are off. Has anything walked out?
Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
Road
the
Bear
back.
left.
Road
Bear,
Bear.
but it's right by design. He switches right to the inside. Great Gadian caught on the wing, I think, at the moment. There's that Spirit Dancer out in front.
Just fine in the middle.
Yeah, Brilliant Light has got a lovely position on the inside.
Marajan got murdered on the bend there.
Oh, yeah,
He's out
right.
the back.
Yeah.
He's gone right to the last, and
that
for a
didn't
horse
help,
that's dropping
did it?
back in trip, probably not ideal.
Was that
Yeah, what came
Marjan?
across him?
Marajan, yeah.
Something came across him. What was it? It might have been Barishnikov.
Yeah.
That was the one that did him, I think. Oh, yeah, it's pretty rough races because
Flippity
intelligence.
dip this.
Akelwa, my pick's right in the middle. What's the story? Lovely old What's the Story. He's up there. What's this in the...
On in front with the black.
Yeah, it's
The City's
City's
Phantom.
Phantom.
They steadied it up a little bit, Dave.
They
They steadied it up, I think, a little bit.
just
My
trying to
one
think
is
about their best
rotten
horse.
keen. Rod Bear is
Oh,
really
Road
keen.
Bear is absolutely...
He's pulling like an express train.
Do you think you've lost?
Yes.
All right. Okay, because they're
Trading at
clawing.
20 on Betfair Road Bear.
You don't want to be too far back here, guys. I don't think Cockalorum for Roger Fell's right up there. Just fine.
That's last season.
Absolutely cruising.
Cockalorum,
Aye, Cockalorum, isn't it? All right, then. Let's Jewel in the Crown out the back. And what's the very back marker? Pink Marie's... Chichester. Marajan got loads
sprint
of
off
runs
the
to do.
front now,
They're
Dave.
keeping more towards the far side, then.
Come on, Stefano.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Barry's getting a big
There's
side,
a
isn't he?
long way to go,
Sensing
yeah.
it. Are we kicking a bit too soon? That's the question.
We're going to find out.
Akelwa. I'm getting a bit
Your
excited.
horse, if David would get to
Absolutely.
run, yeah.
Come on, Harry, you need a run. She's cruising as well. Come on, that's it. Get her back on the bridle. Sweetly does it. Where's the Great Gadian? That one's coming as well.
God,
I know,
horses
I'm-
Come on,
all over the
Stefano.
shop.
I'll tell
I
you
can't
what.
keep up. Where's Great
I'm going to
Gadian
get this,
gone?
aren't I? I'm going to get this. Come on, Akelwa. Come on, do you come?
And Matt, is it?
She's not going to be
And
that
Matt.
good. Kevin Stott's
Kevin
going to
Stott.
take this out first time out. Akelwa's run a blinder. Spirit Dancer's the one who's going with him. Akelwa's running on into third. Intelligent flying home as well. But it looks like Kevin Stott's going to take
Come on,
over John Smith's
Intelligent,
car.
keep going.
Go on, Kevin, get this up. Spirit Dancer there as well. It was a really good shout. Look at Akelwa. She's absolutely flown. Ah!
Oh, ran well, Dave.
Dave, that was brilliant. That was really good.
Oh, was I an unlucky loser? We'll find out what the panellists think after Barry Hall tells us the story of the market. You called it about 1.5 out, Barry.
Yeah, 1.7 for Spirit Dancer. That traded at a low 1.7. Intelligent that ran on it to finish traded at a low of 5.2. Your horse that got no sort of run, really. She's only beaten half a length to finish traded at a low of 6.2. But Anmat was the money horse in the race. He's Betfair SP of 7.2 over Marjan, who was 7.5. So the market spoke volumes for him there, and a great ride from Kevin Sock. Very, very strong.
Very brave in the finish as well, wasn't he, for a horse having his first run back? Good ride from Kevin Stott. And, you know, what we mentioned in the week, that Kevin's been having a bit of jip on social media from people really, really been nasty, basically. And
Nice,
great to see.
such a nice guy.
He gets his
Kevin.
share of 100 grand. I'm sure he'll be fine tonight.
He's such a nice
Him
guy,
and Megan
though.
going to open a bottle
Danish.
of champagne probably after that, quite rightly so. Great trading performance, whichever way you look at it, because horses obviously had his problems.
Incredible.
So physically got him back into a lovely place.
Incredible. Because I, you know, obviously can see that. Yeah, loved it. But I just thought, wow, it's such a layoff. I should never have doubted.
And he was well backed, G, as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was well backed. Yeah, I'm amazed really that Dane O'Neill's managed to pass that one up, aren't you? He would have had the choice, definitely.
I'm not.
But it couldn't have gone any like. Marjan couldn't be any more disappointing. Like, as in,
Well, he had a bad run, didn't he?
bad run.
Tell you who
then
else had a
what did you
bad run
do?
as well, Mel? Intelligent.
I know.
Yeah, there's a big one in that.
Oh my God, yeah, that ran really well though, didn't
Maybe
it?
some
I thought
slightly softer ground
we're not
for it.
Fourth, isn't it?
I don't think they've gone very fast, and there's a lot of horses out the back that have pulled too hard, including my one, Marajan pulled too hard.
Yeah.
And a lot of horses have just pulled their way out of it, and yeah, Dane O'Neill's horse was definitely
What
one
sort of
of
horse is he?
You could put a line through Marajan's run altogether. Just forget about that.
Just wackoed at the beginning, wasn't he? They've
Yeah.
not gone much of a pace, so anything that's come from way out the pace, like I say, Intelligent. She's cruising at the moment, Acklewa. There's an interesting lesson with horses like Acklewa. I backed her at Epsom when she got chinned, and I know that you just know, don't you? I knew that Probert went too soon on it. He was cruising, so and he kicked, and these things you do, don't you? But then she went to air, and I think I tipped her for that listed race. She just ran terribly, but you've got to forgive these horses, and you know in strongly run handicaps, these classy horses can come to the fore. We're watching it 2 furlongs out. He just got no run, Harry Davis. He
Stewards.
switched though, and she has had her chance. She will sort of hit a flat spot and came back just fine, didn't get a great run. And we're watching the winner now be launched into turbo drive. He's hung a bit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's come strong down the middle, hasn't he, Kevin Stott? He's actually given it a really good ride. I think,
has.
right out of trouble, which
Yeah.
is, it was a messy race, wasn't it, Dave?
Spirit Dancer, great
Up on
shout,
the
the commander
inside
out there, one of our social
Yeah, that
commenters.
ran
Tell you
well.
what, Just Fine is stayed on fine. He just looks like a horse that's caught between a mile 2 and a mile 4.
Yeah,
I wonder if we've seen the Cambridgeshire winner in that race.
very frustrating that, isn't it? Because I really fancied Matt for last year's Cambridgeshire, and he beat everything
Yeah, we all
up by
backed him.
doing Story,
Yeah,
didn't
he beat Benjamin Story. Yeah, he got
and
beat
then
by
I've
Benjamin Story.
not gone, yeah. Sort of,
Something else caught my eye running on there. I've got a feeling it was Caradoc, which I should probably tear up straight away.
Yeah. No, there will be a big one for Intelligent. That was good getting third. Third was good.
third, yeah.
How are you feeling? Yeah, we'll leave it at that. They've come a bit close, haven't they? In fact, there is a bit of a bump.
Stewards, isn't there?
He's not been able to use his stick, has he,
Oh.
Oshinor? The Pro Cush. Oh, yeah, now he switched it just towards the back end.
Yeah, I'd be all right, I think. He'd be all right, wouldn't he?
He's done the right things. He's put his
Yeah.
hands back on the reins of the horse and just pushed him out. That's the.
Once they
Yeah.
got over to the rally, he was fine. He's got about 8 horses with, hasn't he? Across.
Yeah, what do you make of this, you just mentioned it, the new trend to call the whip the Pro Cush?
I'm big fan of
The
it.
Pro Cush.
Big
Yeah,
fan.
I am.
You like
Jason
it?
Weaver loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sharky said that, wasn't it? And, I'm a big fan.
I actually quite liked it. I like it. Yeah, I mean it's a bit kind of sensory, like censoring the whip. Is it not like
Who was on this show when we were talking to this? Barry would have been like, I think it might have been Melrose, and I suggested the more that we put the attention on it, you know, by just
Pro
like,
Cush.
you
Yeah.
kind of if you change the name of the whip, you're highlighting it even more almost.
Well, because as the next 10 and 15 or new generation come in, the idea of whipping horses is not
Have
going
you
to go
ever
down
held
too well,
a Pro
is it?
Cush?
But a Pro Cush is not actually a whip, is it? It's quite. You can whip and it doesn't hurt, doesn't
They
it?
don't hurt.
It just makes noise.
God,
doesn't
I've shown people, like, I've whacked myself with a whip, it doesn't hurt. Why is William Derby sweat scraping the winner down?
I don't know. Well,
He
probably
does
wants
get
it to look a
everywhere,
picture.
does he, William?
William Derby is
does.
scraping down Anmat. That's Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, some talk about getting William in.
Was there?
That would be great.
There was.
He'd be great.
There was. Maybe we'll look up on that one. Right, Group 1 time. Coming up. 2 races left.
Woo!
Of
Come
the
on.
11. Would you believe it? We're starting to get excited for Perfect Power. Artorias is a right drifter here, Barry. Some people thought he was unlucky, of course, at Royal Ascot. Some people can't have him, despite the fact that Jamie Spencer's just won the Bunbury Cup.
Yeah, he's out to 9.2, would you believe, Dave? He was a 3-1 chance on Thursday for this race. So a lot of people think the track won't suit him. He needs a stiff 6 furlongs like he got in Ascot over this. So he's real friendless in the market. Perfect Power 3.4, 5.7 Naval Crown, Creative Force 7.4. Ataris is 9.2, 17 Romantic Proposal. She was a springer in the market. She's just on the slide on the win-only market in the exchange. Flaming Rib into 12. Money for that, and it's 24 bar. I just can't get past Perfect Power here, Dave. I really can't. I just love everything about him. He's a 3-year-old as well. They get their £6 weight for age. I thought what he did in Ascot was just really, really smart off the back of the 2,000 guineas. And this is going to be his game. There's not much doubt about it. Good to firm 6 furlongs on good to firm ground. Perfect firm. And I think he's a real sprinter going places. So just a straightforward 25 quid win here, G-Rod. We're going to be a price maker again. We're going to look back at a 3.50. So that will be bang on 5-2. We want to have our 25 quid on Perfect Power. And that will go into the lay section for someone to come in and lay us that bet.
There we are. Perfect Power for Barry then. And Charles Carter comes on. And, right, let me get my eyes out for this, Charles. There's a lot of words on this social. Creative Force ran in a faster race than Perfect Power at Ascot. So you're talking about a Diamond Jubilee over the Commonwealth Cup, the 3-year-olds, of course, and finished faster, just under 3 lengths for the last 3 seconds, 34 as opposed to 35.55. So you're suggesting, Charles, that Naval Force should be
Charles is correct.
A Creative Force.
Charles is correct, but of course they were on 2 different days, weren't they? And it's very difficult to know whether the ground had quickened up overnight when Creative Force ran. However, I do agree with him that Creative Force on times has got the edge on Perfect Power.
He found it too sharp in this race last year. Do you remember Brian Starman? He looked like a horse that basically needed the Ascot stiffener.
I don't think he does. I think this track's fine. I actually think last year's race was very strong.
I absolutely love Creative Force. I'm not tipping him, but I absolutely love him.
I do.
He's sure to run well.
What he's overcome, and all the problems he had when he was young. I think he's absolutely brilliant. And they were split by the width of the track, and of course it was the Naval Crown that got kills in this lather of sweat because he was the first jockey to go on the stands round and explore it. And what happened? They all started going, they all started winning. James Doyle, of course,
Oh yeah, I'm amazed that Naval Crown is 5.6 and Creative Force is 7.6. For me, no, Creative Force will reverse those races.
Naval Crown is. I mean, a lot of people thought that was a bit of a how did that happen, including me. And then I looked a bit through his form a bit more, and then I thought, oh, okay, actually,
yeah. But I think the only reason it happened was he come to the stand side round.
If he wins this, it confirms that our sprint division is poor.
He's poor. I thought he was going to say if he wins this, it confirms that he's a good horse. He's a Group 1 horse.
Well, he's already won a Group 1, hasn't he?
If our sprint division is poor, then Artorias will win, won't it? But he won't, really. What's going to happen with Artorias? Someone said to me before I came in, what's going to happen to Artorias? He'll be outpaced at the back and he'll run on for 4th or 5th, won't he?
Don't think he'll like
exactly.
the track.
That sort of horse, isn't he?
Good shout,
He's been training there, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, you must know a lot about him, Dave, of course.
I do know a lot about him.
You must do.
I do.
Come on, let us know.
Come on,
I do just
our
occasionally still get up and
Australian
watch.
king.
Did you know we've got an Australian expert in?
Did you know we've got an Australian racing aficionado?
Sometimes I don't know why I bother getting out of bed in the morning, because I know that I'm just coming to get pelters. He's a closer. That's what he is. He's a deep closer, as they call him in the Aussies. And stall 12 is interesting because he's sort of drawn more the far side. So Jamie Spencer's going to have to weave and bob and weave. What are you laughing at?
Deep closer.
Yeah, it's a deep
That's
closer.
worse than a stiff finish.
Oh, here she goes again.
That's
Can't help herself,
terrible.
can she? I bet you're all looking forward to Goodwood, aren't you?
That's terrible.
Massive drifter, though. It's almost like we need to see him coming out on the track, don't we? We need to see him coming out. Flaming Rib, I thought, would be the danger again to Perfect Power. So I'm with Barry and I'm going with the 3-year-olds. I just think if there's one horse that's going to put our sprinting back on a global map this year, it will be Perfect Power.
Yeah, I can't disagree. I mean, again, there's 2 angles, like you said. The Platinum Jubilee. and the Commonwealth.
It's the Diamond Jubilee, for goodness sake.
Yeah, I'm taking a bit of a punt here, and it is a bit of a risk. Price.
Should we try and do the trifecta in this? Should we try and get the top three?
Yeah, let's. Okay.
Perfect power in there?
Okay, brilliant.
We'll do a combi.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a trifecta. Okay, so
yeah.
your
Ooh,
perfect power.
laptop's down. Business concluded for the day.
I am Flaming Rib. And it isn't
Yep.
just because Natalie goes to man the house, 'cause that's stupid. Natalie goes and strokes horses. It's because Flaming Rib is... and I don't want people to think because the owners have just got loads of money to supplement in the 36 grand, it would not have been a decision taken lightly. He's worked really well at home.
Great draw for him as well.
He's worked really well at home. Hugo's delighted, obviously, for Hugo to have a big win at Newmarket.
Is it the Brown Panther colours? It is, isn't it? He used to wear these.
Yeah,
Brown Panther.
but this isn't Brown Panther, but this is the horse I'm hoping that can emulate him in some way, shape, or form.
I thought you'd find it's too stiff in that Platinum Jubilee, and he didn't.
No, this horse.
Maybe he didn't go that hard.
This horse is everything you could wish for. Honestly, if you went to that yard and you could take one horse home and you didn't even know anything what they'd done, it'd be Flaming Rib. He's calm, he's quiet, he's physically.
And I think this track will obviously suit him better. So Ben Curtis is already.
Ben was there last
winner
week,
today?
riding out. All the signs are
Did
good.
he win our first race, didn't it? It seems like such a long
I know
time
it
ago
does,
now.
doesn't it? So perfect power, Flaming Rib. Who are you going to put in?
You can chuck them into the third.
Yeah, I like Creative Force.
Yeah.
I think Creative Force will
That's
definitely
a
run
solid
That's a
combi trifecta,
Yeah.
isn't it?
right.
The one horse that I would maybe consider putting in as a bit of a flyer, the two Irish horses that interest me are Romantic Proposal, because just knows so well. Not totally sure she's going to be quite good enough. But Twilight Jet I thought was quite interesting. In stall 3 with Lee Roach and
Yes.
Michael Callaghan
Yes.
in the interesting colours.
Is alcohol free of interest at the price? I mean,
Kills likes her.
we keep
Plenty
going
money
there a
for
bit,
us,
but I
yeah.
just
Was
want
there? That might have been a Sizzlers thing, Barry, yeah, potentially.
Right.
Barry's saying she's been well backed early this morning. And Rob Hornby, of course, man of the moment, I guess.
well. I think she's a miler, and they run her over 6 furlong.
Kills'
Keels thinks she's a sprinter
Keels is-
because he thinks she's free.
reasoning was that, he thinks she might have learnt how to sprint properly again last time.
right.
So maybe, but I just think she'll be too slow. We'll find
We're
out.
finishing fast the show, aren't we? Because we've got the July Cut and then we go back up to York, the 440. None thought winner, trying to test her credentials again.
If Flaming Rib runs
Wins
well, then that's a big plus for Mondi, isn't it? Monda Medge.
Why?
The Medge.
Monda Medge is running in the 440 at York, isn't he?
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure.
Does he
Flaming
never
Rib
has a
was
day
just
off, does
ahead
he?
of him, wasn't he?
Mondamez.
No.
They must be livid with him at the stable.
Never has a day off.
He's a great horse, Mondi. Yeah, I'd love to own him.
You'd be
Well, you'd
going
have a lot.
racing a lot.
You'd be going racing a lot. You'd have a lot of fun, wouldn't you?
Yeah, he's nuts, isn't he?
Okay, all right, we're going down the field then.
Anyway.
Barry, what price is this going to go off? Is 2-1 in any danger, or will it be above that?
We got matched at 5-2, 3.50. He's 3.45 now. 5.3 Naval Crown. Creative Force 8. 10.5 Flaming Rib continues to come in for support. A Taurus is going the other way. Is out to 10.5, and it's 17 bar. Romantic Proposal on the slide out to 17 now.
All right, thanks, Barry. Okay, yeah, again, the top four or five in the market look like sort of found their prices now, don't they? But the rest of them are just going to go. I mean, we've got very good horses in here. We've got the Sprint Cup winner, of course, Emirati Anna, who's the outside lot. He's not really turned up so far this year. The Maidan connections, what the ground was wrong for him over there when he went to Dubai. I think they were expecting a bit more though last time. Behind Naval Crown, we'll see what he gets up to. Perfect Power going down beautifully now.
Very, very nice. I'm getting times to adjust in my chair. I'm getting quite excited. I don't want to fall off.
Have you got Perfect Power on top? Just because it's been a long old day.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yes, I'm mad keen on Flaming Rib to hit that frame. I think Perfect Power is gorgeous.
Has been really well back. What have you got on top?
Well, I think Creative Force will win.
that's the
I
one.
really fancy Creative Force to get his revenge here on Naval Crown at Ascot. I think that the Ascot form, as your man, sorry I forgot his name, said, I think that Creative Force's form at Ascot is stronger than Perfect Power's form. The The one caveat being that, of course, Perfect Power is a 3-year-old and could well improve past Creative Force, and I don't think that there's that much in it. You're probably talking a pound or two. What about King Hermes? He's the Japanese raider.
They have won this race before.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I can't remember its name, but I do remember it.
Ancient
It
World?
was Yutakataki, was it not?
Ancient World?
Yeah.
Ancient World?
Yeah, I think it was Yutakataki.
I want to say Ancient Times. Around yesterday.
Ryushi Sakai.
Yeah.
Sakai.
Sorry.
Wait. Ryushi Sakai.
We're going to have to get this because if he comes flying on King Hermes,
Ryushi Sakai.
Ryushi Sakai.
Ryushi Sakai.
That's a dreadful pronunciation. Sakai is the quite easy bit there. Ricey Sakai.
No, it's not ricey.
Ricey
I'll give you
Sakai.
ricey, spicy.
Well, it's definitely trained by Yoshito Yohagi. We can say that. And it's a massive old price. Let's have a look at this. He's a 3-year-old. Very interesting, isn't he?
He's an interesting runner.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
the ground obviously will suit him, and
He just says he
Yes.
might find it a bit short, the trainer.
might find it a bit sharp. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Sharp or short?
Was only beat sharp.
A bit sharp.
Sharp
Okay.
and short. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
Only beaten, well, not beaten that far, actually, when he was last seen in Tokyo.
You know, if like
the
as
Mile
you
Cup.
suggest that the British sprinters are not
I have
that
to say,
good,
Japanese racing is something I don't know a lot about.
Dave. No, I don't.
I know the big horses there, you know, all the good ones.
I expect in the next 20 years we're going to learn a lot more about it, though, because I think that it is the up-and-coming powerhouse in racing.
Maidan showed that, didn't it?
Japanese, you
And
know.
as
I
did the
watched
Breeders'
quite a
Cup.
bit of it once because just with my husband we were just like trying to get into it a bit, and it's quite difficult to get into because it's like it's so different.
It's
like,
so popular, though, isn't it?
yeah, so popular, but I didn't have that many
Quite envious of them on that front.
winning bets. I'm afraid.
Almond Eye, of course. What was the horse that should have won the Arc? I always forget his
Yeah,
name.
it was Orfevre. It was called.
Orfevre,
Yeah, I was there
Orfevre.
that day. I remember that well. Yeah, the
Yeah.
crowd went nuts because Orfevre swooped to the front under Super Sumi, and everyone thought he was going to win. And then something come down the outside in blue and white colours and
I'm
beat
going
him.
to.
Can't
I
remember the
had it
name of
until
it,
you said
but-
the blue and white colours. It was a
but,
Wertheim
yeah.
horse.
Yeah.
It was Olivier Pellier.
That's so annoying.
It was a what? It was.
And
Oh.
it was set to be a great moment. I thought I was going to be there to witness the first
Into your
Japanese
head.
winner of the Arc, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, it was on terrible ground. Well, when he hung it, and it's the famous video, of course, isn't it, of the guys in Tokyo? Well, come on, and the chap goes absolutely man. I say it's a brilliant video. And when Bruce was on the panel, he goes, I can't stand it. I can't. You know, it's terrible. We shouldn't be. I felt so sorry for the poor bloke. Oh, well, how
Yeah.
people change.
Yeah.
Oh, when's Bruce coming back in? That's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's away for Goodwood Week. Who
he?
enjoyed the show? Him and Matt Williams on it. Matt Williams was at the Eclipse meeting and said, when am I coming back on, apparently? So we're going to
That's
get Matty
nice.
back on soon, hopefully. He was great out there, the pro punter out there.
Oh,
We've got a
we're
really
behind.
good team lined up for Glorious Goodwood.
Yep.
Really good team.
Because
I'm
you're
not going
not
to
on it.
tease anything, but we might have some professionals coming in. You're going to Canada for the second half of the week for the rest of the summer.
Not the rest of the summer, for some of the summer.
Do you
yeah.
come back for the Ebor?
Yeah.
Mountain
no.
Peaks paid for it.
No.
Mountain Peaks, yeah, after it was Desert Crown, I think, wasn't it? And Dark Shift. G-Rod's been having a great year, hasn't he? We will miss him on live, but you're going to see him still on lots of feature shows because, funnily enough, they have Wi-Fi over there.
Why? How long are you going for?
I'm going for 3 weeks.
Who beat the
Nice.
great Orfevre is the question. Who was? It was Anna.
Solemia or something, was
Solemia.
it?
Solemia.
Salimia.
Solemia. That's it, Barry.
I wouldn't have got that.
I heard your keyboard going, Barry.
So we're a little bit behind, aren't we? Not too badly.
We
but
are.
5, 6,
Wonderful
We're all
crowd.
right. We're all right.
We're
A
all
sea
right.
of people
Yeah.
watching on the beautiful, quaint July course.
Perfect Power's
as
gone
they
in.
go. Perfect Power here for most of us.
Yeah.
Creative Force.
It's been a
the G-Rod.
great week, hasn't it? On the
There's
July
my
course?
rib. Come on, rib.
It's been a great week.
Beautiful, hasn't
Yeah.
it? You know,
Good to see proper fast ground being allowed to
proper
prevail as well,
fast
isn't it?
ground and some
Nearly
good
course records and all that
Lovely
sort of stuff.
summer's day. Come on, Flaming Rib. I
Good luck,
flipping
then.
love you.
This is the July Cup. Is it the best sprint of the calendar? We're going to enjoy it, aren't we? Artorias, one of the last to go in, along with the Japanese raider, giving us an international flavour, is King Hermes.
I'll just say there is a huge amount of money for double or bubble right at the off here.
Is there?
At a big old price.
Chris Wall.
It's
Right now.
30. It's 30 on the exchange. Double or bubble at a huge price. They are punting it
Yeah.
massively.
She ran, of course.
Oh, who did rear?
What was this? Oh,
Who
no.
is
You don't
rearing?
wanna see-
Pedamosto, I think. that
Who
is.
was it? Was it Aidan O'Brien?
They're
of
off.
course.
So,
And away
Flaming
we
Rib's
go.
flown
King
out.
Hermes, not the best out, the
Come on, my
Japanese
Ribby.
raider. As expected, Artorias out the back as well. Let's get off double bubble on my screen. She's out the back as well. Happy Romance is watching them in. Who's leading? Twilight Jet. Now, interestingly,
Crown's away.
they're going
Perfect
right
pair
down
is
the middle.
last.
Come on, my rib. I love you so much.
This will be interesting. Far side, last of all, Super Sumion being confident, isn't he?
Good pace on. Good pace
He's
on,
had
Dave.
2 rides, of course, at the track Super Sumi today, so he should know it. They're going right down the middle, which is interesting. I thought Flaming Rib would be on the rail,
Let's
guys.
get the trifecta. Come
Flaming Rib's
on.
going really well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Naval Crown just about leading the way, though.
Crown's
Bidding to
cruising.
put that.
Artorias is hard
already
at it. Yeah, hard
What's
at
this
it.
romantic proposals? Cruising.
Yeah.
Perfect Power is 1,000,000 to
Go
1.
on,
Looking
creative.
for the fab,
Pick up.
being rode away out the back. Can't go past 10 horses in the final 2 furlongs, can he? Soaked the fab, I
to
think we
bother.
could say.
Here comes alcohol
I'll tell
free.
you what, it could be alcohol-free.
He's flying home.
It could be
She's flying
alcohol-free.
home.
She's absolutely rocking. She won in the Falmouth last year, didn't she?
Yeah,
on this
she
track?
did. She's
Naval
coming.
Crown's got an
Coming
absolute
strong. It's
belter
going to be
with
one
her.
for Keeling.
All too
Alcohol free.
right
She's
for
going
her
to
Alcohol
be
free.
easy.
Alcohol free's done it. Keels has knocked it out the park.
Well done.
Artorias runs. Oh, look at that for a celebration, Rob Hornby.
Well
done.
Absolutely what you want to see, Barry.
Yeah, Rob Hornby again. He can't seem to do anything wrong since he lost the ride on Westover. Fair play to him. That's a Group 1 double 2 consecutive days. So Perfect Power never raised the gallop. Did he create a force in running? Traded at a low of 5.9. Naval Crown traded at a low of 1.7. And Artorias, who did, as we suspected, ran on to be placed, hit a low of 5. But very disappointing Perfect Power there. Was beaten a long way out for my money, but can't take away from the winner. Really nice performance, and it looks like sprinting is her game after all.
Doesn't it just? And has added to her Royal Ascot Group 1, of course, which came in the Coronation Stakes. She was beaten just under 3 lengths by Naval Crown, who's pushed her all the way to the line. He's run a belter, hasn't he?
Yeah, ran a stormer. Yeah, I didn't think she'd be quick enough, but she is quick enough, more than quick enough. She was
Yeah.
very, very impressive.
And again,
Going away at the finish.
Awesome.
Oh,
get her back in the right
Look at the ride the
mindset.
favourite got.
Yeah, I did. That was a horror run. And there'll be a lot of people moaning about being given too much to do. Flaming Rib was a bit disappointing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't
Way
turn up.
too much to do the favourite.
Don't know what to say, but alcohol free, fantastic performance. Brilliant, Rob Hornby. Wow. Amazing.
They'll be kicking themselves probably for running here now, I imagine, on Perfect Power. You do it after the race when they run like that, of course, because they were talking about the pre-morning with the extra half a furlong when they could still go there, of course.
There's been some funny results this week, not least obviously in Spiral, but there has been some funny results, and that Perfect Power was never going. It is really quick ground, and I know that he went on quick ground at Ascot, but someone said to me once, because I made this argument, I think when Barry was over, I said, well, I try not to get too wrapped up in ground. And I think someone said to me once, and this always stuck with me, is the problem with getting wrapped up in ground, Graeme, is you don't actually know what the ground is like. You know, yes, there might be good to firm, but good to firm at July course Newmarket on a hot day like today might be a little bit different to good to firm at Ascot 2 or 3 weeks ago when it was not scorching hot. That's the problem for me with betting purely on ground, is I don't actually know what the ground is like personally. I'm not out there riding on it.
Did you think it might be too quick for her?
For alcohol free,
yeah,
I thought she liked soft ground,
Yeah, well,
and she's gone on one on quick ground. So, that's the reason personally why I don't get wrapped up in betting on this horse likes fast ground, this horse likes soft ground, because I just don't know what the grounds are. I'm not out there with my sticking my stick in, going, oh yeah, it's this.
Almost
or
forget she won the Sussex last year. Sprint Cup next,
yeah.
Barry. Will that be the anti-post quote?
Yeah, anti-post quote in for the Betfair Sprint Cup, 6 from 25.
Oh, for the big race then at Haydock in September. You'll be going back up to that meeting, Barry. You did last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I certainly will, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big E. Starman, of course, just touched off by Emiratiano. He's taken a step back in the right direction.
Yeah, he was a huge price on the Betfair. He traded
The
like
outside of the lot.
Trading like 100 or something.
Yeah, they'll be really happy.
Yeah.
with that, I
Bubble
imagine.
ran very well.
Just touched off a fourth
Finished 5th.
by Creative Force.
It was fourth, ran well as we thought.
Alcohol free then takes out
Very good.
the July Cup.
Naval Crown has proved that he was the rightful winner of that race at Royal Ascot.
He's beaten them all off, bar her again,
ran
hasn't he?
very well. Very tough horse, isn't he, Naval Crown?
Yeah. What a good training performance then, Andrew Balding and Rob Hornby, as Barry said, back-to-back Group 1s on the July course.
That's
after being
amazing,
jocked
isn't
off
it?
Westover. I mean, what a game.
Yeah.
What a game.
Yeah, okay. All right, well done, Keels, out there. If you followed him in, it was in danger of becoming a bit of a project, but got it right. So, right old price as well, wasn't she? I think she backed in just before the off. The Sprint Cup goes to Andrew Balding. We've got another sprint to finish us off. There you go, up at York. And we've got another Group 1 winner in here in Winter Power, Barry, but she's not favourite.
She's not. No, Royal Acclaim is favoured. It was a 5-1 chance on Thursday when we first went up with the race because Winter Power was 7-4 favourite, but been absolute bombs of money for her. 3.75 Royal Acclaim, Winter Power 4, 7.6 Corker, some money for that, 10.5 Katura, and it's 13 bar City Walk 13. Just another bottle, I think, is for Goodwood again this year at 14.5. I do like Royal Acclaim, though, G-Rod. And for our last bet of the day, what we're going to do, we're going to look over on the sports book, and we're going to lengthen our odds here on Royal Acclaim, please.
Okay, Royal Acclaim.
What price are you seeing there?
5-2.
So if we go lengthen your odds, Royal Acclaim to win by a length or more is 5-1.
Yep.
Ooh,
Lengthen
okay.
odds 5-1.
We're
By
gonna
a
have-
length or more.
By a length or more, Royal Acclaim to win by a length or more at 5-1. Lengthen your odds is a new feature on Betfair, and it's proven super popular with our customers, where you can back a horse to win and to win over a certain distance as well. They're all listed off there, every race UK and Ireland every day. So 25 quid win on Royal Acclaim to win by a length or more at 5-1.
5-1. There you go. And they must think a great deal of this for this to be heading the market unbeaten. Racing Post rating of 78 when it won on its debut. Jumped all the way up to 98. If it improves that again, the rest of them are going to be in trouble. But does have to beat the Queen of York. Winter Power here. And there's a couple of other very interesting horses in here as well. All right, but we saw it in the Irish Derby. Barry lengthened the odds and West over, gone and done the business there. So if you want to get involved, plenty of time to do so. What are we? We're around about 5 minutes away from this. They are down at the start. What do you like, G-Rod, in the last?
I like Mondi.
Oh, come
I
on.
like Monda Medge.
There he is, already down there.
I love Mondi.
Montemedge is the only one. He's the only one at the start. Montemedge is waiting outside the stalls, going, "Do you not remember? Like last time, he was a psycho trying to get him in."
Did he not go in at Royal Ascot? That was the thing, wasn't it?
He went
He
absolutely.
didn't. He was withdrawn, wasn't he? I think.
Yeah, well,
bonkers.
he is bonkers, but he's a nice type.
Your son's gone to your head here.
He's a nice type of bonkers.
Newmarket
I've never
July
seen
course
him
has
that
done you in.
bonkers as last time.
He likes York. He's got some good York form. They'll go hard. He'll be coming home fast. You know, Mondi will go fast. He'll be flying home. I reckon he could easily steal a place at a big price and maybe even win. Now, the only thing that I would say, of course, is that this will be a one-horse race if Winter Power turns up on her best form. And there is a little bit of a maybe she's getting to too big a price now. I thought that 7-4 was short enough, but now she's out at 3.95 on Betfair. She's around about 11-4. She is in a different league to this lot.
She hasn't shown it so far this year. In fact, it's been too bad to be true almost.
There's definitely an element though of people going, oh, they've looked at the prices early yesterday and they've gone, 7-4. She's bang out of form. Couldn't tell you have her at 7-4. But now you look at her and you go, 11-4. She's unbeatable at York.
She's 2 from 3 there. Her first defeat came as a 2-year-old. She's just proper quick, isn't she?
She's proper quick, fast. Ground will suit her. York, she loves it. If she's on form, she'll definitely win. But I like Mondi. I think Monda Medge will run well, Dave. I think he'll reward each way support a huge price.
Okay. Natalie Graeme.
I don't know why I'm laughing because I'm not doing any better today. And this, I was hoping I was already going to have quite a few winners, and this was slightly my wild card. That could be.
What, like he's doing, basically?
That could be
He's
proper.
got to the end of the show, the sun's gone to his head,
And
he's gone mad.
He's gone, yeah.
I was
Sod
out
it.
in the sun earlier because I was trying to get rid of that tan
We
line.
can see.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
see.
Oh, such
You
a
look like
beauty
a-
of makeup.
See, when you lot were all strolling in late, I was actually sunbathing out on the deck. It was lovely.
Don't, I still
You look a bit like a baked bean. You know, you've gone that sort of red.
fake bean.
I'm looking at your turn.
It's a very quirky horse in the stalls, sadly, called Corker. For
on
Carl
this?
Burke. Now, there's plenty of talent. It's frustrating because the stalls is quite a big problem, isn't it? Like, let's go back to the Palace of Holyrood at Ascot.
Yeah.
Lost so many lengths, Dave. Absolutely mucked it up.
8 up the ground.
Yeah,
didn't it?
race centre, racing last, then was detached.
Yeah.
And he came 11th of 27. But it's still not. So, given the circumstances, it was a brilliant run, but it's still not good enough because it can't keep doing this.
Well,
in
it
the
got it right
flipping
here, the time
stalls.
before.
Exactly. The time before is what we're all looking at. I really think a lot of Carl Burke, Clifford Lee. At the York when he won, again, he dwelt the start again. that time. So what I'm saying is, I hope Carl Burke has had that horse, Corker, in the stalls every flipping day at home. Get out, and has done something. Or the horse is getting his head out of it, because it's got to do it today. Over 5 furlongs, no time to lose. If he gets out the flipping stalls, he's got the ability to win.
So one to maybe get within the run.
Come
Jump
on,
out, get
yeah,
confident.
come on.
He's very fast horse, but he's coming back to York, and we can see him in the picture, and he looks just that.
Does.
He'll do for
Looks
me.
beautiful.
I want to see it with Winter Power. I agree with Graeme. She could just blow them away. The more you look at Royal
Yeah,
Acclaim,
she
she
could.
might yet go a favourite, Barry, mightn't she, Winter Power?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot between them now. It's each of 2, 4 each of 2, so 3-1. 8.2 Couture friendless in the market. Corker 7, 12.5 just another bottle. Kevin Sott again.
Interesting. Yeah, your horse, I call it, because of the Great St Wilfrid win, where he pinged out and made all. Of course, he came good during Royal Ascot week, so he comes into it with a win, and we know what he does. He tends to crack on with it. I'm just looking at his York record. He hasn't got a win here. Mackina's quite interesting. At a bit of a price for the Camachos and Callum Rodriguez. City Walk, Richard Kingscote, Couture. Bit disappointing, Couture, last time at Sandown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the Scurry.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was favourite, wasn't he?
Was it the Scurry Stakes? No, it wasn't the Scurry
But
Stakes.
it was Mick Barhey, wasn't it? Was the horse that beat him. So I think Mick Barhey would have won.
It just looked like he's just a bit laboured, wasn't he?
He's a funny horse. I always think if he wins when you don't think he's going to win. And then when he's sort of favourite, he gets beat.
Couture.
Yeah.
He's got some good foot
That's
form.
what the Medj does to me in Keels.
So we're looking here, the
Medj is
promise
coming
of Royal
good here.
Acclaim against the Group 1 talent
I'll tell
of
you
Winter
what,
Power.
if the Medj wins this, I'm walking out with that trophy. He's not coming back.
Yeah, you can take it if the Medj wins this.
I think there are others, it's fine. I think there are. He's not getting out of this building. Don't you worry about it, Barry. With that trophy will be waiting for you when you come back
What
over.
else is big prices? What about just another bottle? Let's have a look at just.
We just mentioned it.
Well, he's one of the pace angles, isn't
He's
he?
coming for a bit of support. Either that or City Walk is drifting.
Yeah, but I
a
was
bit.
just thinking, is it moving a bit? In there?
Atalis Bay's a talented horse. Danny Tudhope on.
Yes.
Tiny Atalis Bay. Haven't shown much so far, but Robert Cowell's horses have been a bit in and out.
Yeah.
Winter Power is going to go fast. Just Another Bottle's going to go fast. They're all going to go fast, and then Monty's going to come late.
Well, I hope you have enjoyed this bumper show. It's been great fun,
it's
hasn't it?
so good.
It always is. We laugh a lot, and we've highlighted the exchange and sports book. We've had a couple of cheers along the way. We've had a couple of near misses. Mountain
Yeah,
Peak.
Bond chairman and Blue for You.
Yeah.
Well done with them winning.
Bond chairman is the one that will grate us, Barry, because
It's like drops
Right,
of
let's see if the
poison every
Medj
time I
goes
think
in.
about
He's
it.
already.
because the mountain has peaked.
Let's just see if the Medj goes in. He's got the blindfold on.
The
It's half on
Medj,
his head.
come on.
It's half on it. Oh, he's gone in. Bloody
He
flipping out.
loves it.
Like
he
I
loves
say
it.
today.
He loves it.
See,
look.
he's just.
I wouldn't say it's sane. It's
He
blindfold.
loves it, the Medj.
He's fine.
He loves it.
He's
Why
doing
would they
like a
put him
son.
in first if that's the case?
I know, he wants
It's
to
a
get
bit
out,
cruel,
doesn't he?
isn't
He's
it?
trying to get out,
He's
isn't
a
he?
nutter.
Do you think that is there something in that? Do you think because he got withdrawn last time,
He's
he's obviously
trying,
had to
he's
pass
trying
the
to get
stalls
out.
test,
He's
didn't
fiddling
he?
Yes.
around.
They've gone. You can go in first.
Yeah.
We're not waiting for you
Yeah.
again.
It's all right.
Mucking everyone else
Winter
up.
Power's definitely going to be one of the last in. She's right out the back.
Yeah.
Plenty
David
of pace on here, lads. Yes, so just another
Yeah.
bottle. Atlas Bay potentially, and obviously Winter Power.
Could potentially be Corker out there as well.
God.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, the
Uh-oh.
Medj.
He is a bit
Hardly a
mad.
bit of a grueler.
G-Rod.
The Medj. You know, as
dear.
you've tipped him, he's just heard it's gone through down to the start of the track.
Yeah, my mate will be laying him now. My mate who
He's
doesn't-
Yeah,
after
keep
bailing
blindfold
out
on.
Cam
Don't let
Hardy.
it see.
Yeah, Cam thankfully has got out of the saddle and he's all right.
It's
But
okay, just
Monda
calm him
Medj does
down.
not like being
Calm
blindfolded
him down.
in the stalls. I
He's
mean,
a nice little fella, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's just.
Stall handler's then Sterling
wanna be
work
on
there,
it.
isn't he?
Yeah, calmed him right down. And again,
Oh boy.
you wouldn't get too
all right.
worried about that because it's just I can't believe I'm calling him the Medj.
Well, McInerney
He's
needs
a
to
ledge.
just chill out. McInerney's setting him off. Go on.
Mackinac will be
Looks
going
like a
fast,
classy
won't he?
chassis on the favourite, doesn't it? Not favourite anymore, Barry. Winter
How's
Power.
Atlas Bay going to get into his stall? Because the stall handler's standing right in the way there. Winter Power is your favourite at 4.0, 4.3 Royal Acclaim, 6.6 Corker, 16 Mackinac, 9 Couture.
Right, final race of the day here on RP Live.
Do you know, I think
Great
with,
to have along with
I think with
this afternoon.
every 5 furlong sprint, they need treble the stall handlers and just get them all flipping in at the same time because these horses are they know what's coming.
So
They've
you've
got to
saved
go
your rant for the end of the day.
like lightning. Just hurry up.
Well,
Royal Acclaim,
them
how'd she
in.
get in?
4 minutes over we're going to be here, thanks to the Medj. I'm not calling him that in commentary.
He is the Medge.
He's a ledge.
Medge the ledge.
Medge
Oh,
the
Calling
ledge.
him the Medge.
Come on, the ledge.
Oh, who's
Finish
Corker's
off.
faffing around
Yeah,
now?
Corker.
I
No,
tell
this,
you.
Corker's last in.
this would be slightly more worrying. I
Hey,
think.
it's getting a bit worked up
Yeah,
this
Winter
fall.
Power's a bit restless now.
Faffing
Not
around.
great.
Of course they are
All in.
restless because this is not
They
ideal.
don't like
How
you.
old is she now? 5-year-old, isn't she, Winter Power, I think?
Your one
4-year-old,
doesn't
sorry,
like the
yeah.
stalls either.
I know, because
All right.
There we go. Oh no, he's back there. Can you believe it?
This is more worrying, I think, isn't it, than the Mondamage?
I'm going to get into cricket, I think, instead.
Yeah,
Horse race.
it's not been your day today, is it? We have them. We have them.
Just
give him a good
get
push.
in.
We do have them. You often see when they come in,
They're not going to wait if it keeps faffing around.
Go in last, come home fast. I keep telling you, like Spencer on, bless him.
Go on, all of you get behind it. Get it in.
We're waiting for Corker, who myself and Nat are hoping serves one up. in
Winter
this.
Go
Power's
on, go
not
on,
very
right, we're in,
happy
right,
about
let's go, let's go.
Right.
Go on,
As you can probably
shut
hear,
the doors.
Corker
Well, this
really
is hard
having a
work,
shovel,
isn't
aren't
it?
they?
There's about 10 of them.
Okay, he's in.
There, I think they're in.
Oh, there's storm
in.
runner in front there, ready?
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
we
All
go.
right. Final race of the day here on RP Live, and away we go.
Away we go.
And Corker has just, again, not great, is it? Not great there. He's going to have to do
Winter
it
Power hits the front.
in a hard fashion.
Yeah,
Winter
she's
Power up
fast,
there, just
Winter,
on the
isn't
bottom.
she?
Yeah.
Mackinac there,
Real
City
fast.
Walks
Look
there,
at her
Katura's
legs.
there.
Yeah, she's
Royal
super
Acclaim on the
fast.
far side, what you would call the box seat for Barry Orr. Monda Medge is out the
Go on
back
the
with
Medge.
Corker. Atalis Bay's there, and what's that in the middle? Choquito, the outside of the lot. I would suggest that Winter Power's going to take
He's
off.
enjoying it, Winter Power
Yeah,
today.
well, she's-
isn't he?
Yeah,
Look
she
at her
is. She
legs.
just loves the Naysmire. Corker's going to try and
look at
come
this
too
Royal
late for him.
Acclaim.
Look at Royal Acclaim.
That's-
Woohoo!
He's travelling.
Look at
We
this.
might be seeing something coming from the Nunthorpe after this, Barry, because this is what if it delivers off the bridle, this is going to
Wow,
be
this is
very
gone.
impressive. Yeah,
Wow,
she's
that's
absolutely.
amazing.
Nails.
See you later.
Go on,
Come
the
on,
Medge.
over a length. That's what we want, isn't it? Keep going.
Go on the Medge.
Keep going. Keep
Yeah,
on
it's
the
good
Medge as
run
well.
by the Medge.
For
Oh, well.
second. Oh, he eased off a bit. Did we get
Was it
our
on
length?
the bench second?
Monda Medge was second. Yeah, he has
Winner's
been
a
on
nice
fire
horse.
today. Annoyingly. But Royal Acclaim blew them away.
Brilliant.
Nunthorpe next.
Very impressive by the winner. Yeah, and
Yeah.
definitely no.
Well done, Barry.
Yep.
You've signed off.
You got the length and
Beautifully.
the
Got
odds.
the length and the odds there, did we as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, we lengthened the odds and we got paid there. So 5-1 winner lengthened our odds over a length. She's won about 3 lengths, hasn't she?
There's
Well, 2 anyway.
There's a system called back Dermot Weld in the first race of the Galway Festival. There's now a system back Barry Orr when he lengthens the odds in the last.
Yes.
Westover, Royal Acclaim,
I like that. Length and the odds in the last.
lengthen
Brilliant,
the odds
isn't
in the
it?
last. And Medge of the Ledge has run extremely well.
Yeah,
Well
he
done.
has.
What a ledge.
Corker's
No, he's run
been
brilliantly.
very disappointed
I'll
there.
tell you, when
given up.
they get the ledge back to Haydock, he'll win a race because he's coming back to form and he likes Haydock.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, watch out for him back there then. Well, that's all we've got time for then on RP Live. Oh, it's been a long old shift, 11 races, but we've absolutely loved it. Alcohol free. There you go, aptly named, because I imagine absolutely no one is that out there in the sunshine at the moment. And let's hope you've been enjoying a few drinks watching us as well, whatever your tipple is. Barry Orr, are we off to have a nice evening or just feet up?
Yeah, nice evening tonight. Nice relaxing evening with my darling wife, barbecue.
There you
So
go.
looking forward to that. And just before we go, 5 from 12 for the Nunthorpe, the winner.
That's short, isn't it? I thought it would be. It's come out of nowhere. That has improved about another £20 there, isn't it? That is a massive RPR leap. That's caught me on the hop, that. 5-1 for the Nunthorpe. Nat, thank you.
Yeah, sorry I didn't tip more winners.
Well, the
or
next
any.
time you come back, you'll be in this chair for Glorious Goodwood.
Or any.
I mean, we have days like that, dear.
Don't you worry, I'll come back fighting.
You will. Of course you will. Absolutely. And please keep yourself in one piece before Glorious Goodwood. We're going to need you. Well done.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah,
Good
good
day.
day
Well
again.
done, G-Rod.
Yeah. So
Pretty much there. Rogie Bear, not very good, but
No.
Mountain Pete,
Well done,
absolute
Dave the
belter.
Rave.
And I've got through it. 6-4, you wanted to lay about my voice holding out. I told you, never lay. Dave Orton. All right, that's been RP Live.